Hi, everybody.
Hello, hello.
And now the third person. You can make noise if you like.
It's all come down to this.
Yes!
I don't know where to look.
Ladies and... Oh, we're not looking anywhere yet. Right up there.
Okay.
Right down the barrel. Hi, everybody. As you can tell already, this is a wonderfully organized effort. It is concerted. It is strategized. And welcome to a very filmography Christmas. The closing episode. Can you hear me at all with this crazy pixel Christmas music?
Someone called it leprechaun music, and
Oh, so there's no video on this?
No, there is video.
Oh, okay.
I'm just delaying the
he's
reveal.
going for a dramatic reveal.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Here we
Sorry.
go.
Oh, I like
There
that.
we are.
fancy.
And then we'll do hi, hey. Oh, almost.
Hey.
Here we go. Oh, yeah,
that's
there we
my
go.
job.
Yeah. Oh, hey. Also, boy, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna push this up a little. We can hear you, we can't see. Yes, that was by design, believe it or not. Hi, guys.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yes, happy holidays. Hi, guys. Hey, how's it going, Realist? It's the Bit Parts guy. How do you like that? How do you like that? Unless-
I would have thought that was just for you, because I'm behind camera.
Did
I
you
gotta
hit
guess-
Insert middle initial Moody. Yep.
Yes,
That's who it is.
That's who it is.
Pop Art Mall Cop.
Whoa! Thank you, Cool Cannon. Oh,
He's the
sweet mother of
copiness
mercy.
Cop, mall,
Will you hand me that
cop.
guitar?
Yeah,
Please.
you got
This is-
scared, didn't you?
It's a disaster. I'm dying of heat stroke.
You gotta at least wear it for 10 minutes.
Yes. Oh, gosh. Is that how it goes? Hi. We've also got glass, just in celebration, we have glass littered on the floor, and none of us are wearing shoes. Thank you for the bits. Dang it. Thank you for the bits that you gave to me. It's hard with a Santa outfit on. We may have to. Maybe we'll
Mr.
just...
Crow,
10
Santa
minutes.
Claus.
10 minutes.
Hey, I am, Welcome, guys. So, we'll start this off with our... Okay, we'll start here with Jeff. You guys know Jeff?
Hello.
He's a filmmaker and friend. You guys all know him. I'm Lobro, or whatever.
We don't need introductions.
We don't need introductions.
This guy does.
Let's do this. He actually doesn't. He's been on the stream before. But if you'd
Wow,
like
okay.
to... But this is... let's see. How do I should have practiced any of this. He is a filmmaker. He is a film fan. He has got a sizable DVD collection.
And probably
all
nothing
right.
to you.
It's okay. It's all right. Yeah. And we have had many conversations about films, and somehow emerged friends on the other end. And we're going to see if we can't keep that streak alive tonight. His name is Benjamin R. Moody.
Get it right now.
Yeah, there we go. Or
You
pay
call
the
me
price.
Ben.
Ben. Oh, yeah, Ben. Sorry.
No one calls me Benjamin.
He is casually at fashionable rolled sleeves. Absolutely.
It's
I don't
pretty
know,
warm.
He's got little, I don't know if you can tell, but he's got little skulls with Santa hats on. Very non-denominational, which is very nice.
It says Happy Holidays on the back.
Yeah. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome. How you doing? How's life?
Oh, it's good, man. You know, just hanging out, getting ready for the holidays.
Yeah. Rock and roll. Well, guys, thanks for being here. What's the R in Ben Moody? It's for restricted. No children under 17 allowed without parental. I think that's what I've always assumed.
Yes.
You live in hell heat, so I don't understand how you wear any of that. This is coming off
No, it's not.
right now. Son of a. At least the pants.
No.
Rattler, thank you for those 22 months of unbelievable support. We have precious little time, unfortunately. So I am going to. Okay, you know what we can do?
Whoa! Magic!
Thank you. Some subscription. Well, I wasn't expecting that kind of stream. No. No one ever is. Subscription. I sing to the people,
Okay.
quote unquote, to the people who sub.
Okay.
Because
I think I remember
in
that.
theory, it's a reward. I don't know what kind of.
Yeah,
no, it's
that's
not. It's a terrible incentive system.
Happy holidays.
Thank you.
On the
Oh,
fourth
it's gone.
day of Christmas, Lobro gave to me a brand new filmography.
Oh, it rhymes. I love it. Oh my gosh. Well, cool.
Yeah, it's more of a punishment.
It is. Absolutely. For both of us. How are you?
I'm great.
Good. You ready?
Yeah.
You freaking ready? All right, guys. So
I
first,
don't know our him-hawing around. Let's get this going.
This is just-
We got a lot of stuff to cover.
guys, welcome. So So I spent too much
I
time.
am locked in.
Too much time. He's ready. I spent too much time, but also not enough time, creating sort of an advent calendar of sorts for the films that we've done so far. And then literally right before we went live, Jeff was like, "Oh, that's brilliant. You made it out of green paper. You made it out of green paper."
It was like a child finding out that Santa is
The Die Hard.
Yeah.
What is it
It's
gonna look
not a
like?
Christmas
What
movie.
is this? Oh my God!
I love it though. It works.
It's
I
green.
love that the Gremlins package is gone.
It's green. Son of a. Also, I think
If we put something behind this, it won't even matter. It won't.
the glue. Yeah, check Twitter for what it looks like to my eyes. Gosh darn it. You guys should have seen it. It was adorable. I was on
I
my
did. I saw it on the way
Bad
over.
vet
Yeah.
calendar.
So here's the deal. Here's the deal. I'm gonna get close real quick.
Oh, it's so great.
Look how much time I spent.
He
though.
really
Gremlins,
did. He put so
Batman
much effort into
Returns,
this, and of
Eyes
all the
Wide Shut.
colors,
and Die Hard.
I think it looks great.
Thanks. So this is a space for Jeff's opinion. So what we have is of course, invisible Christmas tree, or no Ghostbusters symbol, right? So it's that's silly to call it that, but people call it that. So under each of these, for the movies we've already done, is either a Christmas tree or a no smoking / no Ghostbusters symbol, indicating what we voted. So I thought to waste more time, because we probably won't be wasting any time, at the top of this show, we'd review where we were. So the first one, you can't really, it's hard to see. It's Gremlins. I printed these out on my computer.
Are we
Batman
opening them
Returns.
now or no?
Yeah, so what we're going to
Oh,
do.
okay. Well,
So
they're not gonna be able to see.
Oh
from
yeah,
back
that's a
there.
good point. Okay, yeah, would you help? So hold on. So Gremlins. We watched it and did it, and Jeff's feeling was that yes, it's a Christmas movie.
That's right.
Yes, we talked about how it's
It's
Christmas.
integral to the plot.
Yes, if you take it out, the film does not.
It
The
doesn't have the same
juxtaposition.
atmosphere.
Absolutely, and the juxtaposition is not as severe and is not as polar as it would be with the Christmas film. So
Yes.
with the Christmas season in it,
Brian?
I felt as well that it was a Christmas movie. All right, moving on. Batman Returns. Jeff's vote. No, not a Christmas movie. That's correct, right?
That's right.
Yes. And Lobro's vote. Also not a Christmas movie.
That's right. It's a winter movie.
2 for 2.
It's a wonderful movie, but it's a winter movie.
High five for agreeing.
Really
because
locking it
That's
in.
what makes friends, agreeing. All right, here we go.
Why are we friends?
Eyes wide shut. Jeff said, Christmas movie. Nothing
right.
says Christmas movies like Kubrick and orgies.
That's right.
And Lobro said, not a Christmas movie.
Wow, I can't believe this.
I'm
on Brian's side.
Oh.
That's why I have the gun. You got to get out now.
I was biased. Not this discussion again. Hey, Mr. Crow. Jeff, Jeff, you hoe, how dare you? What's that in
Wait,
reference?
why am I a hoe?
What's that in reference
I can
to?
see you disagreeing, but
Hold on a second. You mistook Deadpool for Spider-Man. Okay, and on the final row we have here Die Hard, and you'll notice we have 3 faces. The third, the very handsome, Benjamin R. Moody. Look at
I
that.
look the exact same.
Yeah. Well, that's
this
good.
is so
It's good for
wonderful.
identification.
I love this.
And you'll see that we have nothing marked. By the end of this stream, if we're still alive, and I haven't done a heat stroke, we will be marking these either with a red pen for no, red marker, not sponsored by Crayola, or an invisible marker, which is traveling through time and space right now. All right, so we'll put this away for now.
I didn't realize Eyes Wide Shut as a Christmas movie was such a hot take with you guys.
Yeah. I think.
But we're not going to go down that rabbit
We're
hole
not.
again.
We're not.
But my criteria has been, and I won't break from it, is that I feel if it's
Yes.
instrumental to the overall
Yes.
feeling and certainly with the plot or anything in that that realm, then I don't think you could lose that and it would be the same movie. I don't.
And that is basically so. But we probably should have discussed this earlier. But we can. So basically, because there are many ways to determine. Well, no, there aren't. But many people feel very strongly about these particular movies, and of course the movie that we're getting ready to discuss. And there are a number of ways to determine whether something is or is not a Christmas movie to you. Of course, I'll say at the outset because because we're friends. And I want to remain that way. But just in general, because I don't want to offend anyone or whatever. Obviously, these are subjective opinions. There is no yes or no, but we're trying to make it as objective as possible. So for these purposes, Abby J, thank you for the host, my friend. So for these purposes, we have, and tell me how you feel about this. We've kind of thrown out the window the I watch it at Christmas, so it's a Christmas movie argument. Yeah. Because that is 150% valid as a personal choice, right? But we can't do that universally. We can't do anything universally.
You can watch any movie at Christmas if you watch it at every,
Exactly. So that alone is not enough. Now you may say, well, like I watch with my family every Christmas. I love it. How dare you trample all over that holiday tradition? And first of all, I would say I don't want to hold that much sway over your life, but also it's not. We're going for something hopefully more universal and objective as much as possible. And what we landed on is that if you can take Christmas out of the film, and it is narratively or otherwise not affected in any tremendous way, then
which is why I felt that Eyes Wide Shut was a Christmas movie, because I thought thematically he was using it as a statement within the film, which we talked about last week.
And that's
it's a Christmas movie, and you're both wrong.
Hey, buddy. Everything's cool. He does have the gun. Did they see your shirt?
Oh yeah.
It's now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
Ho.
Which may be why she called you a ho. I'm not sure. But so we're going. So that
did in the movie, do they say how he writes this? Is there
a marker or blood?
Is it blood?
No, I think it's a Sharpie.
Yeah, it's got to be a marker.
Do they show it?
No,
that's one loose end.
They go, look. Yeah, the one. It's true. They go, look. He leaves.
Because everything in the movie is so perfectly set.
It really is.
Set up that
They should have had a shot as he was.
Because
I feel like
they have the tape.
I feel like they do show it.
He has a Sharpie when he's writing on his wrist, but that's in black, not in red. But I'm guessing in the construction area.
But there's also
because they don't show him pick up the Sharpie for his wrist.
Yeah. There's also Christmas tape. So there may be.
I know that's what but that's later. But
if I were McTiernan, I would have included one cutaway shot as he is leaping off the building, Tarzan-like. Suspended by a fire hose, and just a zoom in and show that red Sharpie, so we go, oh, everything fits. Everything's realistic now. Thank you.
I don't need a nice flow to my film. I need everything answered within the construct of the movie.
Continue with your fire hose Tarzan move. That makes a lot of sense. It does. It's great. It's really great.
By the way, guys, Die Hard. It's an amazing movie. If you didn't know that.
So that is where we're going to. So if I wanted to give you an opportunity, if you have a different sort of basis for.
That's fine.
Okay. Sweet. Look at this guy. He's confident. I like it. All right.
Like a little more enthusiastic. Whatever.
Here we go. Oh, look at this. That worked out real well.
We're hot and we're in a vent now.
Yeah.
Oh, God, it's so hot.
It's so hot. I'm being
out to California.
I'm being chomped alive by John McClane here. Okay, so people saying stuff in chat are reminding me. Please, guys, give me a 1 in chat if you have seen Die Hard, either because you watched it.
It does smell like men in here.
Yeah, it does smell like men.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, usually
it smelled like men before I got here.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
This webcam's going to get fogged up.
1. Well, for more than one reason.
Okay,
no, mostly
cool.
one reason. 1.
So we don't need to do a spoiler thing.
No.
Spoiler warning.
So you guys know what Die Hard is about.
And
it's
also,
about Die Hard.
And also, had most of you seen it? Did anyone watch it this time for the first time? I think I talked to at least one person who did. You don't think you saw?
Should we ask them who watches it at Christmas on the regular?
Sure.
Who watches it at Christmas? Does anybody? Is this like a regular in your catalog of Christmas movies?
I'll say
you do.
Nice. I do. Yeah.
I've seen some.
My wife and I have watched it every year for like 15 years.
Yeah. It's one of.
And I mean, yeah. And then obviously before that, but
yeah.
But like it's like this movie and Halloween are the two that we do not skip at our respective months.
Nice. It's a heck of regular. Wait, what do you mean
Every
you
year
will
on
behave?
Christmas Eve, yeah.
Wait, what do you mean you'll behave? Wait.
That's actually, this was the first year I hadn't watched. Like, I watched it. I felt like I was watching it early. I was like, this feels like I'm cheating.
Do you usually watch it like
we watch it
on
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve,
Yeah.
And that's no. You guys, look. You guys are under no. So basically, this is how we're going to structure it in theory. Usually, we are going to first talk about Die Hard as a film, right? And then, after we get through all that, which we won't, because we're just going to keep wanting to talk about it. But that's fine. We will then at some point shift into a discussion of whether or not it is a Christmas film. And I was going to say another thing, but I don't remember it. And I figured if I slowed down my speech, I would remember it by the time.
That's good radio right there.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. For about 12 years, I've seen it every year, and you're 21, so you first saw it when you were like 8. Rock and roll.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I saw it when I was like. This was the movie I walked in on my dad watching. And I was like 6 to 8 or so, and it must have been 8. But anyway, I walk in, and I was like behind the couch. He's like, "What are you doing?" And I go, "Just watching the movie." And he goes, "Why aren't you sitting on the couch?"
Oh, dang!
I just sat down and watched it.
Great dad moment.
What a great dad.
If you started it, and I was a little worried because like I walked in on my dad, I was like, uh-oh. He was like, and then he told me to watch Die Hard.
Yeah,
it
was great.
Like, what a great moment.
Fantastic.
What a great family moment.
Sorry, I'm gonna retweet the.
Yeah. Oh, please. Well, let's talk about it. So that's where you first saw it. When did you first see Die Hard?
I got it probably after 12, because 12 was when I really started to get into movies. So I would say I was probably 30. It was definitely one of the first VHS tapes I ever bought.
Really?
Yeah, and I bought it with my own money.
Nice.
And I bought the trilogy. I bought like the whole
great.
set.
It's
And so this one has been. I think I've never like really put numbers to it, but I would say I've probably seen this once or twice a year, every year since I've been alive.
Wow.
From 13 on, yeah.
How come Ben didn't get to weigh in on the other films? Why are his opinions being oppressed? Because I'm racist against Ben. Planeswalker, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub, my friend. Lots and lots of love. Oh my gosh. Thank you. We'll just, there we go. And then we'll just do this. There it is. Yeah. See? A failure in one respect, but in another, less of a failure. There we go.
It ramps up the production value.
I think so too. I'll just, there we go. Thank you.
Your own Harry Potter invisible cape.
Because Ben is a gamer? Yes, because Ben is a gamer. Well, Ben can come on as many times as he wants. Ben, you've got an open invitation.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So if you ever don't, we'll just assume it's because you don't want to.
Yeah.
And you don't like
if I'm
us.
ever not here, it's because I hate Brian.
Yeah. And that's fine. That's fine. That's what I assume. Anyway, it's Nakatomi Plaza. First of all, have you guys heard the Die Hard song? I mean, sorry, not the. There's like punk Die Hard song. It's really great, and that's all for this conversation. But I'll send it to you, and it's freaking fantastic. No one dies harder than John McClane. Something about Nakatomi Tower. It's great. And then it talks about how the it's like, and the terrorists are bad guys. But then one of the best lines it goes, but it was sweet when they killed Alice.
Thank you.
It's great. It's fucking great. It's fantastic.
I have this other weird.
Oh
wait, do you have a Die Hard story?
No. Oh yeah. So I can't remember when I first saw Die Hard,
Okay.
and I don't think I saw it in its entirety for a long time.
Okay.
And it was
very interesting.
Yeah, like
Says a lot,
yeah.
relatively.
Why are we
no, it
separate,
doesn't.
Jeff?
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
I guess
say-
so we can gang up.
It doesn't say that is yeah. That's how I feel most comfortable. Gosh, you guys are just champing at the bit. You're ready. You're ready. Okay, it's cool.
Circling.
I will say,
chums in the water.
Yeah. So yeah, you're. Because I was gonna have one more life Die Hard story.
Oh, okay.
But no, what's
Okay.
yours?
Oh,
Yeah, you
well-
haven't seen it for a while.
yeah, and I don't remember the first time I sat down and. The first time I remember watching it was like I think I was an adult.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
which is crazy. I think I had seen. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'd seen it in its entirety until I was an adult, and I just watched it again, and I hadn't seen it in a couple years. And my goodness, I forgot how incredible incredible it is.
It's like an incredible film.
It's amazing. Like, I honestly was going like, I was like, oh, we'll talk about it. And I was like, we'll talk about where it's a Christmas movie. And then I was like, no, we'll talk about how it's like a cool movie. And I came out of it going like, no. Die Hard is, in my mind, the best pure action movie of all time.
I would agree.
I've damn near come to tears just watching like the first 20 minutes of
Yeah.
that movie, just in how immaculate everything
It is structured so beautifully, and
it
like
is.
not just in terms of writing, but the filmmaking and the craft behind the camera and how McTiernan put it all together. It is a masterclass in not only just action filmmaking, but in filmmaking in general. Like it's beautifully done.
It is. I was just saying, like, you talk about movies that don't age. And I was, like I was saying, I say that about Jurassic Park sometimes, and like Terminator 2.
Yeah.
But if I really go back and watch them, they're like a shot or two that it's kind of like, okay, that's a little whatever.
Yeah.
Die Hard like doesn't age.
It
Die Hard does not seem dated in any way. Hold on, Vape, you were saying, and you got a life story.
I was thinking about it last night. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
Die Hard
But
story.
is that it was currently paying a 24/7 streaming site where you don't pick a movie, just plays, and I was there and you saw it. That's fantastic. Oh, had you not seen it? Never read the novel. Yes, it's very loosely based.
Yeah, I didn't know that, and I read up on it. And I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
and they're all loosely based off. Like, just kind of very, like, the nuts and bolts of
just
plots.
like,
Like, oh, it's in an airport.
Yeah. I love Die Hard too, by the way.
Me too. It's a completely different thing.
Yeah.
This, like, the first one is just a taut.
Yeah.
It's just taut.
Yeah. Yeah. Sinewy.
I feel like
it's sensual. It's like a lioness.
It's one of those things
Tawny.
where it's again, because I've seen it so much, like, every single frame is seared into my mind.
Absolutely.
And every single frame leads into the next frame.
I
don't think you can remove a shot. Like,
Everything
is telling
you know it's great when you get impressed by when the villains show up and they're in the big cargo truck and they turn the corner but they get cut off by the Mercedes that has Alan Rickman in it, or the two guys who go into the lobby, and they get cut off, and then you follow them on this tracking shot, and then the truck disappears down.
Yes,
and it's
I love that so much.
And I'm like, they were
It's
just
so great.
turning into the parking lot.
It's ballet. It's
and
beautiful.
I was just like, that's so beautiful.
It is amazing.
It's beautiful.
The same thing. It just sinks down. Oh, it's so great.
And it's
I
just
love
them
it.
turning into the
I
building.
know.
It means nothing,
No.
but it means like the way they got it.
But again,
amazing.
it's just like it's just like how fucking precision.
Yes,
it's precision
it's
filmmaking.
precise, yeah.
And it's all like
is conveying how precise these fucking criminals
True.
are.
Yeah,
And that's what
absolutely.
I feel like.
Absolutely.
They're like synchronized. They're tagged your watches, baby.
And that's
Because,
so many movies try to do that, but they
Yeah.
do it so over the head. Where
Yeah.
this one is just they show up and they don't really talk about
Yeah.
it.
Right.
Like that's what's brilliant.
They're not
about this.
talking about how efficient they
We
are.
are so fucking efficient. I mean, he
They
says
show
I'm an
instead of
excellent
telling
thief.
constantly.
And
Yes.
that's what I love is they wait until the end last
Yeah,
reel
yeah.
for Rickman to finally be like, no, I'm a fucking great thief.
Yeah, and I love the way he said because he races over to
Yeah,
her
yeah,
because he's it's the one thing where he lets
just-
loose.
he's
He's like, you
fucking
need to
fed
know
up. Yes,
that I am an
like-
exceptional.
And
thief.
again,
And
like,
it's
I
such
feel
a
like
Rickman moment as well. I love
Most
it so
movies
much.
So good.
He's
set
so
that
good.
up at the beginning. There would be like some
Yeah.
intro, like, oh, this guy's a badass from here. There's like one little cutaway on news broadcast, you know,
Yeah.
being like, we believe he's this guy. You know,
Right.
so-
Yeah. Subscription, gents. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you for those 22 months. Die Hard is a Christmas movie 100%, he says. And an elephant is faithful 100%. Yes, thank you. Thank you,
Am I
gents.
supposed to bring this in every time?
You can, by all means,
I-
please. It's a Christmas tradition.
Started to do it.
That's all it takes. Okay, no. Okay, hold on. Screw it. The novel is more like Taken than it is like Die Hard. It's like if there was a Taken / Die Hard fanfic. What do you mean, like it's like if there was? I'm sure that exists. But yes, other than McClane having a gun on his flight. Oh, everything makes sense.
Oh yeah, the timeless thing. Yeah, no, that does stand out
Sure.
nowadays. But yeah, it's like.
Oh, and there was something else that I was like, oh, that's not a thing anymore. But in terms of like the filmmaking,
Yes.
favorite action movie series is Jason Bourne. Cool. Die Hard is based on biography. Die Hard is very much dated. He smokes in an airport. Terrorism building. Woman of generic age in trouble. We got our plot, boys. Oh, but it's so great. It's great. Yes. I don't think Al would turn out to be a real character, so I'm glad he did. Yes, I know. Okay, campers, rise and shine. Don't forget your booties because it's cold out there today. A little Groundhog Day. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. They're nerding out so much. We are, yes. That guy seems to actually get. We're going to do your life Die Hard story right after this.
Which one's a goober? Someone's telling.
Everyone's role is clear without saying anything. Yes,
Yeah.
they show without telling so much in this
Yeah.
movie. It's amazing. And
McTiernan's actually he talked to. I watched a little bit with the commentary, and
Shut up,
and if
Cooper.
you've never watched Die Hard with the commentary, it's one of the best DVD commentaries I've ever heard.
I was going to, but I made a poster that didn't work instead. So
You use your time wisely.
yeah, thank you.
But he talks about in the commentary how he is constantly trying in every movie he ever makes to he tries to get as much words out as possible and break it down to strictly visual storytelling. And he's like, I appreciate words, but that's not who I am. And he much prefers to show things visually if he can.
Yes.
And he takes great pride in it.
Abby J, thank you for those bits, my friend. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness gracious. Thank you so much, dude. I'm so sorry we can't do the full thanks, but thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for those bits. Thank you for those bits that you gave to me. I appreciate it. Was it 88 cents gas? I accept all pronouns and prefer none. Silver Shroud is a Christmas movie. I don't know what that is. Cool Cannon, good to see you by the way, man. Thanks. Thanks for being here. Now we've seen all this the Die Hard song with this video. Emerald Alley, I was just talking about it, and I love it so very, very much. There's a fun, comfy movie to watch the holidays, but I'm not put in the same category as films as wonderful. All right, yes. And Christmas spirit about them. Why is Jay not VIP yet? Hey, who cares about that? Great, we're caught up. What is your Christmas life?
Oh no,
life
yeah.
Die Hard story?
Wait, and
I'm gonna pass out.
yeah, you're doing a lot of talking really
you
fast.
need to lose this?
No, we're good, man. We're
What'd
good.
you take?
I have
why are you
several
wearing-
fake machine guns.
Go
under
get a
here.
wife beater. Put
Why
that
are you
onto your own-
wearing 2 pairs of pants?
Because I am committed. I am
Can't even see
committed.
your
I know.
legs.
You're not in prison.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, when I first moved to Los Angeles.
That is the story I wanted you to tell.
I get there and I've been there for like a year or so. Then I get my first job. I worked at a record store. Then I get my first job in the film industry. And the job was running VHS or beta tapes all over LA, delivering them to studios. Because this was before the internet was, you could stream videos. So I'd been doing it for a while. And then I had this tape to deliver somewhere. I guess it was for a Fox executive, and I go to the skyscraper, and I go into the lobby. I'm like, this fucking lobby is amazing. And I drop the tape off. I come back to our office, and I'm talking to my friend that was working there, and I was like, man, Pete, this office, man, they gotta make a movie there. The courtyard was awesome, the lobby was cool. And then he goes, oh, you mean the Nakatomi Plaza? And I was like, no! I didn't even think.
You didn't realize in the moment.
I wasn't. Yeah, because I'm like the whole time driving in LA. Like back then, I was like having I would MapQuest the directions at the office, write it down in a notebook, and so I'd be driving always like, okay, I gotta take a left, right, and then so I wasn't really thinking about the Die Hard or coming up on it from a distance.
What if you were delivering the package to William Clay?
Yeah. But yeah, I flipped out, and I live not far from it. Towards the end of my LA stint.
That's
I
cool.
wonder how many people deliver packages to that building and go, Kareem to Worthy to Kareem, no, 2 points. They kick the guy in the face, and he's like, nah, okay.
They're like,
you're
we're
good."
never shooting a movie on our own property
Yeah.
again.
Yeah. But yeah, how much of MapQuest just sounds like an old point. Yes.
Yeah.
You say counter to
Is that's an old video game.
Yes, it is. It's like Snake. You just follow them. Yeah. But yeah, that's amazing. So
Yeah,
you,
so
you
yeah,
delivered
yeah.
a package to Nakatomi Plaza.
I did, but
which
as
is
an
the
idiot,
Fox
I didn't know
headquarters.
it until afterwards. But
They
But-
said that in the commentary, they're just like, you could never make a movie like this anymore because just what they got away with, just because they did explosives on top of the building,
Well,
things like that, and it's I guess in a kind of a residential type area.
Yeah. It was fun. I took a couple screenshots because I sent them to my DP because we've been talking about how to do some things, and I was like, "How'd they do this one?" He goes, "That's real, baby."
Yeah.
Because he's like, "Yeah, they." I mean, I knew a lot of it was shot up there, but
That's crazy.
I think the central room with the waterfall, that must be a set. I'm
maybe.
99%
Yeah.
sure.
There's-
Because you can tell it's a matte painting.
There is one.
outside,
Yes, there is
and,
one
in
scene where
her
it's clearly
office-
a matte
Yeah,
painting. That's
it's
the
that
sunset.
set.
The
Yeah,
sunset is like
It must be because they exploded when the helicopter goes
Right.
down
Yeah.
later,
Yeah. So that's what I think is the one set. But I was talking about one of the construction level floors, and I was like, God, like the fucking.
They
matte
said
painting
that's
is-
real.
That's real. Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, yeah,
that's what
okay,
Travis
yeah.
said. I was
Yeah.
like, oh God damn it.
And I assume
Yeah.
the guts of the building with a fan. That's a set, obviously, right?
They said, like, when he's going up the elevator shaft and he goes like this, there's
Yeah.
a shot of him, like, standing and it's shooting upward.
Yeah,
and cameras
yeah.
down here. That's really the shaft, and they really did that. And
Oh
they
my
went
gosh.
really fast. And then when they get to the top, that's a set. So it's weird because, like, they integrated it so beautifully.
Yeah.
But
That movie magic.
it
Yeah,
really.
movie man.
But again, yeah, that's that movie. There's so many movies I watch that I can. Again, I see the filmmaking, but this one I just don't.
No,
right?
yeah.
It's so
it's
good.
amazing.
Little things are just so great about how smart they are about in terms of geography, and this is like McTiernan's so good about it. He was like, we used like the naked photo of the girl, as a way
Hey,
so
girls.
people could understand, because we knew they would
Yes.
people would go to it, and so we knew that if we
I love
came
that-
back to, we
Yes.
know immediately where we're at. In
It's
terms of the
exactly
building.
right. Yeah.
So I
It's
love
so
that-
smart.
It
I
is
love that
incredibly
little
smart.
guitar sting thing that when he walks by the
Bam.
second,
Yeah.
the
That's
sexy
great.
guitar.
And you guys see, and that's I don't know, but like what he's saying about like passing by the naked girl. Playboy kind of centerfolds up on the thing, and that kind of orienting us in terms of the geography of the building. It's like Dark Souls level design that you guys love so much, and I get lost in and can't appreciate. But I can
Needs more
appreciate that.
boobs.
Yeah.
if they
Needs
just had
more
a calendar
boobs.
of boobs.
Oh yeah, I remember those boobs. All right, hold on. I'm gonna change out of this because I've got Die Hard on a Bus on my shirt because I don't have a Die Hard bus.
Which directed by Jan de
Jan de Bont,
who
who we
filmed
talk-
Die Hard.
Can we talk about Jan de Bont, please? Because I love him so much.
He brought so much.
Oh man.
They were like, "Oh shit, he's taking his pants off." At least I would have thought that. I'm like, "What the hell is he doing?"
They go like, oh, another day,
Never
another
seen
dollar.
Lethal Weapon. See, yeah, that's. I mean, yeah, that's gonna be a topic for the Christmas.
It is.
side,
It is,
of
isn't
things,
it?
but,
All right. I can't wait for this.
Anyway, yeah.
There's a scene. There's a shot early on. Oh, by the way, guys.
Are we-
Before we get into this, or like, maybe we'll save this for the Christmas part.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got. I've bought Hill Country Fair brand graham crackers. When you don't care what's in them and you love saving money and it still tastes good. Hill Country Fair. Sorry, I really like Hill Country Fair a lot. I didn't mean to trash Hill Country
Really
Fair.
good for that sponsorship.
I know, yeah.
It's really good. But we brought some graham crackers and some icing, and we're going to make Nakatomi Plaza in gingerbread.
I like, hey, Lobro, hey, Jeff, hey, everyone. I'll be everyone. Sell out.
Yeah, I'm a sellout. Never mind. One time I wrote an article about Hill Country Fair, I love Hill Country. I can't. They make so much stuff, and it's ridiculous, and they must have little elves, and it was supposed to be a joke. And then I worked at a newspaper, and they sent me a bunch of Hill Country Fair stuff, and I felt like a shill.
What is this?
I felt like a shill. That's
This looks like sadness in a bag.
yeah, it is. That's what it is. It's a bag of sadness. It's the remains of another gingerbread house, and it has some candy that we could repurpose. But I wasn't going to show anyone that we were doing that. But
Whoops.
I just left it. No, because you would have seen it and would have been sad. It's okay. So we'll be making Nakatomi Plaza in bas relief in gingerbread or graham crackers later during Christmas.
We need little Lego men to put at the top at the
Ooh,
very
and
end.
have-
jumping
Yeah.
up.
we got the Rocketeer.
That's not a Lego man.
We've
at
got-
all.
He's got to be proportionate to the building, Brian.
Well, we'll make a really
Making a
big building.
34, yeah.
I've got 2 boxes of that. All right. My uncle wants to make a cheesecake, but I got to talk about Die Hard.
We got to talk about Die Hard.
Tell him.
Can we just talk about how amazing and how effortless, like, Bruce Willis talks to himself a lot in this movie?
He does.
Which can sometimes be, like, I feel like he's like, oh, it's one of Bruce Willis's best performances.
like
but
that,
I'm
yeah.
like, no, it's actually an amazing performance because he talks to himself, but he does it in such a way that it just feels like, I'm like, yeah, that's actually how you would
No,
talk to
yeah,
yourself.
He does.
Exactly.
He does. There's some deliveries he has that are amazing.
Because a
And
lot
then
of
that-
it's one-liners, but you're like, he sells
But he's
it
got it.
beautifully.
Totally does.
One
Totally
thing
does.
that I always love on the opposite end of that
Me too,
for Willis's performances is the one scene where him and Holly have together.
Yeah.
And he's in the bathroom talking to
Yeah.
her. And she's like, it's good to see you. And that genuine smile he gets on his
Yeah.
face and he
Yeah.
goes, you too. Like,
Yeah,
it's just like,
yeah.
it connects, that instantly connects them through their little argument and
Yeah.
throughout the rest of the movie is just that one tiny interaction.
Yeah.
He's
it's just like
incredible.
that.
He carries it obviously. He's effortlessly cool, or seemingly effortlessly cool.
But it's human.
But it is human.
Like when that glass is shattering all around him, and then he just goes, "Jesus Christ!"
Yeah. Even stuff where he
so
goes,
real.
even stuff like where he like he does it earlier too. But these laughs that he gets, he goes, they're just great. You know,
When
he's
he
like,
is picking
Hans, what are you
glass out
freaking
of-
doing? It's
when
just-
he's picking glass out of his feet,
yes.
and then he's like,
fantastic.
and he finds out that Reginald VelJohnson shot a kid, and just the look on his face. But as he's acting, he's like, he says so many funny things, but he's pulling glass out, so it's just like and it's just a great.
It's incredible.
It's maybe might be my favorite scene.
Just
in terms of like the performance of it.
Well, and then of course there's the home run. I mean, to me that whole like tell her. I know she heard me say I love you 1,000 times. You never heard me say I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that whole thing. I mean, that is not. I mean, in the hands of another actor or another whatever on another day, whatever. That is just the like. And here's the part where the obligatory we care about the whatever.
Right.
This truly. I go, oh, no. This is a real film. This is a real person. That is, he absolutely knocks that 50,000 feet out of the park.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. It totally touches me. One thing, the Al backstory. I love the part where they meet at the end, and I'm like, it's like a romance. I'm like, these
Get
dudes,
together!
and I'm just like, yeah, man.
And
Later,
again,
Holly.
and it's so I would say it's such a small moment, but Al does have like a gun thing. But it's I feel like now there'd be like cut to them at a coffee shop later or something.
Yeah.
Can we talk about
really
the gun
making
thing?
out hard? Go ahead.
Can we talk about the gun thing, like Al's redemption moment?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's the
I love the way
one
he
thing
plays
in this
it,
like
too.
flawless movie where I'm like, how does this happen? Because and I'm just genuinely asking. I mean, he got hung.
But he's
he's a big Nordic guy.
yeah.
But he got hung, and then he emerges from
dramatic.
a body bag with the gun in his hand.
Is he in a body bag?
I guess they don't specifically show like is he in one
He kind of
the
appears on the bottom of the
Well,
bag, but he has got the gun.
And
And must have been hanging there for at least an hour. I mean, he was there for a while.
No,
He probably he ran away.
He gets hung.
Yeah.
Willis goes upstairs. The people run downstairs, and we
could've-
see him. That 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll buy it.
Yeah.
This is one I'm not going to criticize
Yeah.
because I want this to just be a completely flawless.
Well, and also, but when he hangs and Willis reloads the gun, I'm like 40%. I'm like 90% sure he's just gonna go blam blam and just finish the job. And
No,
he
I
does
love
it.
how desperate he is at the
Yeah.
end. Like he's just
He
like
just goes, I'm saving bullets. Here's the thing. Now I love Bruce Willis in this. I love Bruce Willis in this. There's not a better Bruce Willis performance, and he's given some good ones and some truly memorable ones. The opening 10, 12 minutes, though, there's nothing more smug on the face of the earth than Bruce Willis in the opening 12 minutes of Die Hard. There's literally, so say anything say anything to me. Okay, what are you going to say?
He's like, curl your toes.
Curl your toes, huh? Okay. No, say
But the
anything.
way he says it, he goes,
All right.
okay.
Yeah. Okay, so it'll be like, you'll be like, say, hey, John McClane, I'm here to see you.
Hey, John McClane, I'm here to see you.
Hi. What's your name?
Frank.
Frank, huh? Now say anything else.
Butts.
But, like I said, you're very fast, Frank. It's just like there is not. He gives every single line for 12 minutes the same way, and I just go, you're an asshole.
But I think,
it's his disdain for California.
And they're selling it hard.
Yeah.
I think it's his
California.
disdain, and I think he's using it to mask maybe some nervousness because he's got to go see his wife. I'm serious.
Okay.
Like, I'm not like I think it's a calculated move for his performance because it disappears once things start to go wrong and then desperation takes its place.
It definitely does. That's why I say it to me the reason I don't like
He lets it down
buy
with
into
Holly, honestly.
He does, and the reason I don't buy into it whole hog, that's a saying, is that it. I'm not saying it's unrealistic. It is. It is just what people do in real life, and I don't like when people do it in real life because it betrays.
Well, I just loved it because it did feel like the way that if a guy was talking to me on the airplane, the way it opens in the movie, and then he's like looking at how nervous I am, and then not only calling me out on, but wanting to talk about it and give me advice, I thought he acted very nicely about it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Real quick, someone pointed out in the
by her.
How stressful they just up a couple. The going down the vent. This
Oh,
guy,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
When he's lowering himself with the strap.
Oh,
and
it's
the machine
amazing.
gun. Yeah, that.
and
Every time I
he's
watch
here.
it, every time I
I
watch
love
it,
it, yeah.
just like those close-ups of the strap going through.
And he's disappearing, and his eyes go.
Yeah.
His eyes just get so wide. It's great. I mean, we haven't really. I mean,
And did you know the fall in the shaft
is a real, yeah.
That's a real fall that then the editor came in because they were watching dailies
So
and the editor
incredible.
like jumped out of his seat and he was like, "What happened there?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Let's rewrite this to make this work because that wasn't the plan for
Yeah.
that scene." And so it's just interesting how
Because it's a horrifying. You
how
just go,
everything
that guy,
has to come together to make all these little bits and pieces happen. Sometimes it's just random strokes of luck where like that stunt guy actually he fell, and they said in the original take like he just keeps falling because I guess
because he died.
that's a painting.
I hope
it's
not.
not even a
Right,
mat. It's
right.
a real painting
Yeah.
they used that filled out the shaft to make it look like it went forever.
Oh,
but
that's
he was
awesome.
still like 15 feet up or whatever. Yeah.
That's incredible. Yeah, sorry. Definitely interested about seeing Holly. Yeah, there's mixed history. Holly, what are you doing? That's my Bruce
I
Willis
just love
impression.
that. Oh yeah, just at the end, Hans.
Yeah.
But when she sees him at the end, and he's beautifully like silhouetted, and then he comes out, it's real
man.
westerny,
Yeah.
and she goes, "Oh my god!" And he just looks like a broken shell.
Yeah.
I get goosebumps
Yeah.
every single time that happens because the look on her face, which to her credit, she doesn't get a lot to do much, but
She does.
She does a lot with what
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
given.
Absolutely. I mean, and and to me, like, I mean, she nails those scenes with John,
Yeah.
but I love her scene with Hans.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no.
It's so great.
I love. Someone was just talking about.
Takagi picked his people wisely. Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
No, a friend. She went to this tea party with a bunch of girls, and they were doing like female movie characters, marry, fuck, kill, or whatever, and. Holly McClane came up and they're doing pros and cons on her. And
Good luck, kill.
They're like, well, her pro is she doesn't negotiate with terrorists.
That's awesome. So aggravated with John McClane when the terrorists don't have shoes going to fit his feet. You hear that, terrorists? Get bigger feet. Oh, yeah, right. All the terrorists in the world, I got to kill them all. Just feet smaller than my sister. Yeah. I'm slowly turning into Brando. I don't know what I'm doing.
It's a great line because
So
it
many great
informs.
lines.
It means okay, cool. It kind of sets up as like that all of them are gonna have smaller feet because they're European. So it sets that up and like gives him a real justification for not having to have shoes. It's just the efficiency in how they get away with everything
Yes.
in terms of storytelling and justifying everything with just these little lines of dialogue and little moments of humor, but it all serves and like nothing is wasted in this movie.
No.
It's always everything. Again, it's most things are doing two things at once.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
It's funny because watching it, on a repeat viewing, I realize it's going, but I go, oh, but that's so organic and neat that it's great because I get to admire it, but then also not be taken out of the story. It's amazing. I just go, oh, McTiernan got on the writer. The writer, really. Both. I love that. Sorry, were you going to say something?
No. I was just agreeing.
Or when the guy comes down, the older Swedish guy. Where are they from?
Germany, but not really.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
And then there's the guy who looks like he's like Asian. He's like has the long hair. He looks. Yeah.
Oh, that's a guy. He's like in every. He was in.
Yeah,
like,
I
he's
know.
In a bunch of movies.
Yeah.
But he's in this very European gang
Is he in
of people.
Kickboxer? Or like Hot Shots Part 2?
Yeah, he might be in Hot Shots.
I think in the
he's-
Kickboxer scene.
Yes, in the Kickboxer spoof. I bet that
Yeah.
is. I think that is. Yeah.
But I love when the blonde guy comes down after his brother's been killed, and he's just like he's throwing a tantrum and like
Yeah.
upending tables, and Holly's just like she's like
Yeah.
He's
What
alive.
does she say?
He's like he's
alive.
alive. What?
He's good. What?
How do you know? She's like only John can make someone that mad. I was like, that's so great.
And the thing is, like, and it's a great line that like helps, like, moves into the next scene or gives us information.
It
It's just
makes their
great. It's
Well, again, because
that added to their relationship
Yes.
so
Yeah,
much without
yeah.
them ever
And-
being in the same.
I know,
room.
and again, that's the thing is you're constantly like remembering. Oh yeah, this is what he's fighting.
Yes.
for.
Yeah,
and
it's a
then she's
heartwarming
fighting
line.
too.
Yeah.
It is.
And,
It
like,
really
yeah.
is.
and it's so great, and yes, absolutely. They establish that relationship so well and so quickly, and the
Again,
movie just gets,
it is. So
it gets
phenomenal.
going. It is.
It
It's
really is.
And again, like I guess I was watching it last night, just getting annoyed at every movie
Yeah.
Every movie tries to do this shit, but they do it and fail
Yeah.
because again they're doing it so blatantly.
It's telegraphed. Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's not organic. It's just very just like, oh, well, this is what Die Hard did, so let's do it.
And it's that, but it's like this was such a once in a lifetime thing because it was the script and how economical and how efficient the storytelling was, but it wouldn't have been what it is if it weren't for McTiernan.
No.
Like
Absolutely.
McTiernan had to do it with that script or else it wouldn't be the same. Like because there's so much that he does visually to get that strips it down to the bone in terms of the storytelling that a lesser filmmaker just wouldn't do.
Absolutely. I have to say my favorite parts of movies are when something accidentally happens, but it's so good and real, it adds so much to them. Yes, absolutely. In reaction to the director dropped Alan Rickman on a safety up too soon, so his reactions, which as an actor,
great.
sometimes you hear actors be like, oh, it's cool, and other times you're like, well, I don't like to be manipulated like that. The one time, he dropped him without knowing. Like that's
super slow.
That is and just be like, because I don't trust your performance. I mean, not really, but like, and then he just drops him so that he thought because I think there was a video or something I was listening about this too, and somebody made a good point that it's like, not only was he like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. Rickman very well might have thought that something went wrong, and that he was about to die.
But it is so like to this day is that rear projection?
No, it's like it's a 40-foot drop, but then it's...
Well, I mean, I don't
dropped
know
them
what
40
it's something
feet.
like that.
Because
but they might have matte
to
painted
this
in.
day, it holds up.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
well, I mean,
all the
lights-
effects in
fall.
this.
It's the
lights.
best fall ever. One of them. I mean,
there's lights flickering at the bottom, so I think it'd have to be rear or because it can't be a matte. There's lights going.
Yeah,
on.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like a matte
I
painting.
went back and I watched it again. And I was like, I don't see any cutout like bad matting or anything like that. And it's just the way the way they lit him as he falls down.
The
it just
music
works.
cue
It's
at that
totally
moment.
realistically.
and we're jumping all over the place, but since
I thought we should just have the movie on so we can talk in
oh,
chronological
man.
order.
Yeah.
But since we're talking about that, I mean, and it's like it's such a. It's got so many beautiful and this comes back. Nothing is wasted. The Rolex. The Rolex is what kills him. It's so beautiful. I love it so much. And he just goes clap. Oh my gosh.
Man.
The Rolex. It's just the final they've done everything. Everything. Oh my gosh. Got metal in my leg and the airport detectors always get it. The looks are priceless. Oh yeah. In Die Hard 2, he falls supports his entire weight with his fingertips, which whatever. Sure. All right. Yeah, that's true. That used to be my favorite line. Oh, John, what the fuck are you doing? Like the rapid. I love that so much. But there's so many. Oh my gosh, there's so many great lines. No fucking shit, lady. Do I sound like I order a pizza?
Yeah.
I just lost. And then
I love the way Reginald Vel Johnson. He's just like, they're turning my car into Swiss cheese.
I love that. I love just the conception of it that he just drives. He's just so freaked out that he drives off a ledge.
I know.
I love it.
He
drives for like a minute and a half.
Again, and that's the
know.
thing where like in modern action movies, everyone's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
And again, like this whole movie is
and
about
he's not like a
deflating
comic
the
relief
action.
character.
No,
He's just a human being.
Yeah, and again, it makes it that much more terrifying.
Absolutely.
But yeah, he doesn't drive away in a cool. He doesn't spin the car around and start going the other direction smoothly. He just drives until he fucking finds cover, accidentally.
Do you guys have a favorite?
Christmas hasn't been mentioned.
I
once
have
so
a
far,
favorite
like
line
Christmas
from the
is-
do you have a single favorite line
Babe.
in the entire movie?
Oh gosh, I mean,
I can. Mine is like without question when the two Johnsons are flying.
Yeah.
It's like just like Saigon, hey, boy. And he's like, I was in junior high, dickhead.
and that's the thing is,
And
that,
it's this. He hears it and he's just like. Because they're so the way they perform it, they're like, oh, they've been partners for a while.
I love
he's just like, I was in junior high, dickhead.
That's what I said to my wife when we were watching it the other night. I was just like, every fucking character is like, even if they don't have a line, they're iconic.
Absolutely.
They're so well defined.
I guess we're gonna need some more FBI.
Yes,
guys.
I love the
And then
principle.
even the fucking the clerk at when the cop is getting the donuts, like even the clerk.
Oh, he's great. I was gonna talk about him. He's so good. He's like,
every character is so
my wife,
like
she's pregnant.
And again, like 12 terrorists, you get them so fast.
Well,
you
and
identify them.
I mean, and what I don't know, I guess I'm blanking on action movies before Die Hard, but it's just such a thing that every single one of the criminals is as likable and fun to watch as John McClane. Like,
Because I love when
by far, like I mean, or not by far, just
I love when
not even the contest, it's absolutely-
to that end, like when the FBI, well, yeah, there's the cops or whatever are storming the building and the terrorists are setting up in the lobby, and that one guy, he gets all set up, he has his machine gun out, then he looks down and sees the candy in his and starts eating it.
And it's so great because it holds.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
he's
yeah.
sitting there and it's not like an immediate joke. He just kind of just like down, and the music is going bam bam.
Yeah.
It just gives you
Just like these
one of my
such
favorite
human moments.
when they're
like-
going towards the lobby and that one SWAT guy gets caught in
Yeah.
the bushes.
I laughed so
I
hard.
laugh so hard every single time because it's such
it's
an
a
honest.
flower.
He's like,
Yeah.
Well, again, I mean, the whole thing.
I almost wonder if it was an outtake and it's like we got to cook.
I mean,
I feel like
it
it's
works
pointed-
toward.
yeah.
They paint all those people like
yeah.
from the
like, you
commissioner,
macho
or the,
assholes.
the,
Yeah.
the head guy, and the FBI guys and the SWAT as such incompetent assholes.
Yeah.
And it is caricature, but it just works in opposition to everything else that's happening, and it's
Absolutely.
handled so well. And like the guy who plays the captain is
great.
so fantastic.
It's great. I mean,
He's
it's like an intent. It's a wonderfully comedic, not comedic performance.
yeah.
And that dude, that
I just ready to eat some more.
I love that because there's a huge flower that is the thing
Yeah.
that he pricks
Yeah.
himself on.
Yeah.
And he just I think like pretty close to that before that he goes, "You stupid macho assholes."
Yeah.
And
Well,
it's,
again,
it's making fun of that.
And that's what I was going to say.
Yeah. And they're
It's
like,
almost, again,
"Blum, blum."
similar in Predator,
Yeah,
where it's
exactly.
kind of demasculating
Yeah.
the hyper-masculine.
Yeah. And he goes, and I love when because it's so great. The movie is so great because there are other movies there are a few movies like this. A well done heist movie is like this, where they keep you like they tell you know what's going on. A couple characters know what's going on, and then a couple other characters who are not stupid don't know what's going on. Like, you are ahead of these other characters, and it's so satisfying because you see them go like, all right, we're going in, blah, 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 and it's just like, and then, I keep calling him the principal from Breakfast Club. From Breakfast Club. He just goes, kick ass. And you're just like, and you go, you idiot. But I'm only allowed to say you idiot because the movie's shown me all this stuff, and I go, you're an idiot. In any other movie, that's a badass line.
Yeah.
I love that.
I was thinking
that
about
so
last
much.
night, like
Mr.
how
Mr. Cowboy.
I think Die Hard
Welcome
and,
to the party, pal. Yeah.
and T2 are my two favorite action movies of all time, and how they both have wonderful SWAT sequences that take place in nighttime blue lit lobbies.
And Terminator 2
and they
has
get
the-
utterly destroyed.
Yeah.
I love the
That sound
the
effect.
sound effect of
No,
oh.
whenever I play, whenever I play Battlefield game, I just always have the grenade launcher because of that sound.
Yeah.
I usually
Yeah.
get it right.
that's
I'm just
amazing.
like, oh, that's my
But-
favorite sound.
And I so Terminator 2 T2 is the other one that when I go like Die Hard is the best pure action movie. T2 I go T2 and I go, but to me it's a sci-fi. It's a different. It's not a pure action movie.
It's
I mean,
unfair
it's
because I think they're
amazing.
both completely
Totally.
equal. I think if I'm
just trying to
I
not
would
get
probably
them to
go with
compete.
honestly T2 just because I just like
it's
sci-fi.
a bigger scale.
Yeah. When he does this at the end, it shatters
Yeah. Oh,
me
me
every
too.
time. Like I love it. But I love Die Hard's just amazing.
Well, I'm
It's
not.
amazing.
Well, I'm saying I categorize it separately.
Me too.
Because
It's
I don't
probably
want
the
them
only
to
fair way-
compete.
Yeah,
I
right.
do not want them to compete.
So I make 1,000 categories for all my favorite movies, so they don't have to compete with each other.
And they shouldn't have to because they're both amazing. Like they both really are. Yeah.
I love. I'm gonna just look up all the lines because I just started typing down lines. But I love.
I forgot how quotable it is.
It's so quotable.
Like I said, every shot is immaculate. Every line is so quotable.
One of my favorite lines is that I didn't remember is when Hans. I guess how great is Alan Rickman? He's so amazing. He comes out and he goes, well, Mr. Takagi was unfortunately something, so he will not be joining us for the rest of his life. Let's go.
Let's
go. Oh my God.
The rest
of his life.
And
he just rolls.
And that's one where I mean it's a really well written line, but it's Rickman's.
Oh, he sells it.
You just go, oh gosh.
Yeah.
That took it from a 10 to a 14. So amazing. One of my favorite lines is no more table. Yeah. No more table. What does he say? Tough guy or buddy?
Yeah.
No more
like
table,
that.
pal, buddy.
And then, then he goes.
Yeah.
Next time you have a chance.
hesitate.
Next time you have a chance to kill someone, don't hesitate.
And he goes, glug, and then back to
then-
Smug
and then
Willis, and he
one-
goes,
yeah.
thanks for the advice. Yeah.
Who's the cocky lawyer asshole?
Ellis?
Ellis.
Oh.
Ellis has
here-
has the best intro to meet, like it is such a I'm just like, you are
He's
a
amazing.
complete cocksucker.
But he's great.
When he meets Holly's wife,
Or Holly's
the first thing he after doing drugs and then Bruce Willis calling him on he immediately turns around. He's just like, show him the watch.
Yeah.
Show him the watch.
Again, think about the efficiency.
absolutely.
Like, again, every character, within seconds of them even being on screen, you understand them.
Totally.
Yeah.
Like,
No, and their relationship, it
Staggering.
immediately goes.
Yes.
This is how, because you go, okay, he likes Holly, boom, boom. How is he going to be with?
Yeah.
And then you're right. In a line, you get what other movies would go like. Hey, I heard a lot about you. You seem like a nice guy, Bubby. Let me show you some cool stuff that I got over here. No, he just goes
it's
show him the watch.
hilarious.
She's ours now.
My favorite is, I love Holly's response to John being like,
that guy.
he's got his eye on you,
Yeah.
and then Holly goes, I got his eye on, I got my eye on his corner office.
What a great character line there.
Yeah,
It's great.
equals her completely.
Totally, it's amazing.
God.
And Ellis has a great line that I didn't like. It caught me by surprise.
Hans Bulby.
Yo, that's great. But then he goes, it's such a weird deal. The sirens are coming, and he turns and he goes, huh, never thought I'd be happy to hear that. Which just, you go like, oh yeah, because he does tons of drugs.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
I just love when he's just like, come on, John, they're gonna kill me.
And then
Like he's ad-libbing and he's like, do you like where I'm taking this?
The thing is, it's such a, it's so tricky though to be that guy, because it's interesting. This is an interesting thing that I wanted to talk about, because Ellis, I've never seen him in any other movie that I can think of. I don't know. I know
so
him
good
as
at it,
Ellis,
yeah.
and you go, and everyone's like, "Oh, fuck Ellis!" Like,
He's so great at
there was an Ain't It Cool News thing when they announced that they were gonna make the fourth Die Hard PG-13. Whoever, I can't remember the writer, but he was like writing specifically to Fox, and he was like, Fox, don't be Ellis. Don't be Ellis. Don't do this. Don't
Yeah.
screw it up. Don't be Ellis. And it's like, and Ellis is like, oh gosh, he's like, oh, I hate that guy. But if he was an established actor before, that'd be great. But now he's only known as Ellis. Now, there are a couple other actors. There's at least one other actor, and he's in this movie, William Atherton, who he's the reporter.
Oh, yeah.
Who is Peck from Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
And he gets for the rest of his life gets egged, they're like, fuck you, man.
I know.
People can separate actors from most of the time.
The most modern actor that happened to is Joffrey from Game of Thrones. That's kind of sad because he's a kid, but he's talked about it. He's like, yeah, everyone fucking hates me when I walk down the street.
Like, I just did my job, man.
Yeah.
Humans are so stupid.
But Atherton
that's
plays
so
a douche.
dumb.
I know.
It is
Yeah.
stupid.
It's just like
Human being.
I mean, the proper response is, oh man, you're amazing in that movie.
Yeah.
I love you.
Yeah.
I hate you, but I
Yeah.
love you.
I love to
You're
hate
so
you.
good at being
I
a bad
love
guy.
to hate
Yeah.
you. Like that.
Thank you for giving me such enjoyment to ridicule you all. Yeah.
Because
That's my other line. Jesus Christ, pal, he could be a fucking bartender.
Yeah. Wait.
That's when when he's
yeah,
telling
yeah,
the
yeah,
chief
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, he's killed.
Is that guy you're talking to?
Yeah.
Because he's
He
like,
could be a
because
fucking
he knows
bartender.
the ID. He's like, he could spot a fake ID, and even I go, well, that's kind of dumb, but not like of him to say. He has many good reasons to think he's a cop, but I'm like,
But again, the bartender line, again,
it's great.
It's
You just
going
destroyed
off
a building.
It's going off the fake ID thing. It's not. He didn't just pick a random profession for a joke.
Absolutely.
Again, everything has a reason.
Absolutely, yeah.
Set up, payoff. It's just doing that at 1,000 miles an hour.
Arthur Reeves
it's doing
and Batman
that
Master
with
of
just
Fantasy.
camera shots. Like, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
the way they use the anamorphic frame. Like, it's interesting because Jan de Bont, who directed Speed,
Yes.
but was the DP for Die Hard.
And Verhoeven's DP, which I started watching.
He's a
and I
very
was like-
famous DP.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my gosh, it feels like RoboCop, and because it's Jan de Bont. Sorry, go ahead.
And he uses there's a ton of lens flares and stuff,
Yes!
but
Which is so great.
They use the anamorphic frame in such a wonderful way, and they talked about it a little bit on the commentary. How
What's a DP? A DP is
Director
the
of Photography.
Director of photography.
Sorry, yeah,
the
director
guy
of
in
the
charge of the
cinematographer.
lighting, camera,
and the camera and
Guys
all
in
that.
charge of the camera department.
And double penetration, right?
Yeah, that's
But
Absolutely.
they talked about how Jan really brought a distinct European sensibility to, along with McTiernan, it was like a partnership, but how they brought a very distinctive European sensibility to not only the camera movement, but the editing as well, and how that really affected how action movies were made.
Absolutely.
After that.
If you watch anything by Michael Bay, which and like that whole era, which if Michael Bay is praised for anything, and I'm like their movies. I like The Rock. I like Armageddon. I like
those first fan.
And but those movies, I mean, are just direct descendants of this. Like, if he's praised for anything, he's praised usually for his visuals. And it looks like this. I mean, like, not to...
It looks like this, but what
Right.
separates McTiernan from someone like Michael Bay is the fact that I like Michael Bay,
Me too,
and
sure.
I think what he does very well.
Yes.
But I think McTiernan has like just this higher intellectual thinking about what he's trying to make, even if he's just making action movies.
Oh, sure.
And
yeah.
he thinks about things very musically in terms of camera movement and editing and things like that. And he rarely shoots with multiple cameras.
Yeah.
Unless it's a big
everything
explosion
is
scene.
so, yeah.
Unless it's a scene where he has to for economic reasons, like because
gonna blow
budgetary
something
wise,
up,
I'm going to blow something
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah.
He only shoots with one camera because he knows how he wants everything to piece together in the edit. So he's doing things where he doesn't want to just get a bunch of coverage like I feel like Michael Bay does a lot of the time and then figure it out in post. He's like, no, I want to start here.
Yeah.
This is frame 1.
Yeah.
But we're not going to cut. We're going to go through this whole
wonder, yeah.
thing and we're going to end on frame 2 over here. And it's usually with pans or dolly moves or things like that.
There's such a great one right at the beginning, and it's not for no reason, but it's just like, it didn't have to be anywhere near this good. And I didn't even notice it until I scooted back and watched it again. But it's the reveal of Takaga, the CEO. He walks out, and then it goes over his shoulder, and he's like, "Ladies and gentlemen," and you think it's on his shoulder and focusing on there, but it's really kind of focusing on the elevator doors, which open. Bonnie Bedelia, right? Holly walks out, walks through the crowd, and you think we're panning to watch him or the crowd. We're panning with her. She's not even looking at the camera, and she just walks up, out, and up the hallway, and we follow her, and you don't even realize
I noticed
it.
that.
And
It's great.
It's so amazing, and I go, gosh, that's wasted on like.
You wouldn't do that today.
No, it's wasted on me the first time. Like I just watched it and then went back. I don't know if I started to notice it, and I was like, wait, that's Holly, and went back and I was like, oh, they follow her the entire time, but they make it look like they're following the crowd. It's incredible.
Well, again, at the
really
beginning of
amazing.
the movie, every
What's
shot
up, honey?
is usually starts one thing, then
beautiful.
goes into something else.
Yeah.
I mean, Jan de Bont, dude, he's Verhoeven's CP. He's amazing. We're gonna
He
do
doesn't
some...
get enough credit as a director either, because like
Twister
and Speed.
Speed.
Like I mean,
Speed is great.
It is. He took
Speed
the
is like,
best. He took. You could tell how much McTiernan influenced him, because when you look at Speed specifically, like
It's
it is Die Hard on a Bus, but he does it
it's so great.
so damn well.
It's so great. It's Die Hard on a Bus in so many ways, in the sense that it is as thoroughly entertaining and funny and charming as Die Hard. Like it
when they're flying on that little thing and he takes her with him under the bus, and then they fall into those little little weed on the airport, and then they start kissing and stuff. It's a great emotional moment. Yeah, it's great. And then that music.
It's great.
We'll have to do Speed at some point.
We're definitely doing Speed. I have this shirt.
man.
I actually like, honestly, Speed. If you ask me what my before I saw Die Hard again, I don't know if I'd ever be like Die Hard. They were right here, and now I'm kind of like.
I watched Speed more in the 90s.
I love Speed.
Yeah.
Speed,
Yeah,
and
Speed
and
was
that's what
one
I'm
of my
saying.
VHSs.
Like Die Hard, I think gave birth to the 90s action renaissance, because it's late 80s,
Well, it did.
and everyone was like, oh, we can do it like that.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, I mean, Steven Seagal owes his entire career
Well,
to Die
because
Hard.
again, like the 80s was Stallone and Schwarzenegger and the big macho guys,
Yeah.
one man armying,
Yeah.
and then this movie came along and was like, here's the everyman
Yeah.
in these situations, and so that's what turned. There's so many of them.
And then they're like, Under Siege is just Die Hard on a boat.
Yeah, man.
We're definitely doing Speed.
Die
is the
Hard on
quote.
a bus and everything.
Yeah.
And now they're trying to do it again. Die Hard in a White House.
And now they're doing Die Hard in a tall building, and you're like, well, that's just Die Hard.
and
They're
now they're
like,
going
yeah,
Die
we're-
Hard, but it's
we're
not
gonna
Die
call it-
Hard.
We're gonna call it Skyscraper. And
So
it's
like,
fine.
oh,
That's
that movie.
crazy.
I had this. I wanted to make a movie, like going to be in the future. I told you this pitch maybe.
Yeah, I think it's a joke.
I had this movie I wanted to make some point down the line that is a filmmaker. He's going around Hollywood. He's getting really frustrated. His pitches aren't working, and then at the end of one last meeting, he just goes, "I don't know. I have this other idea. It's basically like Die Hard in a building." and the executives light up and they go, make that movie. And so our movie is about this filmmaker having to make Die Hard in an office building.
Without making Die Hard. Yeah, exactly.
And he's like, wait, what? Like, you idiots.
Oh, that's great.
But then they did that for real, and it was the Rock movie, The Skyscraper.
And
Yes,
they did
that's
it
true.
without any irony.
I like that contextless quote. We're definitely doing Speed. 80s. Have you done Demolition Man? Well, Demolition Man is 90. Kind of late in the 90s. Yeah.
No, it's really early actually.
Well, is it 94? I think it's 93.
94 at the latest.
80?
Okay.
Or were you Demolition Man?
Yeah.
I think it's 93.
93.
Okay.
I
So
think.
same year as
I just
Jurassic
watched
Park?
It.
All right.
I would fucking watch Demolition Man again.
Yeah. I guess we're okay. Steven Seagal. Sorry. No, we've been turned up. Yes. Hey guys, we're definitely doing Speed.
What's Wesley Snipes' character?
Simon. No.
Phoenix. Yeah, Simon Phoenix.
Phoenix.
When at the beginning
Simon
when
Phoenix.
Stallone just jumps out of the helicopter and he yells,
What's up, bad
and then he drops like
the ground and does this.
6,000 feet, and
Yeah.
then he just
Gosh.
immediately lands and just goes poop, and he's just like,
God, that movie's awesome. I get I
need
had
to rewatch
talk
that,
Some,
yeah.
I talked some people in the. You met them, the Molly and Nathan and people.
Oh, sure.
They came over and we watched Demolition Man because a handful
Had they
of
not
them-
seen it?
No.
Oh, wow.
And, Nathan had, but
Yeah.
everyone was like, "Holy crap, this movie's fucking awesome!"
It's
I'm
great.
like, "God, man."
Yeah.
Wanna
Taco
get-
Bell is the anyway. Yeah, that's Demolition
fucking
Man.
pearl shells and
Yeah.
I still can't quite figure out
How to use the
how to
seashells.
use the seashells.
Die
It's
Hard
like,
is
do you
just Christmas
scoop your
Pulp
poop
Fiction.
out?
Yeah.
And
No,
then you scrape your butthole with the second shell. What's the third? Because there's 3 seashells.
I think you take-
It's replaced toilet paper.
I think you
This is
take
in Demolition Man.
Yes. I think you take the seashells, go down to a secret shop, and trade a dude for toilet paper. I think that's what happens. Die Hard is just Christmas Pulp Fiction. Yeah, Pulp Fiction is a Christmas movie. Sure. Well, I've said this before, and I don't mean to trash Demolition Man. Total Recall is as dumb as a movie can be, and I will still I love it intensely. And Demolition Man is there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's a great way of describing it.
And I go,
Wow.
but I got to rewatch it because I've only seen it once. I was something
Yeah.
I didn't see as a
No.
kid.
I've watched it multiple times just within the past 2 years because I enjoy watching it, but I wouldn't. I don't know why, but I put Total Recall in a different camp because it's just there's more artistic merit to it. But that doesn't take anything.
It's
Like
ridiculous.
Demolition Man is stupid.
Yeah.
But it's also interesting because
But like it's not.
the premise is great.
Yeah.
And then they do such weirdly,
But again, that's what-
jokey
Yeah.
shit
Oh, no,
with it.
but
the tone is kind of weird.
Yeah,
But-
Taco
but-
Bell. It's fancy now.
I don't know,
And
like,
you're
I guess
alright.
that's what makes it endearing.
Yeah.
We're getting off topic, but
Yeah.
that's what makes it endearing to me.
Oh, I
because-
It's a
agree.
great 90s
It's
satire,
a
yeah.
90s
Yes,
movie.
yeah.
which is great. And so I need to go back and rewatch it because I love 90s. I love 90s.
It's a great movie.
Man,
we're gonna do Cobra at some point too because I can.
See,
just
That's
yeah,
80s,
Cobra
baby.
I haven't seen since I was
Oh, it's
little.
great.
I don't. I think I think Cobra, but I'm thinking Commando. Which apparently this was supposed to be a Commando
He literally looks.
Well,
up
this was
sequel.
supposed to be Stallone, wasn't it?
Well, it's a number of things, but they literally at one point I heard we're going to put John Matrix. They were going to take this book and make it a John Matrix story, like the sequel to Commando.
Oh,
And it was going to be
really?
him and he was saving his daughter or something.
Oh wow.
Because that's what it is in the book, is his daughter.
He wears these stupid aviators, like the
Cobra?
entire movie, even if he's inside in pitch black.
Yeah.
And at one point, there's a guard, and he's like, "You're the disease,
Oh,
and
did you?
I'm the cure."
Are you have a cold? Are you okay? And they're just.
Oh no, I'm gonna do the whole movie like.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Crime is a disease, meet the cure.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
That would have fit the book more. I love, man. I just also the fact that in Commando his name is John Matrix. John Matrix. His name
doesn't
is Matrix.
fit.
No, it's
Like-
not a name.
Yeah.
The thing is, that's the thing is he was like, I'm John Matrix. Blow off some steam, and the guy's like, but he goes, fucking Matrix, like a math term.
Yeah,
Just
it's
because
like
it
a
has an
computer
X in
software.
it.
Yeah.
Just because it's like extreme. Shut up, you
Yeah.
idiot. Anyway, sorry. I'm really.
Okay,
really dumb.
Die Hard.
Back to Die Hard.
Die Hard. The thing that made me mad with Die Hard, fucking Glass. So like, my man, you get you busy, but busy doing the what's up. But like, are you saying what's wrong with? Wait, what about the glass? I just noticed the pic behind you all wowie. Yeah, I'm in his mouth. Matrix. I think it's well, but his name's John Matrix. Like his name is John Matrix. Maybe if it's a code name, that's much better. I lied.
Yeah, that's a
Remember I was
great
going to
one.
kill you first? I lied. Don't mind my friend. He's dead tired. Goodness gracious. Yeah. Man. You could be like, we should play a game one time where it's like, is this a Schwarzenegger one-liner or something I just made up off the top of my head?
Yeah.
And I'd be like, I don't know. I thought it's Die Hard, like a 3-hour movie, but no, it's not. It's like 2. A little over 2.
No, it's
moves
under
like
2. I
Yeah.
believe.
Moves
I think
like a
it's
son
like
of a bitch.
I think it's like 115 minutes.
Yeah.
Mine was 2. Maybe I watched there's like an extended, like,
What?
whatever scene.
And what I love about the movie and why it's great that they made it like is Nakatomi Japanese?
Yeah.
I
know.
it's wonderful how there's just to see when he goes and he sees Mr. Is he Mr. Nakatomi?
It's Takagi.
Takagi,
Yeah.
right? Sorry, yeah.
But no, that makes sense.
But he's about to get killed. They're talking with him in like one of the boardrooms, and he's like, and John McClane's like creeping underneath he's coming into the room and creeping underneath the table, and he's looking kind of spying on him. Just being in that room and seeing it, and how there's just all this Asian cultural stuff on the walls and like dragons and things like that. It's just like it's a fascinating. I'm just so it was such a smart choice because it's very interesting to look at.
Sure, yeah. Only higher than the stream are the wool socks on my feet. Also, all these movies except for Eyes Wide Shit. Did you purposely call it Eyes Wide Shit? Because I really like it.
Why would you do that? Such a good movie.
And it seems to handle racial disparity well, which is why Die Hard with a Vengeance starts. Seems kind of weird. Yeah, that's an interesting. But
Now, do you guys like the
I like the second
two
one.
of the
I like the second one
I don't
better
really
than the
count.
third one.
Yeah, the second one.
The third one is so different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
Just
watch the second one very often.
I love it.
I would watch again, and actually, I hadn't seen With a Vengeance for like probably I just showed that one to my wife, and she'd never seen it before. So yeah, that was I guess I hadn't watched that one in probably like 15 years.
I think I like Vengeance better, but I've seen.
I know Vengeance.
I've
I
seen,
hands down like better.
but I've seen Die Hard 2 more.
No,
It's got Sadler, baby.
And
no,
it's,
I guess I watched Die Hard 3 a lot when it came out.
I'm less of. I've only seen Die Hard with a Vengeance once, but I am less of a fan. I'm more of a fan of 2.
I think I could say that Vengeance is the better movie, but I think I like 2 more.
It feels more like Die
Flawed
Hard.
as shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying that it's not.
I
get kind of bored with it.
Samuel Jackson and Jeremy Irons. It's just like I don't know. The movie's
Jeremy
fucking
Irons.
awesome.
Sure.
It's something
They
about
have
the
a thing
winter
for making
atmosphere
British people pretend to be German. Yeah.
in the airport and Sipowicz.
Yeah.
And it's kind of once they
Sipowicz.
move away and they go to like the church. Camp where the terrorists are located.
Oh, yeah,
they start
vaguely know,
shifting
yeah.
away kind of from the airport and then it goes to the runway. But that first hour is really great.
Okay.
Die Hard with a Vengeance is more parts you don't like, but more parts you do like, compared to Die Hard 2, which is like, okay, sure, more of this. Sure, yeah.
Yeah, again, I guess that's what I like about Die Hard with a Vengeance is it's it's trying to get away from this formula because again it's just like everyone had done this formula at that point.
Sure.
Yeah.
And it did something.
And it was a different script and everything.
It just,
like
it just feels. I don't know. It just feels different to be like. Well, it's fine.
Do you guys even count the fourth and fifth ones?
What?
I didn't mind the fourth. I enjoyed the fourth one. I thought it was fun. It was fine. I enjoyed it.
I find anything that Lynn Wiseman touches, I'm just like, this has no soul to it whatsoever.
Sure. Except Kate Beckinsale.
No.
She has no soul.
I mean,
Oh man, I didn't mean to walk you into that.
I don't enjoy her in those underworld movies.
Oh, no, I'm just
I
saying
don't
as a
like
human
those
being.
underworld movies. And as a human
Sure.
being and as his wife, no.
Kevin Smith is in the fourth one.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, he's the
I know
hacker.
you
right.
didn't because
No,
he's
yeah.
not good in it. He's as good as he was in Daredevil.
He's in Daredevil. Boy, I don't remember this. I love those lens flares. Here, let me go down the. I'm gonna go down the thing. There's. Oh man, there's a line that like didn't make me laugh, but I just go, oh, that's such a like 80s 90s line where he's in the thing. He's in the grade, and he goes, now I know what a TV dinner feels like. I go, oh, that is so of its time.
Yeah.
That was such a thing. That was like a Ninja Turtle joke.
Yeah.
You're like,
Oh,
now I
totally.
know what it feels. Now I know what a pizza roll feels like, dude. And like, it's just like, oh my gosh. Anytime they got into a tight space, it's just so great. Yeah. Okay, I'll just have to. Oh man, I love these are such. I wrote down such minuscule, tiny things, but I love how.
I almost was gonna write down any time there was Christmas things in
Yeah.
every single shot.
Sure, yeah. I mean,
but I didn't.
You wouldn't go through too many. You like a half a sheet of paper is all you need. So
Here's the thing. Okay, I guess we're gonna start segmenting.
no.
Because here's the thing. I was keeping an eye out and an ear out for it the entire time, and I was like, "Oh, there's way more Christmas stuff in this than I thought."
Yeah, I know. I was blown away.
Just like when I started it, because I was like, I'm gonna pay attention to make sure I can justify my arguments.
Right, me too.
And I was just like, oh, there's a shitload.
I mean, there's not a shitload, but there is a fair amount.
But we've
more,
been there.
More than I thought. Far more than I thought. And here's the thing.
But you're gonna double down.
I'm not
saying
what I'm saying. I'm not gonna. I am not saying anything until we close this stream. I am not concluding until we close
What
this
if
stream.
you switched it up on us? That would
But
be fantastic.
I will say that I watched a couple. I've encountered a couple of arguments, and they did not change my mind at all. That is how much I will. That is all that I will say so far.
Okay.
Let me. So man, there's a scene where where he goes in to check where Val Johnson goes in to check out the building, and he walks up and he goes like, this is so small, but I just love how he walks up and he's like looking around, and in the foreground there's a hand holding machine gun and it's blurry.
Yeah.
And you don't see who it is.
Oh,
you just see,
yeah.
and it's like this is the frame. And the machine gun, there's like a wall here, hand holding machine gun, and you, as any other editor is like, cool, we got that. Now we need to cut to show who's holding that. They don't. They stay on him in a wide. He walks in and he goes, the heck with this, and he just walks out, and I just love it.
It's so
it's
menacing
a great use
without of the anamorphic frame,
and it's
also,
so efficient and it's so great.
In the commentary, like I think it's either the writer or the producer, they're doing dual commentary with McTiernan, and he's speaking during that sequence, and just during that shot, it's completely quiet, and then he goes, any other director would have racked to that gun.
Yeah.
And that's all he said for like 5 minutes. It was the only thing he said. He was like, any other director would have racked to that gun.
But I love that he didn't.
I
love that he didn't, because it's just there. It's so great because you're so focused on him.
Yeah.
That's where it should be. That's who we're like. That's where the peril is. Yeah. I mean, there's like times in the film where the score could be interpreted as Christmas music. There's a lot of Christmas music as score.
Yeah.
Orchestral score, not the obvious songs.
Like the bells, the jingle bells are like a recurring theme.
Just when the title card comes up in the airport. Yeah, and there's the little jingle bells in there. It's
that comes back again when he's at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, honey, good call. Yeah, I know you're joking about the rack that guy, but rack focus means when something is out of focus and you basically turn the focus ring on the camera and it brings it into focus.
When focus shifts in frame to something that's in the foreground or in the background.
See, the camera went to my knuckles.
Yeah.
And then it was the camera's
But
not the best,
you've seen it in a movie where it's like someone is someone's like talking, you're focused on this person's face, and someone holds something up and it's blurry and it racks to that, and this becomes in focus and this becomes blurry, sorry about your face, and then it goes back to him. Do you know what I'm saying? Change focus. When you rack focus to something. Yeah.
And in that shot they don't, but you can still see the blurry outline of a gun. And like they don't even, it doesn't even fill up a third of the frame.
No.
It's like right on the edge.
But it's
like in that pan and scan on VHS, I probably never even noticed.
I know there's
that.
so many things that again, like growing up in the VHS era, that like it's just like
okay. So when you grew up with
it,
because I grew up on the VHS, so when I saw it for the first, when I moved up to DVD, and it was one of the first ones I bought. It was like watching a completely new movie. Because I mean, especially when it comes to anamorphic frames, like to this day I cannot fathom how that became a thing. Right? It's just strictly because they were
the TVs were square.
They were square.
Lobe fin, that's hilarious.
I love
Kubrick was refused to shoot widescreen after 2001, I think.
Yeah.
Because he was just like, if you're gonna do that with my movies,
Yeah.
then I'll just do my damnedest to get it right, like in frame and shoot 185 or whatever.
I want someone. People are shooting in 4:3 again now. I really want someone to shoot in pan and scan, like do it on, do it on
shoot anamorphic
and then do that.
Do those digital pans. Oh, they're the worst.
I don't. So
I remember. I worked at Hollywood Video in the late '90s, but we the Inside Man, what was that? Russell
Spike Lee?
Crowe. No, Michael Mann.
Oh, The Insider.
The Insider, yeah. He only put out a widescreen version on VHS.
Good for him.
And we
No,
had
we're constantly
so
talking
many
about Alan
people coming in and returning the videos, being like, the whole picture's not there. Like, it was this whole, like, and I was like, well, that's the only thing he released. But yeah.
The whole picture's not there.
Yeah, that was like...
That's infuriating.
Yeah. That was Life in Hollywood Video.
It really
Oh, because it was widescreen. Sorry. I thought you meant because the pan scan. That's
No,
crazy.
yeah.
Well, it's not. Yeah, I don't know. Man, so I don't know if you guys. Do you guys know what pan and scan is? There are two things. Like it's a. You may not even know just because some of you aren't old enough. Pan and scan is when you take widescreen. You guys may know this better, but you take widescreen. Again,
because
shorten
TVs
down the,
weren't always the 16:9.
Right, old
ratio.
TVs are the CRT, the
they're
square.
the squares. So they would make when they would put movies out on
film class,
video or on TV, they would crop them to make them square.
Right.
And here's the thing: it's not that they're just cropping it; they're zooming in so you can fill up the 4x3 frame. So you're taking this image that won't fit on a 4x3,
taking a rectangle, and then you're cutting out the sides.
You're zooming in like this on it, so it fills the frame top and bottom, and you're losing 50% of the image.
And positioning in terms of the whole canvas of the thing, but also the reason they call it pan and scan is sometimes literally. They've digitally taken the thing and they'll pan to a different thing that you're supposed to see in the shot, but it's artificial and it's just the weirdest looking thing
Can you
in
imagine
the world.
Being
It's the
like
weirdest.
a filmmaker in the 80s and
full
having to do that to your film? Because I guess you would oversee it yourself, right?
I doubt a director would want to oversee that.
But I mean,
like why put yourself through that?
Oh my God,
it's gross. You can look up.
I guess on the flip side, you have Aronofsky. He color times his movies for iPhones now. He color timed Noah. But he did a normal one, then he did an iPhone one.
That's interesting. That's crazy.
I mean,
yeah, you can look up. I bet you can look up pan and scan. I'm gonna do it after this. Look up pan and scan examples and just kind of vomit. I remember watching it. Like a lot of movies edited for TV did that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh gosh, it was just crazy. Oh, speaking of edited for TV, can we spend a little bit of time just briefly talking about speaking of quotes, obviously, yippee-ki-yay motherfucker, which for TV was changed to yippee-ki-yay melon farmer or yippee-ki-yay Mr. Falcon.
Oh, that's the one I remember is Mr. Falcon.
Mr. Falcon.
Yeah.
Which makes literally no sense. It's just a phonetic semi-match for motherfucker.
I mean, that's not. Oh no, the best of all time is still Big Lebowski. This is what happens when you find a stranger in the Alps.
Which is hilarious.
Because they gave him that line, right?
Yeah,
they're like, make it this.
Yeah,
they're like, this will be great.
Yeah, and that's
if you're
great.
gonna butcher this, let's go over the top.
Because there is a skill to doing that. Now, because I wanted to ask you basically because of that, because this is maybe the most famous replacement. I wanted to ask you if you had any memorable ones. You said Big Lebowski. I have one.
That's the most famous one I
have one from my childhood that I love, and it's ridiculous. It's from Major League, and it's a climactic moment. There are these two guys, Tom Berenger, not Tom Berenger, sorry, Charlie Sheen, who's the hotshot pitcher, and Corbin Burnson, and he slept with Corbin Burnson's wife, and for a significant portion of the movie, he's thought that Corbin Burnson's going to come kick his ass. And then it's like a climactic moment in the game, and he hasn't talked to Corbin Burnson, and Burnson's out there on the field. This is taking too long to explain, but he's about to pitch like this climactic pitch, and it's going to be, and Burnson goes time, and he comes out, or they call time or something, and Corbin Burnson runs over to talk to the pitcher, like you do in a baseball game sometimes. And Tom Berenger, who's the catcher, who's kind of our eyes, he's like, oh shit, something's going to go down, and he walks over and he goes, let's get something straight, Vaughn. I only got one thing to say to you. This is my best Corbin Burnson impression. He goes, strike this motherfucker out. And it's just great, like, In the TV version, it's not gonna be quite like this. Some of you may know this. It's dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. He runs over. Tom Berenger's like, oh crap. Corbin Burnson walks over and he goes, and it's not even what they replace it with, it's the timing. He goes, let's get one thing straight, Vaughn. I got just one thing to say to you. Strike this guy out. It's the weirdest. Like they just put guy in there and left like at all. Like 2.5 seconds on either side of it. He goes, strike this guy out, and it's like a different voice, and it's just like what? It's just like,
Should we address that his mouth clearly says an F right there? No.
What do you want to say, Mother Falcon guy, Mr. Falcon guy? Do you
We
want to
don't
say
want to look like idiots like those guys. do.
strike this guy out in the Alps? Don't come on. What are we gonna do, guys? It's just
Mother
it's so great.
Falcon too.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
It's Mr. Falcon. Would
Or
you
Mr.
Look
Falcon,
at guy
yeah.
Mr. Falcon, and you go, "But what? Did he
That's just
take leave of his
confusing, yeah.
senses?" It's insane. Ali, I know you know it because I've mentioned that before. I love it. I love it.
Going from Die Hard on TV, you seemed kind of surprised at this, but I thought it was a big deal. I used to play the fuck out of the Die Hard trilogy video game on the PlayStation 1.
Yes. So is that the one where it goes?
Is
it's
it-
different formats for each.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Vengeance is in a taxi.
Yeah. It's like the first Die
own
Hard
that, yeah.
1. Yeah, Die Hard 1 is like a top-down shooter
Yeah,
that
right.
was amazing.
Oh.
Die Hard 2 was a
rail shooter, yeah.
a rail shooter with a light gun.
Yeah.
That I had 2 light guns for just for that game.
Oh my
Oh, wow.
gosh!
And then
Like Hogan's Alley or something?
yeah. And then the third one is a racing game where you have to drive around and hit all sorts of times.
That's amazing.
I always
Yeah.
just played the racing game. I just remember
Well,
it was like
it had my
Do you
favorite.
have,
It had
a,
this
do you have a
whole-
big sandwich board that says N-word all over?
No, it's all
Oh,
in
I
the car.
forgot about that.
My
Oh,
favorite
wow.
thing about the racing one is the Samuel L. Jackson character. When you're driving and you're doing well, he always yells, "Slow down before we go back in time." I just love that line so much. But yeah, the first one, what it blew my mind. They had some of the levels, like they designed set pieces from the movie. The scene with all the models where they shoot Takagi, they shoot like they have all the cool like architectural models that you can
Yeah.
go and like hide behind and everything.
Oh,
you can go into the
yeah.
parking garage and hear Argyle's music playing and
Oh,
stuff.
that's awesome.
It's so
Oh, that
cool.
makes me want to revisit.
Yeah.
I want to
I,
play those immediately. Man, Argyle, I love that. It's just talking about just the way things are shot. I love when they cut to Argyle and he's like rocking out, and through the back window of the limousine you see Reginald Vell Johnson's
Just
car
driving
just go.
by.
Yeah. Oh, I was. Yeah, that's. Oh, I'm glad you brought that up because I was like, I wonder if that was. Oh, like, do you think they must have multiple cameras on that, right? Because it's such a.
Oh,
It's a bold move.
It's a
'cause
heck of a stunt,
It's
yeah.
a heck of a stunt, and then they do a
Yeah,
rack
Madeline.
in it to an actor.
Yeah.
And they're like, what if the actor doesn't nail it? I'm
Yeah.
like, that's a
I
big
mean, I guess
stunt.
I think that insert was probably maybe. I mean, maybe they had a camera outside
Run
too.
DMC.
They must just for safety. Yeah. I'm sorry. Sorry. What were you talking about with the vengeance and race? Did I miss your comment?
the sandwich board. She had said something. Yeah, what did you say earlier? You said something about mentioning race in Die Hard with a Vengeance, which is
I might have
definitely a
missed that
factor.
comment.
Yeah.
Follow up.
Sorry. Oh, right. We're just looking at. That's my favorite. That's your favorite shot, Madeline. That's awesome. Jeremy Irons
guys
handed
have-
out a stutter. It's distracting as all get out.
All right, I also have a pitch for a new Die Hard video game.
Oh, nice. It was great seeing him drink with the teddy bear. Yeah. I love when he looks up and the thing goes, "Shut up."
Yeah.
looking in the rear view for goofy word changes rather than bleeps, but at the same time, I think about someone who only sees the censored one and thinks that's original. That's the original. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. It's like when I tried to be cool and bought rap tapes or CDs and wanted to memorize, because I was like, cool people know the words to rap songs.
Right.
This is me in the 90s. And I bought rap tapes and CDs and tried to
You got
memorize
the
them, but I bought them at
Brian
Walmart where they give you the like edited version.
Yeah.
And I was like,
do they still do that?
I don't know if this
Yeah,
still
because we bought Black Panther soundtrack, the normal one, and then we just got a clean version so we can listen to it with Arthur. So we have 2 versions of the Black Panther
That is
soundtrack.
so. Humans are so weird sometimes.
Yeah.
Things we choose to like. You're
Right.
like, well, no.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to. If you're gonna put this in Walmart, we're gonna have to censor certain words on these albums.
Like
It's
there was
weird.
there was a
Weird thing to do.
there was a I think there was a Debrat tape that was like "Stupid sucker," and I don't anyway. So someone at one point said that and mentioned it, and I was like, oh, mental note. They will not think I'm cool. These humans will not think I'm cool if I memorize the "safe for work" lyrics.
I remember. Well,
I'm-
I remember when I was a kid, and I got some of the explicit lyric ones, but
Definitely Chutarato.
I would sit there at my boombox and if my mom was home, I would just dip the music every time they swore.
Yeah, I think I've done that. My mom.
I'm doing a documentary right now where there's a whole sequence where they actually talk about that subject because they learned on their first album that they were like, we had so many F words and we realized we were getting very restricted radio play for certain songs because and then we were having to do that clean version shit and they were like, and it was terrible.
Yeah, the fastest way to do it is
that's
just
what was
dip the
going
audio,
out,
yeah.
and they were just like, it was awful.
Yeah.
Someone should go through this in Nevada and edit ridiculous replacements for when I swear. Yeah. My mom bought me all the Kids Bop soundtracks when I was little, and yeah, things are very different. Yeah. It's different about when you talk about Takagi's Office and stuff. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She was saying they're a lot more even-handed or kind of like, she might have said woke. No, she didn't say woke. Sort of, they have a better relationship with, or like a more even relationship with race than.
I certainly think that his portrayal, like, was really.
Ben. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Ben Moody.
Sorry, Vapes. I think having a stroke. I don't know.
No, Ben Moody.
It got real dramatic for a second.
Yeah, I was like,
oh no,
honey
did I
asked,
say something wrong about race?
Honey asked who this was. Hey, so I'm not trying to be a dick. I haven't been here for a bit. My man, what's your name on the Lobros left? Yeah, Jeff. Oh, no, yeah, Ben Moody. Ben Moody.
Ben.
He's a director, and he's a good friend. And he's been here before, but it was a long time ago, and we played Broforce, and it was a whole heck of a lot of good time.
I went home. I don't know if they don't know. I went home and bought Broforce.
It's freaking great.
And yeah, I fucking love it. I
love
played through
that
the whole
game.
thing.
It's amazing.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Yeah, who's the guy in the middle? Yeah. Well, I was gonna say it gets difficult, and I go, oh man. But I want to go back and unlock everything.
Yeah, I did that.
So good. Yeah, I know you did. That makes perfect sense.
Wait,
what game are you guys
Everyone's better at video games than I am.
Broforce.
Broforce.
Don't even know.
Oh, my friend. We have to.
I'm still in the epilogue of Red Dead. Like, I can't do video games after this.
This is my pitch. Is like once a month, every other month, we'll do an '80s action movie, and we should play Broforce while we talk about it.
Fair point.
Okay,
That's
that's cool. Is that a thing from the game, or is that just?
No, it's
that's
thing.
That's what bros do.
We just did.
Yeah,
that's
right,
what
right.
we
Cool.
just did. It's great. Yeah, that's a great idea. Well, we are doing. Oh man, you're gonna live here. We're gonna do 80s. At some point, we're gonna do an 80s versus 90s action series.
okay. Interesting.
Yeah,
I like it.
You'll have to
That's
come up
great.
with that.
Yeah.
Ben Moody. Oh my God. No. See, that's why right there.
The ex-singer from Evanescence. Is that why you have the R?
Yes.
I didn't know that was that guy's name because I don't know a lot about Evanescence.
Really?
That's
oh,
why.
I didn't know that. Now they
Man.
use that all the time.
Yeah, I feel like that just like woke me up inside.
Ben, on your next movie, can you put in like a credit track
Ben.
from Evanescence?
That's
Wake me up!
Oh my God.
I feel like I just woke up.
Yeah. So no, about.
I can't wake up.
I guess it was in like 2004 or so. It was kind of like when I first got a fucking email, but like, anyways.
You're getting emails about this?
I had, yeah, back in 2004, 2006.
They're
or
like,
so.
we want to book you, and you're like,
No,
all right,
this
let's
little
go.
girl like wrote me and was like, "Excuse me, but are you the Ben Moody from Evanescence?"
You're like, yes.
And I was like,
Next.
"What is Evan?" I didn't really know what they were, and then it turned into this whole thing, and I was
Is it a
like,
perfume? I don't know.
"Yeah." So no, and the annoying. So I would just be like, "Oh, I'll be Ben Moody because he's music on film," but his fucking music has been used on. Not very much things, but been used in
It's the entire Daredevil soundtrack.
Yeah, so it's in Daredevil and the Fantastic Four movies.
so
he has
remember
been
when before Marvel came
funniest.
along and comic book movies were fucking terrible?
Yeah.
Daredevil was my favorite comic book character, and when I saw that movie, I was just ashamed. That I even liked Daredevil, and then I was like, "Oh, people are gonna think that's what I like," and I don't. That's nothing what I like at all.
Yeah.
I was ashamed. I walked
I
out.
like
I was
none
ashamed.
that. None of that.
I like
thank
none
you.
that. Yeah.
No, thank you. No, that's not what I like.
No,
None of it.
so, well, yeah, I'm sorry that Evanescence broke up or whatever.
No, you're not.
I'd have to watch.
Blade.
Daredevil again.
Oh my
Hey.
God, give me some Blade.
I know you guys are going to disagree, but the X-Men movies are great. Next.
All right,
love
where are we
this.
going?
Two
Die Hard.
fantastic.
Die
Die
Hard.
Hard.
Love those
The
terrible
video
movies. Yeah.
games, yeah.
I gotta watch.
Okay.
I gotta watch
Oh,
Daredevil.
sorry. My real quick pitch on a Die Hard video game. Have you played Dead Rising?
No.
No. Anyway,
But
I-
these guys have.
I like this idea of a Die Hard game where they basically remodel, like, build the building in the game, and the game is a 2-hour game. that you can go through, and it's kind of like just the events sort of unfold, and you can do them in any way you want.
Oh,
and
yeah.
there's like, you can go off on you can tackle it any way you want, but then there's like, I want there to be an achievement for if you do it in time with the movie. And like the characters, if you leave the characters alone, they'll go to the places at the time. Like if
You just let it run.
yeah, which I
right.
guess is kind of like Ready Player One. Now that I've read that book, it's like that's in that book he has to play like war games the exact same way.
Oh,
But I guess I
interesting,
want
yeah.
that for Die Hard.
Yeah, I was gonna say Minecraft. No, yeah, you're pretty fly. I expected the guy that plays Doctor Doom in the Fantastic Four movies has stayed at your hotel. Yeah, that Christian, what's his face, the guy from Nip Tuck.
Oh shit, Nip Tuck. Remember Nip Tuck?
I do remember Nip Tuck.
That was the first 2 seasons.
I saw a couple episodes and I liked him.
Kinda weird.
The Hulk movie right before Marvel started its thing. Man,
Oh,
I gotta
Ang
see.
Lee's Hulk.
I've never seen it. Man, that's interesting. That editing is. I mean, hey, it's ballsy.
It's ballsy and it's not great.
I haven't seen
I
it.
can't
We can
even.
watch it.
I've tried to argue that one before. I'm like, well, it's Ang Lee, so like I'm gonna try to argue the merits of it, and there's just not because I wanted to watch it to like justify it, and it's not good.
I would like Dead Rising. Would I? Is it a first-person like zombie shooter?
No.
Okay. Is it a shooter with zombies?
No.
Is it zombies?
Yes.
Okay. What else is
It's a
it?
third person. You're stuck in a mall, right?
Yeah, no, that's what's so.
Oh, that's
it's-
kinda cool.
Yeah, there's a mall.
I don't like zombies, but I like malls.
And it's cool because there's like so many zombies.
like-
there's just like hordes of zombies,
Yeah.
You
and
just pick up basically
you pick
anything.
yeah,
and
you
it's a
pick
weapon.
up anything, and the game is on a timer. I think it's like a 6-hour game.
Oh.
You have until the helicopter shows up. And you can either go run around and try to save all these stranded people. There's all these weird like psycho bosses. You can do anything you want in
Oh,
the
I
like
didn't know it
6
was like that.
hours
That's
of the
cool.
game.
Oh,
yeah.
that's cool. That's interesting.
So it's really replayable. I don't know. It's a fucking blast.
Julian McMahon. Yeah, not Christian. Maybe Christian. His name is his name in Nip Tuck. Yeah, Julian McMahon. He's super nice. Yeah, well, you gotta be nice when you got a mug like that, because people only like you for your personality. Just kidding. Just kidding. That guy's like a male model. Nip Tuck. Wait, wasn't this show with the ear mouse? I don't know if that
Ear Mouse.
was a
Isn't
fever
that
dream.
Face Off? Do they build him an ear in Face Off?
They build him an ear face off. Is that face off? I love face off. I love face off.
Yeah, we'll have to do Face
Oh
Off.
yeah. You
Yeah,
can wear a
you're gonna have to
Lego
come
hat.
on for Face Off.
Yeah.
That's what you should do.
That's great. Here's my one argument for Die Hard. Christmas movie is one character. This is the trials of Holly to become a better person. Die Hard. Yes, so do all movies, though. All movies have.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but-
Let's just do it. We
Okay,
just
hold
gotta
on,
do it.
hold on. One second.
It's been an hour and a half. We'll
I
do it.
want to do. So I want to make a Die Hard. I want to make Die Hard movies, but instead of like getting bigger and bigger, they get smaller and smaller. It's like Die Hard, but like in an apartment,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
Die Hard, but like in like
box.
an Airbnb. And Die Hard like
Die
in a
soft.
garage. Die soft. Well, yeah, because like you're not.
Where
you don't
did
get
the-
an erection when.
Where did the name Die Hard come from?
It's
Is
kind
that-
of a weird
again, Is
name.
that just the novel?
no.
The novel.
No,
The novel's
no,
not
the novel's
called
called like
that, no.
Last. What is it?
Last
like,
and it's like a James Bond title.
Yeah. It's there's no
All right, now.
Die Hard, but in my bedroom. Die Hard, but in my bedroom. Die
Hard in the
soft with a
closet.
passion. Die Hard because you waited too long. Die Hard. Yeah, Die Hard. I remember as a kid, I was like, Die Hard, like Die Hard, like it's hard to get you to die. Yeah, I mean that's obviously what they mean, but it's weird. Die Hard.
It's a super. If you break it down, it
Because
makes
Die Hard makes it
it's
sound
a
like
weird title.
It makes it sound like
but it's Die Hard.
Yeah.
So it's great.
it's that battery. It's also like Die Hard. Like I was like, if I made like The Fan, which I don't really know what that's about, but I'm kind of it's
With Robert De Niro and Wesley Snipes?
It's about a psychotic
Yeah.
fan. It's kind of an action movie. I would call that Die Hard. One word. Die Hard fan.
Oh yeah.
That's what Die Hard means
oh,
to me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Die Hard with a belt around. Oh. Yep. That. Because hard. Gotcha. Yeah, gotcha.
I just like that they were like, that's such a good title, and they're like, what should we call the second one?
Die.
Die Harder.
Yeah. Die even harder.
They're like, we're doing so much cocaine.
Die Hard with a Vengeance. Die Hard with a Vengeance is the real weird one because you're like, are you guys like, are they going to call it Die Even Harder? And they're like, that's dumb. And they're like,
Yeah.
we called it Die Harder, Steve. Shut up.
Yes, Steve.
And then he's like, yeah, but like Die Hard with a Vengeance. Like that saying that no one says. What are you talking about? And then it goes, and then they just screwed themselves, and it turned into like Bond themes or
I
something.
like,
Oh, yeah.
Die
Like they're just like,
Hardest.
Die Hardest. Die Hard. Your first acclaimed European hit. Well, the Ender
Hardest
Dragon.
die.
The hardest die.
Jihad.
But then they go like Live Free or Die Hard, which is like,
God.
which is like like a Patrick Henry quote almost or something, and it's like, and then it's like,
Well, I get
What's
thinking
the
of
last one
a
called? that
good
everyone
day to
hated?
Die Hard.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. And it's like, how about another Die Hard? You can't make me die hard. I'll kill you before I die hard.
They're apparently trying to do a prequel
Die Hard 2 Electric Boogaloo. Die Hard.
called Die Hard Year One, which I guess is a comic book, and
I don't want to.
it's a prequel.
I don't want to see it.
No, of course you don't.
No, a prequel makes it just him being a regular cop.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
Yeah.
Because,
Because
Die
if
Hard-
he's gone through this before and then it devalues the original. But guess whose idea that is?
Yeah.
Len Weissman.
Well, it's like how Now You See Me's sequel is Now You See Me 2 and not Now You Don't. That's a fair point. But I think they were probably afraid, as I understand, that people would not like. It's not. It was a reasonably successful film, but I don't know that anyone would have been like,
They didn't call it Now You See Me Again. They
Okay.
called it Now You See Me Too.
yeah. Now you
missed
now you
opportunity.
also see me. Now you both see me. Now all of you see me. I am seen. All right. Hey guys. Should we start building Nakatomi Plaza out of graham crackers? It's a project that we're working on together, so that when we start talking about this, we have a bond that's harder to break, so that we're still friends.
We're building a gingerbread tower that's going to be very easy to break.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying. Yeah, we're just gonna get
And I already
frustrated
know
with each
who's
other.
going to get frustrated and break it. It's this guy.
No. All right. So here we go, guys. We are going to now. Everything is still obviously.
Can we tilt the
Oh, yeah, so they
camera
can see?
down so they
Sure.
can see a little
No, we have to
bit?
build it tall enough so they can.
That's yeah. Over the
Just have
course
it-
of like
Let's see. Where is
several
it?
minutes.
Like, just
Now that's pretty
low
fucking
bros,
high. That's
Graham cracker penis
that
is
is-
coming up right here.
Yeah. That's a folk,
Oh no.
That's a folk band I'm starting. Lobros Graham Cracker Penis. Opening for Evanescence. Are you okay? Oh,
Oh, I thought that noise was your like intake of breath.
I was like, oh no, we are in trouble.
we killed Ben.
Ginger Tommy Bread Plaza. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Build that up a little higher.
Graham
He
cracker
actually
penis.
has pants on. Everybody.
I do. Oh man, but hold on.
In 1974, Graham Cracker Penis was
You're
at
fine.
its,
You're fine.
at
What's
its
wrong?
peak.
What are you doing?
Well, it's taking off the top of my head. I don't want to pan and scan stream here. Okay, here we go.
I think they've seen your head enough.
Yeah, that's true. This is icing. This is crap. Will you hand me the graham crackers, please?
Yeah. No. Okay. That bag's been bothering me this whole time.
This thing?
No, that bag.
Oh, sure.
The bag of sadness.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to launch into. I don't know how to. We
I
should.
say that every day, soy. Every damn.
Finally, we're allowed to talk about this cracker penis without feeling racially insensitive. Yeah, I know. Well, it's only a half cracker penis. I'm half Hispanic.
Yo, cracker penis.
Did I see a sentence? Yo, cracker. You. There's a. We were playing a game today, and there's a part where you pick up a country ham, and I just thought that's such a funny, like,
What game
backwoods.
is this? Country
It's not
ham.
Streets of Rage. It's called Deadly Premonition, and it is.
That game is so silly.
Yeah, it is. But I think it's funny to be like, country ham is such a funny way to call someone a yokel. You country ham. You country
Move,
ham.
Mike. Can we? Is that?
Sure. The ending is beautifully stupid. Which one?
What,
They
can
made
we
us do
move
all
this
of
thing?
them.
That's just eating up a lot of real
Yeah,
estate.
sure.
Yeah, there we go.
What's green on here? I guess it's just a reflection.
Oh yeah, maybe. What the heck?
Your graham crackers are green.
Are you? If
That would be so.
if my neck, if our neck,
It's like I got these holiday themed graham crackers. I'm like, you're doing it wrong. You're doing all of this wrong.
All right. This is not going to go well.
The only way to do this is literally just stack
This is
them
a
on top.
knock.
We just need to. It's
Not
got to be
totally
an
gonna
assembly
go well.
line. We go psst,
Yeah.
smack, smack.
All right.
Every time you make a point.
That's how it should be.
Oh, sweet. Good. It's just gonna. All right. Cool. My wife
Okay.
doesn't know
I
how
think
to
we
do-
should, to make it tallest, we should be breaking these in half.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a better idea.
Yeah.
Brian had a better idea. I'll try to
okay.
put my
Oh,
cookies back
we're
together.
like really gonna try to actually use architectural.
Oh yeah, guys.
okay.
Guys, come on. So, also we need to do this to put them together. All right. So let's start talking. So Die Hard. So
All right.
We can,
I think. Okay. Let's.
we
just
can
get,
each kind of make a point, or we can start.
I
Kind
think you need to make a point
Yeah.
because I think we're kind of in line on. our
Okay.
thoughts
Well,
on
let's see,
this.
guys. Give us a.
Give us a 1 if
you think Die
it's-
Hard is.
is a Christmas movie.
Give us a 2 if Die Hard. If you think-
Scaffolding.
Yeah.
I love
Oh, we do need scaffolding. That's a good point. Hold on.
You're gonna build vents for him to crawl through, right? Just like in the movie.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, look at that.
One. There's a two.
Okay, so yeah,
Never
you
seen it. One.
Big fucking 2. Wow. Bold, vape.
So just to be fair, what I said, and I think I said this on stream, I am not going to give a final for myself. I'm not going to give a final verdict because I've rewatched it, and I'm not going to give a final verdict till the end of the stream.
Okay. Well, then you just give me an.
But sorry. But the reason they're saying this is that previously, I think, and you guys were here. We talked about this, and I have been kind of outspoken on the not Christmas movie-ness of it. Okay, so
Now,
go ahead.
can you give me an example of that previous viewpoint?
Sure. So based on the aforementioned kind of criterion that that taking Christmas out of the movie alters significantly or does not alter significantly the Christmas the film narratively in terms of a story.
Well, we never said narratively.
Well,
we said
as a story,
as overall, like Eyes Wide Shut, you could take it out. It's not going to affect the narrative, but thematically, my opinion is that it absolutely would.
Well, okay, sure, and thematically that counts as well because that's what we said about Gremlins. We were like Gremlins,
right? And that's the same thing we said about Gremlins.
And to me,
right.
and this might be an important distinction as we lay this out, as we lay out the foundation.
I'm gonna eat these.
Oh, yeah. That's what they're for.
Please do. So Gremlins, real quick, is a Christmas movie where there are a bunch of little monsters, and basically the central tension of Gremlins is this kind of like sweet, all-American, whatever, Americana, kind of really honestly, It's a Wonderful Life, but done as a horror movie. And that's
certainly what they were going for.
Yes,
yeah.
I mean, they have It's a Wonderful Life playing, blah 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 blah. But even without that, it is this kind of wholesome, all-American, small town contrasted with a monster movie, and the polarity of that is increased significantly, exponentially, if it's Christmas.
Right.
To me, because what is the most wholesome family thing you can do, direction you can go and make it a Christmas movie, and because Gremlins is a comment on all that, because Gremlins is satire, is parody, is kind of like is sort of a almost a comment on monster movies, but also just like a love letter to monster movies and to Christmas movies alike. Anyway, it just is not. So yeah, it is different if you take Christmas out of that. To me, that does not persist, for instance, with Batman Returns. You can't take the winter out of it and have it be necessarily the same, but you can take Christmas out of it.
Yes,
It doesn't enter into the story or the theme very much.
Agreed.
So, with that framework, my contention had been and has been, and again, I'm not opining finally yet, that you can take Christmas out of Die Hard and still have it be Die Hard. For instance, it appears at the previously what I was saying is that it appears at the beginning. That is, yes, it is the impetus for him to come home. But if you go, he's coming home for some other reason, it pretty much stays the same.
I just want to be real clear here. I don't have a very strong opinion on this, so
and
I'm genuinely curious to hear your notes on
I
this.
understand. When I had, so as of before I started preparing for this stream, or before I kind of finished preparing for this stream, I was in the no camp, but I decided to kind of open myself up, and I'm just gonna not whatever. But while I was in the no camp, my consideration was like, yes, Christmas is at the beginning. There are Christmas things occasionally that come in. It's Christmas tape that he puts on his. There is people. A lot of the things that were used as arguments. Like there's Christmas music. They say it'll be a Christmas miracle if we get this out of the vault. And I go, yeah, but like you can just say a miracle. It's fine. I don't lose a whole lot of that if I whatever. But basically, my point was.
Well, go ahead.
Basically, my point was if Die Hard if Die Hard is a Christmas movie, then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is a journalism movie. Because journalism affects the plot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles almost, probably more so than
journalism
Christmas
isn't a
affects.
holiday.
It isn't. But I'm just saying, I'm just trying to draw some sort of comparison.
It's a terrible comparison.
Why is it a terrible comparison?
Because when the vault opens in Die Hard and that music starts to play,
and that is
there's no equation, like you can't have something like that and say what's the journalism equivalent of that? Like,
Well, that's
when
not-
when that vault opens, that is Christmas morning for that sequence.
Agreed.
And that is how it's played. And that is like the whole intent, and that there's a sense of joy that you have
Yeah,
for
but
the
again,
villains.
yeah,
Yes,
I know,
because
I love
they've
that.
been working so hard to get this, and when it happens, and it pushes in on all their faces as it opens, and the light like streams
Again,
across
yeah,
their face. It's fantastic, and like
is.
they look at it with genuine like wonder,
Yeah.
and it's
I
beautiful.
love that it's Christmas for the villain.
It is.
Yes.
And I'll be honest. That is a scene that I completely forgot about.
Ah.
And when I saw it, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
That is a strong
Because again, like,
because you can because it could also you could also do that without joyful like
But it
without
would lose.
Yeah,
it does lose something.
It would lose
It
something.
does lose something. I agree. I agree.
The
What are people saying? Sorry. Oh, sorry. What were you gonna say?
I don't know. I guess I was thinking about just like the use of the miracle thing and like just how that is the staple of so many classic Christmas movies, and I love how they use it in this one.
Yeah.
And then again, they take that trope and play, but again, give it to the bad guys.
And they play it for.
Now,
Go ahead.
I've got a good one for that, Abby, but go ahead.
Well, I was just like, even at the end of the movie, it ends in like a very almost cliche, like the kissing in the limo, and then it pans out, and like they use like paper as like mock snowfall.
Yeah. That's
almost
what I was
the
loving
end.
at the end, like how
what?
like the
You know
paper
how
coming out of
the
the
paper-
building, it's making it look like winter.
It
and
makes it look like
snowy,
winter, and then they do
and
this big dolly out
there's
as
so
the
much
limo
fog.
drives off.
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
It's wonderful, and it plays into that wintry like family reunion. It ends on like an almost familial note.
Yeah, again, it's playing on the Christmas note.
It is. It's hitting.
It is playing
it's
on
going for its
I'm not
maximum
Yeah.
like Christmas
Look,
cliche
yeah.
ending type thing.
Yeah, look, and I'm not saying that I'm not. In no point am I saying that Die Hard doesn't realize it's Christmas and isn't
Yeah.
utilizing it. I'm saying if you take that out, it's still Die Hard. That's what I was. That's the counter to that argument.
Sure.
Let me. I'm gonna. So here's because I feel like you guys are very strongly going to be the for camp.
But
I'm gonna stay
but
in the
it's not-
back just for argument's sake. I'm gonna stay in the.
But I'm
against
not.
camp.
I'm not in the strong.
Okay.
I walked into this feeling that it is a Christmas movie, especially after watching it last night and being like, oh, there's way more Christmas stuff in this than I originally thought. But I was very curious because I knew you felt otherwise to hear your opinion because I
one of
could be
these
swayed if you do your job correctly.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying that it's my. I'm saying I'm remaining open. But sure. Sorry. Reconciliation with Holly. Also, her name's Holly. But like that doesn't matter. Who cares? Like yes, that's there, but whatever. To my
They originally were going to name her Mistletoe. Did you know that?
That's not true. Reconciliation. They're going to call her Rudolph. Reconciliation with Holly. To me, reconciliation, especially after not having seen someone for a while, fits into Christmas perfectly. It does fit into Christmas, but it is no way unique to Christmas. And there are many reconciliations that happen in action movies that are just like that, and doesn't have to be Christmas. But fits into Christmas perfectly as a holiday. But reconciliation fades away to a greater moral cause. You forget about the problems you had and focus on fixing problems that arise. Terrorists are like a Christmas ham you burnt. And you focus on that. And in fixing that, you happen to remember the good times, reflect on your values, and grow stronger for it. And that is, there is a scene where he goes,
So he nailed it.
I want to be a better... But
I
this...
like that a lot.
Okay, I mean, like, that's a good point, but to me, it doesn't... There is a moment where he goes, oh, I got it, tell her I'm sorry, tell her whatever. And you can pause it, you can imply that is happening potentially because it's Christmas and he's more reflective. To me, it is happening because he fought his way through a skyscraper of bad guys. It's not Christmas. It's not because it's Christmas. It's not necessarily 100% not because it's
I agree with
Christmas,
that.
but it's not
I
because
agree
it's
with
Christmas. So these are good
But I'm
points,
just
but they're
saying
not
it's-
exclusive to Christmas.
No, but again, it's using
So
its own. I feel like it could be elsewhere, but again, it has so much greater meaning because it's Christmas.
and I think we're putting it on that. I'm saying, like, I'm not saying don't take it out. I'm saying it's not strong enough on its own. And to me, and this point that Artifleck, who movies taking place in Christmas in winter or about themes associated with Christmas are still not Christmas movies. You need to establish if your criteria is based on male Santa showing up, or the religious side of it is way too broad of a word. Oh, if your criteria is based on male Santa showing up, or the religious side of it, sure. I agree with that. You're saying it kind of has to. So the Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie, and the Grinch isn't either. I would say the Grinch deals, like almost every second of the Grinch deals with Christmas. because he
What
hates
about
Christmas
Home
and he
Alone?
learns. Now, see, Home Alone. I'm trying to find where
But
someone
would you
said
call
that.
A Nightmare Before Christmas a Christmas movie?
Absolutely.
Or a Halloween movie?
It's both, but it's a Christmas movie because it is about a character learning about Christmas
I agree.
and coming to appreciate Christmas for its values and its beauty. Now, someone said, "Wouldn't you say something about Home Alone?" Now, Home Alone is is something that people bring up. I think that it's like, well, if Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie, then Home Alone isn't a Christmas movie. And I'm like, on the surface, you can say, yeah, Home Alone is at its heart when it gets going. It's structurally it's kind of the same because Christmas comes in the beginning. Essentially, it seems to, and it comes in at the end, it seems to, in both movies, and in the middle is action, or in the case of Home Alone, slapstick. But Home Alone is entirely different for me for these reasons. Now, these initial ones are kind of incidental. It's about the story of Home Alone. If you take out all the slapstick, is a kid learning that he loves his family despite the fact that they drive him insane. And it's all of his family because they're all there for Christmas. They take off for Christmas. It could be any trip, so that doesn't in and of itself mean anything. But they take off for Christmas. Exponentially, it is worse. Many people comment on it, and it makes it worse for a child to be home on Christmas. Many people are like, "You're home by yourself on Christmas." Mm-hmm. And then at the end they come home and she's trying so hard to get back to him because it's Christmas. That is the reason she uses. She's like, come on, it's Christmas. Now, again, these are just mentions of Christmas, but there are so many things that are driven by the fact that it is Christmas. The entire thing with the old man who's shoveling, he approaches him and learns to treat him as a human because he's it, and that exemplifies treating each other like humans because it's Christmas. He learns that the man has not seen his family for years. He goes like, it's Christmas, it's the time of that, and he does that, and it's this big. I mean, to me, Home Alone is a Christmas movie because it is literally about the values of Christmas, and it does have an action movie or a slapstick. Like Looney Tunes movie in the middle of it, but throughout it is the Christmas theme, I think. Mm-hmm. Tyler's looking good. And you can say something about divorcing Christmas from the commercialism of it and boiling it down to core emotional connections, but that doesn't really matter. Wait. One of the few movies that doesn't have to harp on Santas and presents and to have home-cooked dinners in order to be a Christmas movie, and to me, that's just like, wow, you did it, dude. Fair. Sure.
I mean, because, yeah.
But what is the... sorry.
No, nothing.
It's like, wow, you did it, dude.
Finally accepted that I think it's emboldened by the Christmas parallels, which makes it a Christmas movie. Yes, and I think the strongest things, because you're saying these family things, because they're like, again, John Matrix in Commando is trying to save his daughter, and if it was Christmas, we'd be like, oh, it's Christmas, so he loves his daughter. But it's like, whatever.
No,
and you
I
can,
wouldn't say that.
what I'm saying is, like, if it were Christmas, people would be like, it's a Christmas movie, and it's a Christmas and it's a Christmas movie because it's about saving his daughter. So if you tacked on, now this is hypothetical, if you had a movie that was just an action movie about someone saving his wife, and you tack on Christmas, that's not enough to make it a Christmas movie. So that in and of itself,
for sure.
I'm not saying it's tacked on. I'm saying that in and of itself.
Because I think Shane Black, everyone was one of my favorite people of all time.
Yeah, makes Christmas movies all the times that like aren't
right, and that's like my thing is like most of Shane Black's Christmas stuff is so just like
his movies feature Christmas, but they are not Christmas.
Yeah,
movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Lethal Weapon is not a Christmas movie.
Exactly. Yeah.
Long Kiss Goodnight is not a Christmas movie. Nice Guys is not a.
There's a Christmas tree at the end.
I mean, and that's about his
Kiss
daughter.
Kiss Bang Bang. They started a Christmas party, but like,
But
that's it. These
are just incidental
Yeah,
things.
exactly.
Right.
He likes it for a little added flavor. It's like his shtick.
But in Die Hard, it's like woven into the soundtrack and into the lines of dialogue and into the character motivation for why they're there and why the building has so few people in it and low security. Like, there's all these things
that's nighttime.
But it's referenced.
Yeah.
What?
Like
that the
everyone's
reason
gone home for
everyone's
the
gone
holiday.
home for the holiday. Like, there's character motivation, plot motivation. It's woven into the score and therefore the feeling of the film overall. He uses it to essentially save his wife at the end.
He uses Christmas to save his wife?
He uses a Christmas byproduct of Christmas, which is wrapping paper tape.
Could be duct tape.
But it's not.
It's not. But does that make it a Christmas movie? Because it's Christmas tape?
I
mean, again,
combined with
just-
that fact alone, no.
Sure.
But the fact is he looks and it's
Again,
very
and
specific
again,
because it's not that he just found
You're right.
tape that,
You're right.
that has mistletoe on it. He looks over and there's a whole wrapping station.
You're right.
Yeah.
I agree.
And that's very specific.
It is, and it adds to it. This is a point in its favor.
does.
It doesn't on its own do it. But
So it's not like Shane Black where
Right.
it's just
That's-
featured and
yeah.
it's just a one-off thing.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's woven in throughout and not just like at the beginning and then like you're saying, it's woven in throughout
It
the
is.
whole film.
It is far more than I realized. Let me look at something real quick. And for is an Easter movie because Ripley is resurrected. Oh, sorry.
Okay, I was gonna help.
Who defined what a Christmas movie was? Well, and you're right. We
Because
did.
again, like my thing is like, why the fuck are we arguing? Like, because it is just like, who the fuck cares if someone says it's a Christmas movie or not?
No,
because like, yeah,
Well, this is why. This
I mean,
is why.
yeah,
to
that's
me,
true.
It's fun.
But
It's
also,
fun.
fuck you.
It's a fun intellectual exercise for me, and I like arguing about things that people aren't really gonna like lose friendships over. I like arguing really passionately and intensely about things that like don't really matter, because the other stuff that really matters really people.
I actually just
Akasha
kind of.
loves it.
I was just watching.
Johnny, okay, go ahead.
No, I was just watching this. Did you guys ever watch C-Lab 2021?
Yeah, I did.
There's like this. I just watched this. I don't know. It was on Amazon Prime. I was like, oh shit, I haven't watched this in a while. And the second episode, like the whole base, this whole C-Lab is going to explode. And all the crew is arguing about whether they would put their brains inside of robot bodies while one guy is trying to save the whole lab. And he's just like out on the side being like, guys, can I get some extra hands out there? And they're like, well, you know, if you choose to put your brain in a robot body, the human's gonna rise up against you. And it's like there's a whole like argument, like they just get in this huge debate while while their whole world is being.
That's what I plan on doing.
Yeah.
There's a meteor about to hit Earth right now.
And we're gonna argue about Die Hard.
We don't care. That's why we get to argue about it because it doesn't hurt any feelings.
Yeah,
I agree.
I
The
guess,
Christmas music felt jarring to me because I forgot that the movie had that idea around it. So when it hits, it just had nothing to do with what I was
mean, no,
saying.
like it is.
And that's
that's
a first timer.
And that's a genuine
Yeah.
motivation for it's not a Christmas movie.
Absolutely. I agree.
Like, I can understand that.
yeah.
This is one of those things where
It's just like-
when people are like, I don't think it's a Christmas movie, my knee-jerk reaction is not, oh no, it absolutely
Yeah.
Right.
is.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
It's
when
just
they
like-
bring like everything you're bringing up, I'm like, I can buy that.
Sure.
Completely. Because it doesn't and I'm assuming this was released
80.
in the summer.
July.
Yeah.
July.
But again, that was when movies would play for 6 months in the theater.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, like they could go open in July and it could still be there.
What's weird
Sure,
is that
they would open it in Christmas.
but like
Right.
Eyes Wide Shut was also released. It was a summer movie,
Yeah.
there
which
you go.
makes no sense to me in any way, shape, or form.
Also not a Christmas movie, funnily enough. No, I'm sorry. Oh, he's so mad. He's so mad. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that one. Oh, you toasted my chestnuts. You roasted them.
I was about to say, anyone else think this argument is about as deep as who the best Ninja Turtle is? It's Donatello, by the way. Donatello kind of is objectively the best, but Michelangelo is my favorite.
Raphael. I'm an only child.
Hey, there you
It's
go.
my defense.
The idea of it, and that's what it is. It's like that is the parallel thing. It's like, is Die Hard a Christmas for you? Is Die Hard a Christmas movie for you? And is Die Hard a Christmas movie objectively? That's the same thing as who's your favorite Ninja Turtle and who's the best Ninja Turtle.
Right.
The idea of it is fun, but it makes sense as just an idea. Christmas movie is an opinion and an idea. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. We're trying to. We did sort of define it. We defined it as something where if you can take Christmas out of the plot or the movie or the theme, it remains roughly the same. Obviously, there are going to be some things.
Well, I
like
mean,
Christmas movies-
almost every movie would remain roughly the same.
No, I don't think so.
I
It's a Wonderful Life would not remain the same. Home Alone would not remain the same.
say, you say roughly the same. I'm not, because I mean, I feel like you take Christmas out of Die Hard, it's going to be just a generic fucking
I feel like
action
it would
movie.
lose
Like
a
it
lot
would
of its
lose a
magic.
lot of it.
Oh, I don't think so. I think a lot of Die Hard's magic comes from the fact that it is essentially almost as much a comedy as it is an action. Not almost as much, but like largely a comedy. That is the charm of Die Hard.
But
No,
don't you find that like the efficiency, and we're getting back to like the
Sure.
efficiency of the storytelling in this movie, is that they can hit universal beats so quickly and your brain accepts them so completely,
And they
because
feel
it's
so
like,
organic.
and it feels so organic because it's like, oh, he's there
Mm-hmm.
they haven't seen each other in a while. It's a Christmas party.
Yeah,
That's
and
why
again,
he's there. That's why those
It
people are
feels
there.
monumental.
It's
like,
just it's easy decision making as an audience viewer to be like, I know what that is. That's
feel-
instrumental. We're moving on. Next
Sure, I'm not
thing.
saying it's not practical and it doesn't.
But if you
help
take
the
that
movie
out,
along.
if you take that out, and then you tried to cram in, it's just an office party. It would. I
Sure.
feel like it would lose because he's going there not because he hasn't just seen her in a while, but also because it's Christmas.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's
And
like-
he wants to be with his kids.
But they don't really.
They do.
I mean, they say that.
And they feel like that whole that scene between him and Holly when they talk, they have a nice moment, and then he ruins it essentially when he brings up her last name. That scene is so wonderfully done because
Yes,
it sets up
absolutely.
their entire relationship
Yes.
in one scene, and then they're separated the
Yeah,
rest
yeah.
of the movie.
But-
and the whole emphasis on the fact that he wanted to get there to spend time, he wanted to kind of bury the hatchet, even though clearly he's still a little proud about some stuff and still looking to pick a fight and stuff, but he's doing it because I want to be there for Christmas
It's not a
because
single
it's
time
Christmas.
he says that. It's not a single time he says
But
that.
the motivation is there through the action and the writing.
We
It
hear that.
is.
Here's the thing: if John McClane several times was like, "I gotta get
He
home,"
brings her a
it's Christmas.
bear.
yeah.
Sure. Now this is where it gets dicey because it's like no, because because you have to kind of think and go like, if it wasn't a Christmas movie, and this doesn't happen, but if it wasn't a Christmas movie, the bad guy couldn't trip over a Christmas tree, and it's like, well, you have to kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, he has a bear, but he has a bear because it's Christmas. The bear doesn't matter. That relationship, that argument, stays exactly the same if it's Christmas or it's not. That whole scene, which I agree is wonderful.
I don't
that
think it does. I just disagree with you on that because I think
You think they don't have that argument?
I think the importance of holiday, particularly Christmas, and how I mean it's an absolute fact that people who don't have like someone who don't have a special someone in their life around Christmas, like there are like statistics and studies that it can be a very lonely,
Absolutely.
like depression rises and all
Absolutely.
that stuff. The suicide rate, blah 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 blah. So like there's motivation built into his character from frame one.
Yes.
For why he's going there because it's Christmas.
Here's the thing. Now, again, and I know that this sounds like maybe whatever, but
I'm saying
to
you,
isolate these things.
You could take it out, but it would not be as great a movie because of it.
I don't know,
Is
because-
what I'm saying because there's all that stuff that you're subconsciously putting on it because you're like, oh, I understand the need to try to reconcile because it's the holidays.
Yeah.
And clearly he hasn't got past everything because he fights with her almost instantly.
Sure,
And he's a
sure,
hot-headed
sure.
dude, but he's trying to do it because it's the holidays.
But he doesn't ever say that. He doesn't. We don't even get that from
No,
him. We don't get it from
That's
him.
the brilliance of making it at Christmas because you don't have to say it and you can
Yeah,
move
right.
on to more important stuff.
Sure, but I don't think the movie changes if it's just he hasn't seen her for a long time and it's finally he just needs to like I don't think that changes. To me if a movie like I get what you're saying, Christmas is what gets him there. But let's say you have let's say Jaws, right? Let's say and I know this is not the same thing, but let's say Roy Scheider goes down to visit someone, or let's say let's say Richard Dreyfuss in Jaws goes down to visit someone who is there for Christmas.
Who's he visiting?
Just his who cares, his aunt or something, and then
Well, I need to
Very
know.
confused.
hold on, stop. Let's say Christmas gets Richard Dreyfuss into the storyline of Jaws. He's in Amity and he goes, "What's this shark? I can help. I'll help you. It's Christmas." I mean, whatever. He gets in, he starts helping, and Jaws is the same.
This
It's
is a
not-
terrible movie.
Listen to what I'm saying.
This is why you shouldn't implement Christmas at random in any movie or take it out at random.
But that's what I'm saying, right? Let's say Christmas gets him into that movie. I'm trying to isolate that factor, right? Let's say
With
Christmas
a
gets him.
terrible analogy.
Listen, let's say it gets him into the movie, and then the rest of the movie of Jaws is the same. Is Jaws a Christmas movie because Christmas got him there?
No, we already. No.
Okay,
No,
because that's what
if
you're
that's-
saying is
if
a
that's-
strong.
That's
what
not
you're
what I'm
is a strong
saying. I'm
factor.
saying it inherently is built into the fabric of it, and then throughout the rest of the movie, they continue
Yeah.
to
Yes.
call back to
Yes.
the Christmas theme in not just plot ways, but through music. I mean,
Yes,
the
they do.
vault
They do.
sequence, and I
Agreed.
mean,
There's
it's-
like-
The vault sequence is good.
I'm talking myself into
I
it
know.
right now. It is a Christmas movie.
the vault sequence is a very, very, and that made me go, oh, that is very strong. What I'm saying is, here's what I'm saying. You can pepper. This is my point. You can put a bunch of you can put Christmas music in the soundtrack. You can have.
But it's not just Christmas
I
music.
know.
in the soundtrack.
I know. I'm saying you can have people say it's Christmas. You can have Christmas get people there, but this is my point. In Gremlins, right? In Gremlins,
Yeah.
like they do that in Batman Returns. There's Christmas decorations. There are Christmas things. There's Christmas jingly bells.
But it's not woven into
That's what I'm saying.
to characters and everything. It's just there's a big Christmas tree at the beginning where they
They're
have
giving away Christmas. They're like
at the very beginning.
They say
and
Gotham's Santa Claus. Like,
but that's the only scene where it is specifically focused on.
there's the thing that like
I'm Ben.
Like that
It's not brought into the rest. It's not woven into the rest of the movie.
the Penguin is an orphan who wants to find his parents at Christmas. I'm not arguing that this is a Christmas movie. I'm saying that
Did he want to find him at Christmas?
Well, it's like it has more strength because he's like that's what I'm saying. McClane never mentioned Christmas during that argument, but that you're saying that what I'm saying. I'm saying that would remain the same if you took Christmas out of DeVito finding his parents, which is like
I don't think that him finding his parents is remotely associated with Christmas.
Okay, the way they play it in the journal, the reporters and stuff, and he's got this like Ebenezer Scrooge top hat and all this stuff. It's the Christmas imagery is there. I'm not arguing that it is. This is all I'm saying. You can put a whole bunch of Christmas stuff all around it, but it has to have Christmas at the heart of it somewhere. It almost in an ineffable way, sort of the way Gremlins does, right? Gremlins is Batman Returns is not. I'm just putting that out there.
I would argue that Die Hard weaves Christmas throughout the film even more than
Christmas.
Gremlins
I agree.
does.
I agree it does. I agree that it pays Christmas.
I think if
I were being a real dick, I'd say it pays Christmas lip service.
I was letting him do his thing.
Yeah. Well, I think
it's going. Remember it's Christmas. Remember it's Christmas.
I think
kind of.
the only thing that is keeping you from admitting that this is a Christmas movie is like just the sheer lack of like colored lights. Like I don't mean that as a take. I mean I think I think your brain is almost psychologically telling you that it's not a Christmas movie because it's L.A. and it feels like it's a summer movie.
But Eyes Wide Shut has colored lights all through it.
Yeah,
and it's not a Christmas movie.
Well, I disagree.
We sit. Oh, you did think it was. I'm sorry.
It's
I'm sorry.
absolutely a Christmas
you think it's a Christmas movie. You're right. Sorry.
It's woven into the fabric.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Ben, how are you?
I'm good.
I'm sorry. No, I was very engaged by that, so I was here for a while.
Great.
I'm gonna build my own section now.
Yeah. Oh God.
You guys talk.
Oh, there you go. That's a better
That's-
idea,
yeah.
Jeff. I thought of that a while ago, but I was too lazy.
Jaws is not a Christmas movie. True.
Jaws is not a Christmas
Ben knocked the tower
That's what we're
over.
gonna walk away tonight is be like, well, we know that Jaws isn't a Christmas movie.
Phew! The Star
Got
Wars
that out
Christmas.
of the
The
way.
Star Wars Christmas special is not a Christmas movie. No, it is.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Now here's another one. This is not mine. I was listening to stuff and looking at stuff. Here's a Christmas movie. Ready? This is Die Hard, the Christmas movie. This is Die Hard, the Christmas movie, where the theme of Christmas is important in Die Hard. In the high-rise, high-stakes action thriller that raises the bar for the genre, superstar Bruce Willis rocks as New York City detective John McClane, who's in Los Angeles to spend the holidays with his estranged wife, Holly.
Your Exhibit A just took you down hard.
No, that was a joke. Come on. It was a joke.
No, it wasn't. Show me.
Okay, I'll put... No, it's in there.
Okay.
The joke was that I went... No, it says in the holidays. Listen. Listen. This is your movie where Christmas is important. In the high-rise, high-stakes action thriller that raises the bar for the genre, superstar Bruce Willis rocks as New York City detective John McClane, who's in Los Angeles to spend the holidays with his estranged wife, Holly. But while McClane waits for Holly's office party to end, terrorists take control of the building as their sinister leader, Hans Gruber, Alan Rickman, and his savage henchman, Alexander Godunov, who's from The Money Pit,
Yeah.
round up hostages. McClane gets ready to blast a few rounds of his own and launch a one-man war, as only McClane can.
Yep.
There's no, and a jingle bell, blooba-dooba-doop, and a swinger-swing-ba-shoop. There is not a single bit of Christmas on this entire package.
And I'm about to blow that right out of the water.
Oh, okay, now hold on a second. Is this in recent years? Is this packaging recent years where are you saying Fox is going to capitalize on the...
Well, Jeff, look,
meeting?
I have this funny...
This just came out.
Oh, yeah.
Just came out. What is it?
Oh, you can't see
can
it
see
because
it.
it's green! Oh!
It's so Christmassy!
Let me see.
That's the new sleeve.
That's the 30th anniversary DVD cover.
Now, here's the thing.
It's a Christmas sweater.
Yeah. This, now hold on. Would someone do me a favor? Would someone Google the rise of the mention of Die Hard as a Christmas movie. This is the 2007 version of the DVD.
No,
Now-
yeah, and again, like, yeah, it's a thing, like, because I distinctly remember.
I'm saying that doesn't prove it because people have just been talking about it as a Christmas movie, and this is a debate. So they go, we're going to capitalize. I'm not surprised that Fox goes, yeah, it's a Christmas movie because that's more money for us.
Didn't they release a trailer for it yesterday?
That was like the greatest Christmas movie of all time. Yes. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all that Fox was like, people think it's a Christmas movie, so we're going to just grab that instead of going, it's not a Christmas movie.
I don't even disagree with you.
No.
It was just an easy take.
Yeah.
It is. And that doesn't prove anything. Mine doesn't prove anything either. Go ahead.
No, I love this. Someone had these funny, the 12 days
Okay.
of Die Hard.
Oh, that's funny.
like
That's great.
It's literally each number is mentioned in the movie. You got the 12 terrorists in Nakatomi Plaza. It's been 11 years. I've been doing this for 11 years.
Oh, nice.
Closed down 10 square blocks. Mayday, Mayday, Channel 9. 8 Lincoln, 30 to dispatch. 7 members of the new Provo Front. Or Bravo Front.
Oh, I love that. I love that where he goes, what does he say, Asian Spring or something?
Asian
He goes,
Dawn.
Asian Dawn.
Asian Dawn. He goes,
Asian
Asian Dawn. He goes, it's read just in Time magazine.
Yeah, I read it in Time
6
magazine.
armed with automatic weapons, 5 prisoners of the Liberté de Quebec, $4 million, 3 down, 4 to go. Code 2 at Nakatomi, and he's killed 1 terrorist.
That's good.
That's really great.
I thought that was pretty funny.
That's really great.
So you don't
Oh,
think...
hold on a second. The earliest mentions of the film as a Christmas movie on December 13, 2007. The media outlet Slate included the film on their Guide to Overlooked Christmas Movies. This came out in 2007. That's amazing. So immediately
interesting.
after that, people would have started ramping it up as a Christmas. And I think these Christmas editions are only in recent years when the debate is really.
But so you don't think that adds any validity whatsoever?
I'm not saying that it does.
I mean, what about the screenwriter being like, no, yeah, it's a Christmas movie. Like, he's like, because, like.
Did the screenwriter say that?
He did
Yes,
say that.
yeah.
He said, and Bruce Willis said, it's
said
not
it's
a
not.
It's not a Christmas
Well,
movie.
he said
But he
he
said
is.
it's not a Bruce fucking
Right,
Willis
like,
movie,
he thinks
which
he's
could
his
be a
own
joke.
genre.
Oh, yeah. Oh, is that what he said?
Yes,
That's
he
fine.
said.
Nobody needed to say, we all just knew. But that's the answer. Yeah. So I think see, yeah, sure. Yeah, because here's the deal. Like,
But
I'm
it
not
couldn't
saying
happen at Easter because there's no Easter office parties. You know what I mean?
we had some. We had them. Yeah. I mean, it's not in the popular, but that doesn't matter. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't matter. What I'm saying is if the
In
crux
terms of his character motivation to get to the Christmas party and show that he's willing to try again, he's trying to be the bigger man, then yeah, it does.
And again,
he's
I
trying
think
to be the bigger. Where does this come from? He doesn't realize that until later, after he's fought all the guys and blah blah blah, and then he has that whole thing. He's just there. He's coming home for the holidays. He is now. But if
that's his intent, and then he blows it up immediately,
Sure.
and then he works the rest of the movie to get back to that moment.
Okay. I don't see that there. I don't see that in him, in the performance, in his lines, or in the writing, or any of that. That it is important to him to make up with Holly because it is Christmas. I don't see that at all.
That's fine because I mean you're
But-
wrong. So
But I'm saying, so if that's something, then sure. But I'm saying if a film has as a mechanical what's the thing that happens 15 minutes into a movie?
inciting
Inciting incident. If the inciting incident is Christmas related,
Another one. Yeah.
that does
do
not a
something
Christmas
over here.
movie make to me.
I can hold them.
John McClane is a bunny. That would be pretty good. Yeah. So kids never saw Die Hard.
Yeah, see, that's what they should have done with the
Someone-
sequels, is set them at different
Yeah.
holidays.
that would have been
pretty great.
Yeah, that would have been.
I guess
great.
one of them. No.
Never saw Die Hard. Someone marketed as a Christmas movie around Christmas to increase sales of an old movie in the true spirit of Christmas. Yeah, that's absolutely. John McClane is a bunny. That'd be pretty good. Jumanji is a Christmas movie. I've never seen Jumanji. Does it happen as Christmas? Shadi's trying to troll. Call upon your tier 3 powers. Someone knows the answer. Sorry. What are you saying? Because Christmas doesn't give credit to the characters, it's doing it for no reasons. I recall wintry dreariness during Jumanji, and there's one scene where Robin Williams encounters a squatter in his father's old shoe factory who made the office look very warm and Christmassy. Did you just say you haven't seen Jumanji? Yes, I did.
But here's another argument that we should make. Would you call the Harry Potter series Christmas movies?
Oh, wait. No, I would not. I haven't seen them, so I can't opine. 1 second. Okay.
I've seen them once, but I don't.
Go ahead.
Don't think so.
I'm sorry, did I
Because you
totally
think that-
derail something? I was
Well,
off
just
on my own
the
there.
previous sentence before that, the first mention is 2007. Previous sentence in the article I got the last page from. While the film, which follows police officer John McClane, portrayed by Bruce Willis, as he attempts to reclaim an office building seized by terrorists, is set on Christmas Eve, the holiday plays a minimal role in the plot. Well, sure, but yes, and I think it does. I think it does play a minimal role in the plot, but that's a writer's opinion. But I appreciate that definitely. Can we settle this? Do you think though, because Super is, and I want to make sure we're all on the same base.
I think it plays a minimal role in the plot too, but
Yeah.
but it's absolutely in
also-
the plot, but it also motivates a lot of other stuff.
It also, in the same way, you could say it plays a minimal role in Gremlins' plot because
Yeah.
the motivation is that he gets it as a Christmas gift, but that doesn't really matter that much.
Yeah.
The thing about Gremlins is that the tension or the dichotomy in Gremlins is increased in a way that would not be that would not.
Yeah,
You couldn't
it
do
is.
without
it's the
making it Christmas.
juxtaposition between
Absolutely.
Christmas and just gruesome monster madness.
Yeah,
and
or-
also
and just like-
there is an atmosphere to it.
It
Right.
is.
Yeah, my big thing is the feeling, the tone.
And that's where the music in Die Hard becomes vitally important because it is
Michael Kamen, who did Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I love him so much.
it's
the other fantastic Alan Rickman villain.
I just feel it's instrumental in. I'm gonna do this.
Jeff,
Instrumental. I see.
Uh,
Yo, you guys, man, I did not see a way ahead. Very nice.
give me some scaffolding.
Yeah, baby. Scaffolding, like here.
Yeah, just put one like slanted. That was a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Harry
Potter would not be Christmas in my mind. No to the Harry Potter, but they are nice to watch.
I know a lot of people that watch Harry Potter at Christmas.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
No, never heard of that.
Well,
And
I see that.
I finally, because I started like listening to the,
Well, I mean,
the
it's like,
audiobooks.
I mean,
and-
to some degree, why does everyone like the Draft House does Lord of the Rings at Thanksgiving
well,
every
and
year?
E.T. to
Really?
me
Yeah.
E.T. is the movie they used to run at Thanksgiving all the time.
Oh, really?
What?
Okay.
Yeah, and I was
That's
like,
a
oh, yeah.
summer movie, bro.
But I'm also like, so yeah, it's like it's interesting. I
What,
wouldn't-
just because it was what the Halloween sequence, or
no, I think they
Oh,
just
at Thanksgiving.
I think they just go. This is a family movie that people like. So in that way, I think I totally like if someone's like Harry Potter movies or Christmas movies, I'm like, sure, right, for the reason that you like watch them at Christmas and their family, and I get
Yeah.
that. But that's the same thing as like, but that's not an objective. Like you
Right.
can't apply that to Die Hard. I
Yeah,
don't think.
yeah.
You can't apply that to other
I was
movies.
thinking on the drive over about sort of off topic, but it's like in October, everyone's like
Yeah.
horror, and it's
Any
just
horror
blanket
movie is a Halloween movie.
Yes,
I thought of that too.
And I
Yeah.
was thinking, I was like, I wonder if next year me and my wife will just watch movies that have Halloween featured in it in some
Yeah.
way, like.
So
yeah, because I was thinking, oh, that's interesting. Like, 'cause
And-
Christmas is a narrower
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Because Halloween is just we like to be scared, so
Yes,
anything
thing
scary,
scary,
fits in.
yes.
So like you
I
can watch
guess,
an
like-
inconvenient truth at
Right.
Halloween.
My favorite Halloween.
My favorite scary movie.
But the reason there are Christmas debates is Christmas people
Well,
in
because
the
again-
same way people at the heart of Halloween is being scared. At the heart of Halloween is love and family. And that's what people
the
are
heart
like.
of Halloween?
No,
I'm
Christmas.
sorry, height of Christmas.
Yeah, but
Love
and
and
yeah,
family.
that's the thing. Like Christmas has these more like general themes or more specific themes that like feel Christmassy.
Yeah.
That again, I guess
I
I
think-
feel like Die Hard and
I gotta wash
like
my hands.
Sure. I think what it is it like because like anything that's scary qualifies for Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, almost anything that like is love and family related,
Right,
would
that's- yeah.
would be up for
Yeah,
Christmas.
yeah. Mhm.
That's why these things that aren't get this like really cool title of like alternative Christmas
Right, yeah,
movies.
exactly,
And
yeah.
it's like that's why it's funny. Yeah, and so I think there's a lot of fervor because people. Look, I'm not saying that, but I think there is a thing where people are like, "Oh, it's cool
No,
for me
yeah.
to say my favorite
Yes.
favorite Christmas movie is Die
Die
Hard,
Hard, yeah,
so
yeah.
it's definitely a Christmas
Right, yeah,
movie."
yeah.
Or it's cool for me to say my favorite Christmas movie is Gremlins.
Yeah.
Because I love Gremlins.
Right, yeah.
I love it. It's not my favorite Christmas movie. It's one of them. Sure, it
it's
is.
National Lampoons.
Yeah,
Christmas
Last
Vacation.
Lampoon is Christmas. I wouldn't say it's the
It's
most.
that and Die Hard. Those are the two.
Yeah. Home Alone is a huge one for me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's the most common element of Christmas movies.
Oh,
but
wait, what's
certainly
this person say about Thanksgiving, Lord of the Rings?
LOTR Thanksgiving, nice.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it has a very fall feel to it.
Don't people like eat a lot
Yeah,
of food
there's
in
a
it or
feast,
something?
I guess.
don't
Yeah,
know.
so that's why they call it Thanksgiving-y, maybe.
Yeah, does the third one take place at Thanksgiving? I have no idea.
They don't have Thanksgiving in Middle Earth. I don't
Right.
think.
Oh. Third eats giving?
What is second breakfast?
Second breakfast giving? I wouldn't say it's the most common element of Christmas movies. There's certainly a common trend of familial development in Christmas movies. I would say Alan grows a lot as a person, and particularly the relationship with her father, to me, solidifies it. Wait.
Home movie with Alan.
Are you talking about Jumanji? I've never seen Jumanji. If you guys don't make a little antenna and helipad on top of this,
It's happening.
right? Oh boy. Yes, it is because they have a Christmas tree at the beginning. No, people know I keep saying Harry Potter is Christmas. It just happens.
Yeah, I felt like
in
Harry Potter's
winter.
like a whole school year.
There are just a few. And we were just saying that I think part of the fervor, and I'm not saying this to discredit it, but part of the fervor comes from people who who want
Nightmare
to be
Before
like,
Christmas
is
a Christmas movie.
Oh, I think that plays into it.
Yeah.
I think
that's why anything that has snow in it, they go, oh, it's Christmas movie.
Well, that's funny you say that because I was gonna come in here and be like, I genuinely think you have some type of psychological block.
I don't.
Because there's not snow in it, and a lack of maybe Christmas lights, but more just the wintry atmosphere overall,
which
leads you to want to downplay the rest of I think if snow was in this movie and it was just snow outside the building and he was on the rooftop and it was freezing and he's in his tank top and stuff, you'd be like, this is one of the greatest Christmas movies of all time, bar none.
But Long Kiss Goodnight is that. There's snow all over.
No, but I mean that movie's there's not a
and
lot of
Batman
Christmas.
That's shame, but I haven't seen that one.
Batman Returns has winter all over it.
That's true. But it also doesn't reference Christmas and have a Christmassy score and stuff the same way Die Hard does.
It has Christmas decorations. I'm not saying it does, but it does have Christmas decorations. Sure. Yeah, I will say that if you're making a movie, and you're gonna make a Christmas movie, and because it's I don't know, because snow is a thing that that is very strongly associated with Christmas. I think it's a little bit of an uphill battle if you don't have snow in
I agree.
In the Christmas, so maybe I definitely think it would be. I might have a harder time. That would be another big thing.
Yeah.
That would be another thing to consider, certainly. Yeah. But I mean, there are plenty of, I don't know, like Snowpiercer. I don't know. I haven't seen Snowpiercer.
It's not a Christmas movie.
Okay.
Not even remotely.
Yeah.
Why would you even bring that up?
I don't know. Thinking about a movie with snow.
Snow in the title? Yeah. No nightmares about Jack trying to replace Halloween with Christmas, isn't it? Yeah, Christmas. So you can say you can watch it at both, and it's a Halloween movie, but Christmas honestly takes primacy.
Again, it's about a Halloween.
It's the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
It's a Halloween guy learning that Christmas is
great. It's learning about again. It has all the trappings of.
I don't watch that at Halloween. I watch that at
Christmas. Yeah, exactly.
Nightmare is definitely both. But I honestly would lean on the Christmas side. Pretty intensely.
I mean, I agree. Yeah.
Everything happens before Christmas, so everything is a Christmas movie. Wait, what? Oh, maybe that's a reference to something else. Nightmare Before Halloween. It's both. Just watch all of it extended. I didn't feel any Thanksgiving, but I did feel like I cried 30 times.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking Lord of the Rings?
I think he's talking about Lord of the Rings. Yeah. I cried throughout all 8 hours of those movies.
Carry you!
Oh my god, I was watching this thing of screenwriters talking about their favorite lines, and they did the one at the end of Fellowship, which is I don't know, I wish the ring never came to me. I wish none of this ever happened. And then Gandalf comes in and is like, so do all that. And he just goes, and he's like, but that is not for them to decide.
Dude,
and it's just
when they
have you even seen those movies?
I've not seen the third one.
Which is because at the
but
end
I sat through 8 hours and was not riveted, so I was not.
Then I'll go get it at the end of the third one.
It's like when people go watch it. Watch 4 seasons. It gets good at the fifth. And I'm like, well,
if you don't like,
but here's the thing.
Fellowship is my favorite. So if you don't like it, then fuck off.
I think Fellowship is my favorite too. But Return of the King has the most emotional wallop because when after everything is all said and done, and then the hobbits after their entire journey. They kneel down in front of King Aragorn, and then I'm gonna cry right now.
Spoiler!
And he goes, "My friends, you bow for no one," and then everyone else bows for them, and I'm gonna cry right now. It is amazing, cool. And it's.
But again, if you didn't feel anything during Fellowship, then you got to
be on board for it.
Yeah.
Which my wife
it's
not
that this is I get it.
No, Rachel isn't a big fantasy person. That's again, it's fantasies and westerns are the things I kind of go watch on my own.
It's not
that
I
watch everything else together except for those two.
It's not that I don't have a soul. It's the CGI doesn't have a soul in Fellowship and the rest of the movies.
Well, Fellowship there's the least CGI.
Yeah.
Then they get more
Okay,
CGI
then the rest
as they
are
go
done.
on. Yeah.
No, yeah, I get that because if I watched the movie and like didn't really like it, but then if the movie was 17 hours long, and then at the end something happened, I'd be like, I do feel an emotional release at the end of 17 hours. I'm not gonna get a lot of support anywhere for like this is okay. I'm glad people love them.
I was wondering.
People love them.
I was wondering because I think that is close to our Divergence.
Oh really?
I think
it's 2000.
I think 2000. Yeah,
so
around 2000.
We've talked about this,
Is
guys,
that when
before.
he lost his mind?
Yes.
We're now hold on. Now hold
No,
on.
you and I see eye to eye.
We do. I know. I do. I'm just saying. No. Now here, because guys, we've talked
I
about
was just gonna
Divergence
say
was
that. I was gonna say that. I was like, are we talking about Divergence now?
This is something. This is the dream team of Divergent film opinions because Ben and I love a lot of the same movies till about the late 90s or something.
Yeah,
And
something
then
happened
and then
late
occasionally-
90s, early 2000s.
And one of us went insane. No, I'll say that. Oh gosh, thank you, Impetuous Scamp, for that 6 months of unbelievable support. Thank you, my friend.
Oh.
Thank you. Oh yeah. Some.
I don't want to hit the tower.
One of you guys is gonna have to build the antenna at the top.
Thank
and
you
the
for. Wait a
heliport.
second.
I just washed my hands.
Out of what?
I built 2 levels.
Here, all right.
Benjamin Moody.
Thank you so much, Impetuous Knave. Impetuous Scamp. Sorry.
You
Knave?
just destroyed a building, sir.
Thank you for the 6
I
months.
did not.
You are the best.
Oh, you're the best, dude.
That's
Thank you
still
so much,
one of
Scamp.
the
Can
funniest
never
lines
keep
in the
you
movie. He's
down.
like, hey,
Those are the
who am I
legs,
talking to
right.
here?
I said Knave. I'm so sorry, Impetuous. Scamp, thank you so much, dude. Lots and lots of love. Lobo, what you haven't seen that I have to be disappointed in you for? Jumanji and the third Lord of the Rings movie. Knave, my name's fucked. I gotta get back. I'm so sorry, Scamp. What's up, Jacob? I think I've been made to watch Lord of the Rings 10 different times with 10 different people, and I always mentally check out halfway through. Fair point. Foul, Knave. What? I'm gonna get Impetuous Knave back.
I mean, look.
Oh, is that... Wait. Is that why I thought Knave? Because it used to be Knave? Okay, never mind. Okay.
That's really good, Ben.
I'm just saying. What though? Yeah, you really. Wow. And that's the icing literally on the. He's just like.
That's
It's
right.
like that's when he shoots Gruber and goes.
He's the guy where like we did all the work and then he was like, but I'm gonna make the special part and put it on top, and then we're like, well done.
Ben comes in and goes, hold on.
There.
The switch would
Done.
give it back. It used to be Knave. Oh, okay. So I'm not
Man,
crazy.
it looks really scary on the TV. Here,
sure
doesn't
does.
it? Like, yeah, don't. What is? No, I'm not gonna do it. Cause look on the screen there, it looks like totally fucked.
I was like, this is what I was gonna do.
Cause it looks good.
I was like,
mine.
oh, we can have a Ninja Turtle climb it. No, we can't.
No,
it's invisible.
Well, that's why we were looking for Legos.
We need a
but
small.
You don't have any
like
Legos.
you have an Ormy Man.
I have a Shakespeare bust.
No. Useless.
I have a T101 bust. Oh, Scorp! Oh my gosh. Phil's birthday, man! Oh my gosh. Some. Birthday! Honey Plays He was a Christmas movie. That's a fair point. Definitely. Thank you for the subscription. Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Thank you. Those are the words to the song. Yes. Thank you, Spork! Happy freaking birthday! Happy birthday! Hap.
Anniversary hype. Birthday hype feels birthday.
Birthday hype. Happy freaking birthday. I've not seen 1 hour photo.
Did you know that McTiernan had to convince Michael Kamen to use classical music? I guess they used a piece of Beethoven in the film, and Kamen was like, "This is sacrilege. We're not going to use this in a fucking action movie." And then McTiernan showed him 2001 and was like, "It can be done. It can be done well."
And then
He
Michael
was like, "Okay."
And then Michael came and scored Mr. Holland's Opus.
Did he? Oh, I would love to revisit that. That's something that I watched a lot as a kid.
That's something I didn't, but then my wife did, and I watched it, and it was good.
Yeah, it's a great
Wait.
movie.
Great.
You haven't seen
Yeah.
The Sandlot?
I have definitely seen The Sandlot.
Yeah, Sandlot's.
Sounds like,
Oh,
like
no,
tied to my favorite
someone
movie.
said, Lobro, I haven't seen The Sandlot.
What?
Lobro, I love The Sandlot more than
Dude,
most
you have,
movies.
I can't believe you haven't seen The Sandlot.
All right.
We're just gonna get that going.
Yeah, this is good. This is good. The thing about me is, I get gotten pretty easily. I can't. Yeah, I know. You shouldn't believe me because it's yes. Okay. All right. Here's where we were talking about this. So we have very
Divergent.
like
Like
what
most
really
of our
blew-
childhood movies
yeah.
were in sync.
Well,
with.
and what really surprised me is that we both like intensely love Rushmore.
Yes.
And I was like, what? Based on what? Because a lot of the movies that you like these days and I like these days, well, that's not true. Not a lot, but
yeah, no.
but key ones.
Yeah.
And you and I, we're pretty good. We're good, but occasionally it's like plow.
Yeah.
And you guys are pretty like meh. So what we're eventually gonna do is
We had
we're gonna devise a quiz.
Ben and I talk more craft than anything, and I think we see eye to eye on almost all craftsmanship.
All right.
Type
All right.
shit.
All right. And I am a yokel.
Oh no, that's not what I meant. I was saying how I relate to
this.
You simpleton! I'm not gonna talk craft with you.
I see what's going on.
It's called a rack focus, buddy. Right?
Yeah, these guys have matching director's jackets that they hung up before they came in, and I walked in on a ground made of dirt.
You crawled in.
Yeah,
Let's get it straight.
Come in here. Yeah, would you like some?
Come on, cattle.
But yeah, no.
Go get some
Come on,
craft
Gurk.
services, you bitch. Anyway, sorry.
We had this idea that again, Brian and I, we had all our childhood movies were in sync, and then there's a moment
There's an
where
event.
there's something happened, and
We're
all
gonna
of a sudden
find it.
we totally watched.
Okay,
I bet it
let's break this
coincided
down.
with.
What year is it?
I bet it happened when Pacino's voice went from this to this.
Because
Dick Tracy.
You're a Fight
Yeah.
Club. You're fine with Fight Club.
Fight Club's fantastic.
Okay, so yeah, we're again, yeah, that's again
That's 99.
'cause 99.
What- So yeah, but we're gonna eventually I'm
Yeah.
gonna scientifically make a quiz.
Yeah, I want to know.
serious-
I just want.
watch
Like,
this.
is there a year? Because I would love to know where you are both at personally to see if there is something that separated you.
I don't know if it's a year.
But again, I
But
was
what's
just at
this-
Lord of the Rings, like.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings.
Again,
definitely-
that's
I'm not-
one of my favorite fucking movies of all time. So like that's
But
again.
But you grew up with the books,
yeah.
so that's a thing. Because I grew up with Chronicles of Narnia.
Okay.
And I went and watched the first Chronicles of Narnia, and I was like, I love it, even though I was like, I know I shouldn't, but I was like, I love it. Now this is the kind of thing that I'm talking about. So like, Alien or Aliens?
Alien.
Alien.
Depends on my mood.
All right, that's pretty good.
I get like
Way to play the game, Ben.
No, it's a good answer.
right. I would do the same thing you did with
fair point. No, it's fair. Totally
Die
fair.
Hard and Terminator 2.
Totally
One's a horror movie, one's an
that's
action sci-fi.
Totally
That's
fair.
true. Totally true.
Another one is favorite Wes Anderson film, but that we know that one. And
I mean,
What's
again,
your
like
favorite Wes
it's
Anderson?
tough for me. It's either Bottle Rocket or Rushmore.
Which one did you see first?
No, I guess I saw Rushmore. Yeah.
Did you see
I want to say it's Tenenbaum just because that's how I discovered Anderson. Like a
And
lot of
that's
people.
another theory of mine.
And then I
Your
retroactively went back and saw Bottle Rocket and Rushmore in that order. So like Rushmore was my third
Oh wow.
because I love Tenenbaum so much
That's
that I was
interesting.
like, I'm gonna start from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, oh, I don't because he hadn't developed his style yet in Bottle Rocket. And then I was like, oh, that's weird. And then
No Pacino when he says, "Cause she got a great ass, and you had all the way up it."
Hey, what's his name? Who's the Simpsons guy? Who's
Mo?
what's his?
Come on, Homer.
What's his real name?
Hank Azaria.
Because apparently that was improv, and so the look, and they were shooting 2 cams, and so the look on Hank Azaria's face is like genuine because he's just like, oh my god.
Man, I need to watch.
I watched Heat.
so many.
Heat. I watched it a couple months ago.
We should do Prime next month. We should do Heat.
I've just been waiting.
I know.
It's
been
one of
years
my
for me.
favorite movies. Like it is the pinnacle of Michael Mann's career.
Yeah.
And he's like, I know people have issues with him these days. I still think he's a brilliant director, and he's made brilliant. Someone was ragging on The Insider earlier. Insider is a brilliant movie. He's a brilliant filmmaker, and Heat is the top of the list. I really love Heat.
Yeah,
A
totally.
lot.
Totally. It's funny.
No, like a lot.
Hey, Jeff, buddy, take it easy. Take it. That ain't graham cracker anymore. That's human erection.
What if you just took this off and there's
It's
just a
big
penis head?
Then we just we'd be gone. We'd be dead. It's funny. It's funny you mentioned Hank Azaria because I forgot. I definitely don't remember much about Heat then. But it's funny because his Mo is a bad Al Pacino impression. Is how he came up with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is like you kind of sort of think you go okay, right?
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
This is funny. You know what's funny? These two don't strike me as the director type. Feel me? Like the kind that's a complete fuckface and can meet me at 15th and Chestnut. I just love that. I love it so much. I love that so much. That's a great compliment. He's like, you're not directors in the douchebag dickhead way.
I mean, I think, yeah.
Yeah, good.
Being a good director is
Wait,
not being a dick.
Yeah.
It's just not. But a lot of people think it is.
Bless
Bless you.
you.
Bless you.
So
Bless
again, yeah.
you. Now you only get
Okay, my theory is it's from 2000 to 2002. I think there's a divergence.
Yeah.
One day we'll get to the bottom of it.
So have
September
we reached?
11th.
Have we reached the?
Oh God!
Yikes. Yikes. Sorry. That's the thing.
It was there, and I
Yeah,
said
yeah.
it, and now we're talking about it.
Yeah.
You don't want to go down this road with me.
Because I'm like United 91, and he's like, yeah, this is we're not gonna. I don't even. Wow.
What's the Christmas movie with Jonathan Taylor Thomas where he turns down his dream car to play Santa for a bunch of orphans in a bus station? I don't know, but you nailed the premise.
That's good. Hey, Brady boy, how you doing, man?
You remembered everything about that movie but the title.
And it sounds very.
Yeah, I
Christmas-y.
know. I'm. Oh fuck.
I know the cover though. I know the cover.
Christmas. Home for Christmas.
That's
Really?
probably it.
Wait, is he an adult in this?
He's like wearing one of these hats.
I'll be home for Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah, he's wearing one of these hats and he's on the cover just going like this.
Oh, and he's got one of those like '90s sweaters that
Yeah.
has the 3 stripes across it.
When I saw is it Jungle
I'll get
Feet?
home
No,
with
that's Spike Lee.
Yeah.
What's the
Jungle
Tim
to
Allen?
Jungle?
Jungle to Jungle?
Is that Tim Allen?
Is that Tim Allen and Jonathan Taylor Thomas? I think it is.
Or just Tim Allen? It's a different kid.
No, it's Chevy Chase and
It's right where they adopt the kid and
JTT
he's from.
and Farrah Fawcett. Yeah.
Farrah Fawcett, really?
Yes.
But Jungle, but
That's Tim Allen.
But JTT is not the. Oh, okay. Does Jonathan Taylor Thomas play a jungle kid?
No, but there's a movie where he like learns Indian. They use that song. Hi, oh, anyways, my whole point was that he was wearing like this plaid like sweatshirt
Oh, nice.
ensemble.
Super nice.
And I walked out of that movie and I was like, like 7, and
Yeah.
I was like, Mom, take me to Target because I gotta
Yeah.
get that.
Yeah.
And then I saved up my money because she said no, and then I bought one,
Yeah, I remember
and I felt really cool
that. I
because
totally.
of Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Totally, and I remember like watching Boy Meets World and going like, man, Ryder Strong is really cool.
Yeah.
I need to get hair like that, and then I was like, oh, my hair doesn't do that. And then when I was older, I saw Jared Leto with hair like that as Jordan Catalano in My So-Called Life. And
yeah.
I was old enough to know, and I was just like,
Fuck you.
fuck you for being that guy, because that's everyone. Jordan Catalano is the coolest person of all time now, but not though. But
Do you know he Jared Leto is almost 50?
No, that's not true.
It is.
That's
weird.
And
That's
he
not-
looks the same age as he did in My
younger,
So-Called Life.
younger than me. Estranged from his father, Gary Cole, college student Jake, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, is lured home to New York for Christmas with the promise of receiving a classic Porsche as a gift. What a dick. Anyway, whatever. What is that song even? Tim Allen and Sam Huntington. That's Wild Alaska. I was going to say maybe. Did you guys just sing Enya's? Yes, I think we did. Ademus.
Is it Enya? For
I think
real?
so. I think so. Because I get that confused with the Listerine commercial that was like, he's swinging from a vine, and you go, he doesn't have arms, and they go, shut up.
That's
it's
from a
Listerine.
Listerine commercial?
Not originally, I don't think. But that's
What is
where I
that
knew it
from originally? Because
That's where I knew it from as a
I mean,
kid.
you remember like the meat or beef? It's what's
Where's
for
the
dinner.
beef? Oh yeah.
Is that a classical piece?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just thought jingles were like off the charts.
And they don't take American Express.
He's 46.
Son of a mother.
Yeah.
Wow.
He looks like he's 18.
He does.
It's infuriating.
Right when he's at the Bear Den and he rides the moose.
You
Oh,
want to call me
turns 47 the
baby?
day after Christmas.
Just
Honey,
call
please, thank you
me
for those
after
5. Thank you for
Christmas.
the. Oh my goodness, thank you, my friend.
I'ma just say Die Hard is a Christmas movie and Lobro knows we ain't never been a bitch. Feel me real ones out here.
Yeah, baby. I got you, baby. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's also in Beverly Hills Ninja. Oh, that's great.
Hooked up my PS3 to my new TV and it's letterbox. This is irritating me. You need to pay and scan that bitch.
Can we please make a movie in pan and skin?
That would be
This
great.
is great.
I mean, I guess what's the equivalent now, like shooting vertically?
That really would be.
I really want a pan and skin. Like
Someone
digitally
needs to make a
pan.
documentary about that and interview a bunch of famous directors and their experiences. I would watch. That would be a fascinating
Yeah,
documentary.
they just go, you get Soderbergh, like these people are really opinionated.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh god.
Let me see if there's anything else that I wanted to say. No more table. Where are you going, pal? That's what I had. Oh, I love that the body drops on the car in slow motion quietly.
I was gonna ask, is that? I've seen a deleted scene where they used a mannequin or whatever, and it didn't work. So in the final film, when that guy is falling, that's a real guy, right? Because his arms are flailing.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a real person.
I mean, he fell far.
He really did.
Yeah.
and he just disappears into
He fell far.
Fantastic, yeah.
That's like the biggest, that's the longest fall I've ever seen in a movie.
Absolutely.
Ever.
They
would never do that now.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have to, but
yeah, that's true.
it's crazy. Like
really
he fell, 30 stories?
Yeah,
I mean,
he fell a long way, and it's great. It's too because
it's just like they just linger on it because if they're gonna do it,
yeah. As much as I remember that I remember that just as vividly.
The wide shot.
Fall, it's so crazy. He fell far. He sure did. Fun Christmas, the reindeer and the Santa Claus was from the zoo that I work at. Whoa, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
What is your actual favorite Christmas movie? Both of you.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
That's a great one.
To me, because again, it just comes. That's just
What you
Christmas
watch,
to me. Like I don't know.
Sure.
Just,
Yeah, I do. I will say
That's
that
up there
when
for me, too.
when my wife was like, I'd never seen it. I was like, you've never seen that? That's crazy. I've never seen A Christmas Story.
That wasn't in my household.
Yeah,
I
I didn't see it
bypassed
until
that,
I think in 2006.
I really
by
enjoyed it.
Adult.
Yeah, but
Like,
it's not.
I've seen
ingrained in
Black
me.
Christmas, but not Christmas
Yeah,
Story.
I'll say Never Polar Express because that's terrifying.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have a favorite Christmas. I really like A Wonderful Life. I really like.
Yeah.
It's kind of got to be Home Alone because Home Alone is a movie where you take the soundtrack and it just is Christmas.
Yeah.
Like
I think it's either Home Alone. But I have a weird, just because it was in my house, I have a weird affinity for Tim Allen's Santa Claus.
Oh, I've never
Weird.
seen
Like,
that.
I've never seen it.
It's great. The first one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm
great.
planning to watch that new Kurt Russell one. Netflix.
Oh yeah.
The
What is
Netflix.
it?
That looked
I don't know,
interesting.
some-
Bow and Tomahawk.
Yeah, the Christmas movie. Yeah, watch that for Christmas.
I've never seen Jingle All the Way either.
It's silly.
It's silly. It's fun.
It's got Sinbad in it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
great.
It's Sinbad doing grade A level Sinbad.
Which is
Yeah.
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Which is
It's
what
a
you-
fun. It's stupid as all get out, but it's fun.
I remember when Sinbad was in. Oh no, it wasn't Sinbad. Oh.
When did Jackie Chan start doing his own stunts? From the beginning.
Always. Like,
Because he was probably. He
As a
started as a
side
background actor. Like he started as an extra or
That's
stunt
amazing.
guy in the background. So
I don't even remember which Drunken Master it was, but
that's playing next month.
yeah,
Is
I want to go see it.
I
saw that you were interested in
I
that,
didn't
actually.
watch. I hadn't
'Cause it was
seen
like-
it, and then someone posted a clip, just a fight scene, and I was like, I couldn't believe
Yeah.
like the level of choreography and the speed in which they were doing it. It was very
Yeah,
impressive.
it
It
is.
was truly like watching a ballet on fast forward. It was amazing.
Um,
In the country, and he's crawling out of his skin the whole time. That's
cartoon I'd probably say watch Sinbad versus the owner.
Well, are you-
oh,
that-
sorry. What's that Chevy Chase movie?
I don't know. I was. Yeah, I don't know that. one.
Funny Farm? I think it's probably Funny
Funny
Farm.
Farm. Okay, I was
Yeah.
wondering if they were confusing it with
Nothing but trouble.
Fletch or Nothing But Trouble. which is
Get
more
Out.
fun.
I was thinking of Great Outdoors, and I was like, that's not Chevy Chase.
In this cartoon, the picture, the cover has him riding on a tractor.
Yeah.
In the cartoon, I probably watched Sinbad voices the owner of a donut shop, and he does a parody of those musical corporate business. Oh, that's great. I love Sinbad. Sinbad's great.
Did you know, like, there's because the
Jackie
new
came out
Aladdin,
with
like
Sizzling
Will
Guitar.
Smith just came. They released the image of Aladdin, and we have got to talk. This is one of your favorite animated. It is your favorite animated Disney animated movie.
Yeah.
And then they released the Entertainment Weekly cover image of Will Smith as the genie, and it looks like absolute dog shit. But it brought up, everybody started talking about it. It's like, oh yeah, he looks just like Sinbad in that one Sinbad movie,
Which doesn't
Shazam,
exist.
which doesn't exist.
Why did they say Shazam?
Because
Because it's Kazam? Yeah.
yeah, Kazam. That's what they were saying.
That was one that I was like,
It's just a
you're
weird.
all
What's
insane.
that?
It's not a thing that exists. Berenstain Bears thing, I get that.
But here's the thing. I thought it was.
You thought it was real?
I did. And I'm talking about
But
before
people are like,
it
I think
became
I've seen it.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. It's a weird thing because like I understand when it became a popular topic of discussion, I was like, oh, I know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, it's not one.
It's a mind control thing, man. The government.
It's
Because AM is so
weird.
good.
I really want to think of them. Dan Aykroyd and are you talking about Nothing But Trouble?
I think there were maybe maybe if we're finishing up The Great Outdoors, Dan Aykroyd and John Candy.
Oh, you're talking about Spies Like Us?
Oh.
Oh, well, are they? Yeah, that's.
Him and Dan Aykroyd in Winter?
The running joke is he used to be a celebrity because his voice by Sinbad. It's cute. Drawings of nude body allowed and creative? Yes, it's not. Just a nude body. Well, good. As long as it's not that. Please label it not tit. No, don't label it that. Yeah, absolutely. Nude body's fine. I mean, to me.
I'm never wearing a sweater to one of these things again.
Yeah, it's a mistake.
The government killed Sinbad's crew by manipulated times when he replaced Shazam with Shazam. Sinbad with Shaq. Good. No. Good choice. Oh. Shaquille O'Neal's best acting role is Blue Chips.
Yeah.
Do you like Blue Chips?
Yeah, man.
I love Blue Chips.
I mean, I haven't watched
It's in art. It's
See,
before the split.
It's before the split. I
It's
watched
96.
that a ton.
1996. Western University Dolphins. Oh, I want a shirt that says Western University Dolphins. I love it. Butch McRae, Neon Bodo.
I still haven't seen
I know. You got it, man. We're gonna do. We're gonna do
It's
some more
Freaked In, too.
Freaked In shit. We're gonna do some more Freaked In shit. Be back. Cowtails candy used to be spelled cowtails, and nobody convinced me otherwise. I mean, they're even shaped like tails. Wait, then why would it be called? That drives me crazy, Sir Blitz. That just drives me crazy because
yeah, that would be infuriating.
it's a candy, not a tail. Oh my gosh. If it's not to, okay, I gotta make me stop reading over that. I'm almost saying it. Shakes while the table shakes. But Spies Like Us is way better. Ramis, baby. Harold Ramis. This is a totally unrelated question but for chat, but if Lobro tried to pronounce, you think I'd say it right or wrong?
Say it.
Yeah, say it.
And what would that say about him? What would it say about you? That you know if I pronounce? It's Bukaki. Man, can I say that on Twitch? I can't. I always knew it was tails.
Boo cakes.
It's Boo Cakes.
Oh, boo cakes.
Well, I think we're still pretty on topic. Gracious.
I did my 12 days of Die Hard.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm trying to, okay.
All right, okay.
Just like Saigon, eh, Slick? I was in junior high.
I was in junior high,
dickhead.
This is inflection and everything. It's great.
Just a couple of things. We need some more FBI guys, I guess. I love the bloody feet on the windows, obviously. Gosh, that's so amazing. You just go, oh, there's so many things.
That whole sequence where he jumps off, it's so smooth. Like, it's all almost one continuous motion where he just goes...
And then the spool comes off and then goes boom, boom, boom. It's
right, but again, it's a thing where it doesn't feel choreographed.
No.
It feels very he's thinking
yeah.
on his feet.
Absolutely.
And
Gosh, he really is fantastic in that movie.
Yeah.
His performance in that film.
He sells the believability of
absolutely.
everything.
I mean, he's the heart of it.
changed
He did.
the action hero.
He did. Without him, there is no Keanu Reeves in Speed.
Yeah.
I laugh, but I love Keanu Reeves in Speed.
So before Keanu Reeves was in Speed, was it strictly Bill and Ted type stuff?
Well, I mean, there's Point Break.
Oh, that's right. Oh, okay, never mind.
Johnny Mnemonic?
That was
late. I've never seen that.
That was like 96
oh man, it's a something.
All right, we got to do a strictly '90s series too.
We should do Johnny Mnemonic and then
Demolition Man
and Virtuosity.
Oh, I love Virtuosity.
Yeah. Virtuosity.
Not that Russell Crowe.
Insane.
Russell Crowe's out of control.
Beautiful. Oh man, he's going full Russell Crowe.
Yeah. I know. I want
that's the first time I ever
Russell
saw
Crowe back.
Yeah.
Because it was his first American performance. Right?
Yeah.
I remember. We should do a series on what the '90s thought virtual reality was going to be.
Yeah.
Lawnmower Man, Strange Days.
I watched
Russell Crowe coming out of a cocoon.
So I had never seen Lawnmower Man until like 2 years ago, and I watched it, and I was like, wait. Tropic Thunder was ripping that was an actual thing like that. I did not know.
Wait, what did they do in Tropic Thunder that was
what's the awful movie that Ben Stiller makes before?
Simple Jack?
Yeah, Simple Jack is Lawnmower Man.
Oh right.
Like his costume design and everything about him is Lawnmower Man.
Oh, that's funny. That's ridiculous because he got taken to task for that recently. And they're like, you're whatever. He's like, we're making fun of another movie. And other people's whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, Die Hard reference for, wait. We need more FBI guys. Yeah. This should begin with, okay. Thank you, Mr. Crow. Who lives in Austin, Texas? Go slap that fucking tower.
I do.
Yeah, speaking of boot, never mind. Because frosting. Okay, hold on. Let's move on quickly from that.
Okay, I want to talk about one thing at the end because there's when he comes back from the dead, that's one thing.
Yeah.
And then the limo driver guy bursts out of the garage.
Yeah.
Swoops in, opens the door.
Punches that guy
really
in the
doesn't
face.
ask a lot of questions. He's just like, he kind of opens the door for him, escorts him in, and then closes it. Gets back into the driver's seat, and then they drive away
from this crime scene.
Where a building has been destroyed because of a terrorist attack where one man took down the entire thing, blew up a military helicopter, and he's just like, I gotta go. And he just drives away. No one discusses anything.
Who's going to stop him, though? Because the FBI agents have just had a big to-do with the helicopter thing, and he's just told the police chief to go eat a Nakatomi Tower. But sure. Absolutely. It was 88, man. Things were loose.
I know. It's...
things were looser. No, yeah. No, definitely true.
It was more just how the limo driver... What's his name? Argyle is... It felt weird to not name him. Argyle is... He doesn't... Does he have dialogue?
Oh yeah.
What
he talks. He asks. He grills him the whole time.
Yeah, that's right.
And then he's like, "No, man, I used to be a cabbie, so I can talk."
No. I mean at the end. No,
I
know
at the
that.
end.
Oh, yeah.
The end.
He says, if this is your idea of Christmas, I didn't see New Year's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's
the best
his
line
line.
ever. Why didn't they make a New Year's movie?
Yeah.
Because they're waiting for the perfect New Year's movie, New Year's Eve. I've never seen it. And they go, we're the weather outside. Is
Gary Marshall, and I'm gonna cover all the holidays.
Oh, how about Penny Marshall? Man?
that was
incredibly sad.
That was a bummer.
She's the best. All right, speaking of Argyle, hold on. Penny Marshall. Speaking of Argyle, he drives in and goes, pulls up. There's the van.
You're talking a different part. Yeah.
He runs up to the hacker dude and punches him in the face. And I go, how did you know that was a terrorist guy?
Yeah.
Especially because they're all German.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't know anything. Well, I guess he might.
He's been hearing the radio.
Have they said German?
Yeah.
Well,
Did they reference the police ambulance at that point?
Because he walked.
Over
Well,
the
that's. I
radio?
mean, that's what he did. Is he saw a fucking ambulance drive out of that storage truck, and that's fucking fishy as shit.
Oh, okay.
But he does take
missed that
action.
Right.
He's like, that's fishy.
Well, yeah,
I'm gonna punch that guy.
Yeah. He's just
great.
the best limo driver
Argyle
ever.
is great. Argyle is awesome. Well, that's another thing. Oh, I meant to say that. I love.
See, I'd rather see a prequel of Argyle in his taxi driving days.
That would be amazing.
And maybe we learned that he is a badass, but so he just kind of felt like he was stuck in the garage. He's like,
Like,
oh,
what if he has this whole other life where he had this crazy adventure, and then at the end he's just left with like nothing, so he has to become a limo driver?
Yeah. That's the movie
That's
I would-
amazing.
So many
new
of the-
franchise.
Argyle.
So many of the characters. Because Argyle's amazing, and then
Johnson and Johnson.
Reginald Johnson, Johnson and Johnson. But there are also something I really love is how they set up characters on the outside and the inside, and it's so great.
Yeah.
That just keeps things moving, and it grants a different perspective. It's just it's so much that happens. You go, that's exactly how that would happen, and that's so realistic. They're just things that I don't.
Even the bit character, like the guy in the manhole cover, he's
Yeah.
like, I got it right
The
here.
guy from The Burbs.
I can make it.
Yeah.
I knew I recognized him from somewhere.
Satan is my pal. Yeah. Kill everyone.
He's so great.
You're chanting. You're
Yeah,
chanting.
I love
A
it.
femur's a human thigh bone. Right?
Oh, he's so great. But
yeah.
I just because he made such an impression with like one scene where he's just like, I got it right here.
Yeah.
Again, that's what I was saying earlier.
Oh.
Every person, no matter if they have one scene or a handful of scenes, like everyone makes an impression.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
and again, it comes from writing, it comes from McTiernan just being like, no, I'm gonna make this role worth it.
Yeah.
It's so great.
And I guess him.
And that's what it is. It's more. I feel like. I mean, it is the writing to some extent, but like it's the directing along with just the casting, which directing is casting, and they cast all these parts so perfectly. Because that line, my favorite line is I was in junior high, dickhead, and it has everything to do with the way those two are
Absolutely.
interacting
Yeah.
throughout the entire movie
Robert
to make that
Davi.
line work.
Yeah, I've never seen that. The other actor, obviously, I've seen like Throw Mom on the Train.
He was
Goonies,
in Profile.
Scarface.
Yeah, like, do you ever see that show Profiler?
Mm-mm.
It was
You're
like
talking about Robert Davi, the guy with the
Yeah,
pockmarks?
mhm.
But I don't know, the guy who says I was in junior high tech, and I've never
have
seen
no
him
idea
ever
who it
again.
was,
I think
yeah.
he's great. He's awesome.
Yeah.
I think it was this homebrew setting in the movie. Homebrew?
Is that me?
Oh, it's different. No.
No.
Hey, homebrew, because you're a hipster. That's funny. Sorry. I remember to see this poster. Oh, people talking something else. This early setting. I think I'll watch over. Okay, people talking different things. Listening to CBs pretty much says, yeah. You talking about Argyle? Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they do address that he. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I love when Ellis, like, he's so awful, but he just goes, "Hey, sprechen Sie talk." I love it's like, goodness gracious. Everything is so great. Oh gosh.
Show him the watch.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
He's like staring daggers into his eyes. I'm like, that is her husband.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, I love it when he goes, "Asshole, I'm not the one who just got put on national TV." Our guy goes,
Yeah.
just like I do. So many great lines. My gosh. And we were talking about the Holly and Hans scene. I love when he's like, I love how like reasonable Hans is and how much he respects her in that show.
Yeah.
Like he goes, no, but have a sofa brought out to you. Is that good enough? And she goes, good enough. And it's like, oh, it's like nice.
It added layers to his character. Where he's like, he's still a gentleman.
Yeah. No.
And like there's a part like when he goes, by the time they saw it, and it's that great. They have so many double things that are really great. Like where he's like, by the time they something, he'll be in a body bag, and then it cuts to Hans, and he's like, by the time they sort out the record, we'll be on a beach sipping margarita and collecting 20%. And for a moment there, I go, oh, I really want that for you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you want him to win on some level.
Like, oh man, I get that. You don't want to work.
You at least want him to get. Yeah, you're rooting for him a little bit, and that has everything to
one
do
thing
just
we
with his
haven't
performance.
touched on, surprisingly, is
so fun.
Yeah.
the great scene when Hans pretends to be
Bill Clay.
hostage.
Yeah.
Bill Clay. Which again, I love the subtleties of Bill William.
Just the fact that they had a WM next to Clay was great.
Yeah.
And it's so great because it's such a battle of minds, and you're like, oh man,
Yeah.
and then you go, he's got it, and then you go, oh, he had him the whole time, and then you go, why didn't he shoot him?
Oh well, that happens more than
why
once.
did McClane shoot Hans?
When Big Swedish older brother finally gets. He gets
the gun up in the back,
and he's just like this, and I'm like, if you killed him right now, you would be alive at the end of this movie.
Which happens. Oh, but I was actually saying because he doesn't kill. But I was actually saying like, why doesn't McClane, when he realizes it's Hans, why doesn't he shoot him then? But I guess because you don't have time because Hans pulls the gun. But,
Well, no, they're actually very calculated about that because they have their back and forth very briefly, and then immediately.
Hans pulls the gun.
It's the elevator.
Yeah,
it's
then
the
the
elevator
elevator
ding, and he
dings.
was like, "You were saying,
Yeah,
or something like that."
That's
Yeah.
You think of stupid Hans? Yeah.
Shoot the glass.
God. Gosh darn it! What was the?
Apparently, whenever he's speaking German, Alan Rickman, it's
Just gibberish.
It's gibberish.
Yeah.
It actually is.
Yeah, and they dubbed it. Yeah. Right.
And I think it's just gibberish. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I read that. Yeah.
Oh man, I read. Yeah. What is the? We said something, and it made me want to say something, and I can't remember what the something was.
I'm not in there.
So,
I'm not in that head of yours.
yeah.
Don't do it.
Oh, it's solid now.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, this ain't going nowhere.
Hold on. If we just kind of hold on. No. Oh, I love. They're just so everything is
No,
Everything,
it's German. It's just not correct. Yeah, apparently it's just random words.
Oh, like Lutenhausen.
Yeah, this is nonsense, isn't it, man?
All right, lots of love, gravy. Well, I love that when he goes up to the thing, when he goes up to the top of the roof, and he's like, "Where's Holly? Where's Holly? Where's Holly?" And then he's like, "Everybody, get the fuck down! Get down!" And they're like, "What?" And you go, and he just starts firing because you go like, "Yeah, you would have to." And then immediately there are consequences because they go, "It's a terrorist." And I go, "That's great."
Yeah.
Okay,
So
just
great.
everything.
And it motivates
Bill,
everything.
Bill,
It's just everything fits
One of my
right
favorite
in.
things is when he Reginald Vell Johnson, he's walking out of the gas station, and then he's like, "I'm gonna go look at the tower real quick," and he walks over to the road, and then they look down the tower, and you see the bullet hits
Well,
going.
see, so I used to think that, but those
What?
are, I think they're, on towers they have flashing lights just to tell planes and helicopters. It's
But
not
they
just,
cut immediately to them firing.
I guess, yeah, maybe, but.
What are you talking about? What part? Sorry.
Ben,
So,
What part?
Don't do
It's
this.
when again he gets the call when he's in the convenience store. The cop, he's in the convenience store buying the things.
Right.
I got a wife at home.
Yeah.
Then he gets a call like, go check out Nakatomi. And then he walks to his car.
He, like,
and then he
throws-
turns around and
He's
he
like,
looks
oh,
at
isn't that right down the
Nakatomi.
street? And he walks down, he looks over, and there's blinking, like, flashes of white light. And then they immediately cut to the top of the tower, and they're firing their guns. And there's big
Oh.
muzzle flashes. And I was like, that is so calculated and so wonderful.
Yeah, but it's far of way that he might not think it's stuff.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
because
yeah.
he could be.
Because it could
But
just
he's
be
saying that
flashing
they're just
lights.
flashing
I don't
lights.
know. Like, yeah.
And
That's
he's
a
trying to
shame.
ruin
Yeah,
this
yeah,
for
yeah.
me. And I
But
don't like it.
yeah, I guess it could be either or.
Do they show it later in the movie where it's blinking like
Yeah, I
that?
think they are blinking later too. Yeah.
I was trying to think of like, because it's funny. I don't know.
I'm
what-
gonna watch it again just to check that.
Yeah. I want it to be true.
Colin, me too, Allie. I love him in that movie. In this movie, I love that moment after he shoots him and he shoots,
Yeah, it's a great,
and he
it's
just
a
kind of
great
goes,
moment.
and he's just a great.
And he
he's
get- he
great.
I
gets
shot a kid.
He gets a huge hero moment,
yeah.
which is awesome.
But then he takes it in. Yeah, but he doesn't just go like, yeah. He just
Yeah.
he takes it seriously because like I just shot someone else. I can do that. I did it. Am
I
gonna
saved
feel good?
some
It's just-
lives,
He's going
Yeah.
through it. I love it. He's a great
Apparently,
actor.
that music cue right there is not Cayman. It's stock music that they had when they were editing, and
couldn't replace
they
it.
just were like, "There nothing's gonna top this," so they kept it.
Ray singing the song and body drops. Yeah. Okay. Well. Now hold on.
You miss anything?
I am missing one thing, and I am an exceptional thief.
Yeah.
Exceptional thief. I'm trying to think of anything. I feel like we covered a lot of it.
We really, really did. I'm trying to think.
Hey, Narnia.
Yeah, exactly. I love that it's like a travel poster.
Yeah,
Someone gave it to me, and I was like, noise. Come on. Oh, I like that they namesake Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh, the other thing is, I don't know. I like
They do?
just a little bit. He's like, there's not enough C4 here to send Arnold Schwarzenegger into orbit. So it's kind of like referring to
wow.
like
Like,
the
yeah.
80s.
Yeah.
The old, I mean, the previous, the last, whatever.
Oh, I have somehow missed that. I've seen this movie 100 times. I've never. Maybe I blocked. I hate it when they fucking do shit like that. I hate.
Where they're like,
Especially when Stallone does it, because he's
Oh,
so
shit,
cutesy
sure.
about it, and I'm like, I get it. You were in like an action movie race
Yeah.
with
But-
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
But in this one, it feels like, oh, he's a regular guy and he's talking about Schwarzenegger.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I like.
Yeah,
I like.
But like Stallone does it in
Yeah,
Demolition
totally.
Man, and it's fucking terrible.
Yeah. But they do it in Last Action Hero, and I really like it.
Yeah.
That's because it's
That's
smarter about it.
Yeah,
That's
that's
McTiernan.
Yeah, it is McTiernan. I read an article, and I read
And Shane, yeah.
Yeah. I read an article that was like, Die Hard is definitely a Christmas movie, and it's because it's this. There's Christmas music, there's Christmas tape, and Christmas. And then it also was.
Okay, those are all the arguments we brought up tonight. So
Okay. Oh,
don't
sorry.
use that voice.
I thought that was my convincing voice.
That was your condescending voice.
Yeah. Okay, well, he didn't make a good argument. Whatever. And then he goes, but it is a good movie, not a bad, like John McTiernan made other movies like Last Action Hero, which is objectively a bad movie. And I was like, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
You are an idiot. You don't understand that movie.
And he
you
said
moron.
objectively.
Well, I don't know. I mean, he said it was just
Oh,
a
you're trying to
terrible
paint him as.
Yeah, and then he was like, I'm really
yeah.
racist.
Yeah.
And I was like, what, dude?
Oh, of
I
course he
disagree
would say
with
that,
everything that you say. Why isn't a gingerbread house higher?
I built two.
This is Nakatomi Plaza, man.
There's 10 floors per.
It's 40 stories of hot
so
action.
It's 30.
Wait, hot action?
30. Oh, 40. Shit.
Yeah, because they were on.
Oh,
They were on the 30.
They were on 30.
I
yeah.
love, and this is almost a like very subtly a check in the Christmas movie column. I love where he goes, he gives that beautiful monologue, which like really is like, I think no one could play that finer. That monologue about
Which one? Sorry.
about Tell Holly I'm sorry.
Oh,
And
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
There's not a note of that I would change.
Again,
at
it's
all.
so minimal.
It's so minimal and
quiet.
so realistic,
Yeah.
and it's beautiful. And he's still very much emoting. That's beautiful. And Reginald Valjean goes like, he's like, well, I hear you, partner, but I love how they call each other partner. I love them. I want them to be married. And he's like, but you're gonna tell him yourself, or you can tell yourself. And then he goes, well, that's up to the man upstairs. and he's like, God, and which is like Christmas or whatever maybe, and then but also Hans, and he like because he goes Hans, what the fuck are you doing upstairs? And it's
Again,
it's a nice parallel.
yeah.
But
it's nice
it organically makes him go, wait,
what is he doing up
as
there?
opposed to like any other movie where they just look and see something that we saw a character
Yeah.
leave earlier. And it's
Yeah.
just like, I mean, it's such
Again,
a great.
it is like it's filmmaking 101.
Oh, McLean is very angry right now. So when you start breaking windows in the tower with your mouths, someone just eat frosting for me. I mean, I've been eating frosting. I need to live vicariously. Here's some frosting.
Is the frost hardened on the? Oh no, it's still a little.
Oh, it's die soft. I came back to see the tower is 2 graham crackers taller. This is an antenna. This is not in progress.
We need to make like little graham cracker hostages.
Wait, he goes. So you're so this is and then you're McLean. Don't shoot me. I like.
Oh, where's Holly? Where's Holly?
I like baseball. I'm American.
Are you Bill Clay?
Yeah, sorry. I'll buy you a Joni Mitchell album for Christmas, but I bought that girl a
Hey, by the way, how does he know? I know this was in a deleted scene, but did they ever rectify it in the movie? Where do they explain how he knows that he's Hans?
I think he just
Because in the
was
movie they
testing
cut
him.
out. I know that the screenwriter said they cut out a scene that was even filmed where they all synchronized their Tag Heuer watches.
Oh right, yeah,
And then when he reaches for the cigarette, he notices his watch, and and he doesn't reference it, but he sees it.
Yeah.
And so, but since they cut that out, you lose that.
No, I think he just they don't need to because he kind of has.
But
a
he
sense,
does say the watches though. But they, well, I guess I only know that because
he kind of
the
has a
screenwriter.
sense of it. I mean, he's kind of and he tests him because he goes like, "What's your name?"
Yes.
And then he says a thing that like, and it's great because we're like, "Oh, he was smart enough to notice it before, and we didn't see him notice it." It's great, and he goes, "Bill, whatever." He's like, "Well, cool."
It is a great
It's a great
battling of
It
minds.
is
It's
wonderful. And you go, "Oh, he got him." They go, "Oh, he got him." He gives him an unloaded gun,
Yeah.
and then
I think-
continues
Oh,
with the
he
charade,
wait-
and then he
yeah.
holds the gun.
Yeah,
out.
I
So he
think
never-
he
Oh,
was
actually, that's perfectly
Yeah.
justifiable.
He never.
Yeah.
He just
He
goes,
leaves it up
"Just
to
in
him
case."
to
Yeah.
see.
Absolutely. Yeah.
He had suspicions.
I,
Because
I
why
have a
wouldn't he?
helicopter.
Oh, chicka 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 chicka.
Just like Saigon!
Man, those helicopter shots are so scary.
Oh,
They're
dude, they
amazing.
were going so fast between those buildings.
It's like between that and the stuff in T2, like it's
Oh,
just like
Woo! Yeah, this was. Ah! Here's the thing. Here's one thing. When Hans hears on the TV, William Atherton. By the way, he's Ellis is the real
That's
jerk.
a great scene
But,
too.
but William Atherton goes to the house and goes like, if you don't tell, I'm gonna call INS, and you just go like, oh, what a dick.
Yeah.
So he plays dicks in 2 movies. But they're when they're interviewing, he's interviewing on the TV, and Hans, that is a great scene.
It's a great scene.
But Hans goes, all he hears him say is, your mom and dad are very important people, and then he goes,
Yeah.
but how does he know that
I
she's
think-
John McClane's wife?
I
He
think
just
he-
knows that
I think
whoever's kids those are have parents.
I thought it
that-
was based off Holly's
His
reaction
reaction
to the
to the
TV.
TV.
He does
That's
see
what
her,
he goes boom boom. And he's like, I just want them. She said, didn't the kid say, I want my parents or
Right, yeah, yeah.
like multiples? She says something like that.
But he, at
and
that
then
time-
he puts it all together and then he lifts. It's a great moment.
Wait, why does he put it all together? Though? Because he knows that that's her. But how does he know that she's married?
Because I think the kid says, I just want my mommy and daddy back.
But both
then
their
there's
parents
a
could
photo-
work at the company. Like he doesn't know that John
All-
McClane is married to anyone there.
all it does is it gets her. He's like, she's married.
she's hiding something.
She's hiding, and
Yeah,
so
he
all it does is
lied
it
to her.
motivates him to pick up the photo.
Oh, she's married.
Yeah.
You're right, because earlier she says Ms.
Yeah,
Got it.
right.
Got it. You got me, McTiernan. You're good. You're good.
That's what's so crazy is you can start to be like,
Yeah.
well, what about this, and it's
And
like, no,
McTiernan's
it's
like,
there.
oh yeah? I directed Medicine Man. Try to find some holes, motherfucker. I really like Medicine Man, by the way.
I want to watch it because you talked about it, and then I was researching last night. I was like, oh, that's right, he said McTiernan, so I wanted to do another McTiernan binge. I also haven't seen 13th Warrior, and apparently that's like a little bit of cult
that
status.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Is it?
I mean, I haven't seen it since the theater, but like I
thought that was
remember-
Crichton. Oh, you wrote it.
He wrote it,
yeah.
yeah.
I just remember I love the weird. They do this cool language barrier.
That's
like,
what I
yeah.
I don't remember anything else other than that language.
Okay, so
barrier.
that's what he's talking. Because in again, in the commentary, he's like, I'm in the middle of a movie right now.
Oh,
that's usually because he's talking about how he prefers visual language. He's like, we're not even using subtitles for a lot of this because I'm just letting them speak languages and then we're just showing it.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Medicine Man is cool. It's pretty
Yeah,
90s.
I guess
but
I haven't
like it
seen
a lot.
Medicine Man.
It's. I mean, I'm not gonna like scream at everyone to go see Medicine Man, but we watched it. and I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It
Stop
was
championing.
very 90s.
Man, all you talk about is Medicine
I will
Man.
not stop. Granola fact 5: granola bars are usually identical to the normal form of granola in composition, but instead of a loose breakfast cereal consistency, granola bars are pressed and baked into bar shape as a little more convenient snack. Yep, that's true. What's up, guys? All right. Okay, so let's go. Should we go down the line and kind of be like, here's the verdict for me?
Yeah. Ben, start off.
All right, no, I mean, it is hands down a Christmas movie to me. I think Christmas is integral to the whole feel, theme, story, characters, everything with the movie. I can't imagine there not being Christmas in this Die Hard.
This time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there were Christmas lights on that jet plane that he threw a car at. Yeah. Go ahead.
And again, I do find it annoying that it has become my favorite Christmas movie is Die Hard. Like it is becoming this. Like I feel like Ellis would say that. Like that would be a total Ellis thing.
Ellis thing to say.
But like again, like
Black
as
people
someone
like
who's grown up with it, it is a Hallmark It is my type of Hallmark Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet. I'm gonna reserve for some reason.
Okay.
I'm gonna take that privilege. I'm gonna have you go next. Is that okay?
It's always been one of my favorite movies. I've always held it, right alongside T2 as like one of my favorite action movies. But I definitely grew up not considering it a Christmas movie. And then as the years have gone on, I have started watching it around Christmas. The thing is like I can understand why someone doesn't think it's a Christmas movie because I really do think that it's a subconscious. I think that snow thing is so pivotal to my argument in that I just think for whatever reason on a visual level, it's not communicating to people, and that's why the argument's there. That's how I frame it.
You think I'm too dumb to think?
I think a bunch of
No, I'm just joking.
bunch of real mouth breathers.
A bunch of non-directors
yeah, a bunch of non-directors
watching this movie.
Look, we got to talk about craft. So.
Get out of here.
But so I honestly I did go into it with an open mind last night, but I watched it and I was like, no, that's a Christmas movie. Like it's too pivotal to everything that's going on, and it does have like there's way more Christmas stuff in it. And how it's woven in than what I originally thought.
No,
but I was really paying attention to it.
Again, this is the first because
I was like hyper
preparing
for
this argument, and it is just like, and again, to me, it doesn't even seem like an argument because I'm just like, I guess it's all subjective.
Because if it's not a Christmas movie, then it's just an
action movie set on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
I'll say that. I think that's fair, Red Wolf. I love that it is a Christmas. I love that people watch it at Christmas. I love that people love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love that people love to watch it at Christmas. I love that people are happy to be like, yeah, Die Hard's Christmas. I love that it's on Christmas sweaters. I love Die Hard. Die Hard's great. More people loving it for any reason is fantastic. I 100% understand. I totally do understand, having watched it again, why people would say it's a Christmas movie. There's a lot more Christmas in it that I remembered. Even incidentally, to me, a lot of the things that were brought up are incidental. To me, like the Christmas music is very strong and it helps a lot. But to me, it's incidental. You can put Christmas music in it, and like I would not like Die Hard if it didn't have Christmas music in it. And not that you're saying that, but so I'm watching. So
I would potentially say that.
you wouldn't like it?
I don't know. Like again, because
I couldn't say that because I think the music is so instrumental.
Yeah. Again, me too. There's so much to it that again, I don't know if it would be even a classic on its own without that stuff.
I mean, music is is a vital.
And again, I'm saying
vital.
Christmas, not just the music, but just the Christmas theme of the movie.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Blitz, we talked about this. It is Nightmare is Both, but we all kind of think it leans more on Christmas because it's about a character discovering Christmas. Going from Halloween is like the taken for granted part. They're like, we all know Halloween. Discover Christmas, Halloween.
It's a character learning Christmas in that one.
But it's totally both because it's also really scary for kids. You could make the movie take place in Midsummer and it'd still 95% be the same exact movie. Yep. As first-time watcher, sure, I 100%, yeah, on board. I totally understand that perspective. As a first-time watcher, I think the arguments for why it's a Christmas movie are really superficial. I have nothing to do with the story, characters, and any time it tries to, like the music cues, it would be better if they didn't. So I didn't necessarily feel the end part, but that was always kind of my argument, Artifleck. Now, watching it a second time.
Well, Artifleck. We're gonna have to fight each other.
Now, watching it a second time, there are things there are incidental things that I didn't notice that I didn't remember or notice, and there are more substantive things that I didn't notice. Primary among them being that scene you guys talked about, the vault scene, which I think has something that if you lose the Christmas, it is not the same, and it is therefore, and that is substantive enough to the feel of the movie that it does change something.
It builds up to it because again, it's
totally
because it's playing
and everything gets amplified because
it's Christmas morning,
and it's playing off a Christmas movie trope.
Yes.
This is the miracle, you know,
and
like
dun, 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 and it's not just music. Yeah. It is a comment. It's a parallel. It's a kind of take on. It's an homage to yes. There's another scene. And we talked about it earlier, where he comes out and he's like, Hans! And he's coming out, and he's silhouetted.
And the jingle bells play again.
And he walks out, and for a moment he goes, it cuts to Bonnie Bedelia, and she looks at her husband, and she says, I was raised Catholic, so I can't say this. Will you say the name of the J word? Jesus. She says Jesus.
Jesus. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, Jesus. Yeah.
And then it cuts to Hans and cuts back to him, and there is a halo of light around his head, which is not saying that he's Jesus, but he is the savior of the building. Yeah. And that's kind of like a subtle thing. That's like a thing where I go, that is not a mistake.
Yeah.
That is 100% not a mistake. That in and of itself, that honestly to me is not just Christmas music being there. That is literally a thing that if you took Christmas out of it, that makes no sense, and that's there, and that does add something. Not huge necessarily, but it's there. The vault scene is not the biggest thing, but it is amplified because of that. Even this is a stretch, but even the Rolex thing, I love that Rolex thing so much, but this is a huge stretch. But even letting go, like rejecting the Rolex, is kind of rejecting materialism that is Ellis and all the yuppie whatever crap and you could imply
until you guys brought it up earlier, I was just sitting over here very quietly thinking about that, and I was like, oh, that's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, I love it so much.
I didn't even think about that.
It's so great.
That's the fucking watch.
Anyways, I'll take a look at it later.
That dick bag.
I'm sure I'll
Ellis
see it later.
gave her, and I was just like,
so great.
Yeah,
it
the line.
comes right back. It's so great. And so he drops.
Watching it again.
And that is what kills Hans Gruber. That is the climax.
And he has a couple too. So again, because he prides himself on his material things. I have the suit. I have the watches. And with the material things.
Yeah. And the rough and tumble spirit or whatever. And these. And then, so having seen that, and really it begins with that vault scene, and then everything else, it really is just something like that, and it's like that subtle thing in Gremlins where everything else, because of that thing, everything else rises to a higher volume and is amplified because of it.
It's just a compounding, yeah.
And then and because of that, and I was like, oh, okay, whoa, okay. And then when they get in the car, and he says, because of that, the rest of the stuff it has more import, and then when they end it with, boy, this is your Christmas. I got to stick around for New Year's. They get it out, and then, well, the weather outside is frightful. But before that, with the where he's like, I mean, he walks down the hall going, I don't care. That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's nice, but whatever. But once you hit that vault scene, I go, oh, okay, I got something to think about. This is for real. And I think it's a Christmas movie. Woo! Now it is not.
I was not expecting that.
There is not a single argument that I have ever heard that convinced me. But watching it on my own, and I'm not trying to be like.
Oh yeah.
But because of that vault scene, because of that vault scene. There is no
Unfollowed, unsubscribed.
there is no way that scene is the same, and then by extension, the rest of the tenor of the film in subtle ways, but there.
Yeah.
Without Christmas. It's true.
Man.
There's hope for you yet.
Lobro just found God.
Now, Lethal Weapon.
I wish that
Lethal Weapon, not a Christmas.
No,
not
no,
a
no,
Christmas
no,
movie. I might have to rewatch that. And then I'll see
Yeah,
it.
no, I was, yeah, no.
I
But
wish
no,
that vault music was playing right now.
Just everyone standing into their awesome.
And I don't know. I like, hey man, I was so in that, and I like really liked being in. Like, there's a part of me that I'm like, yeah, man, I like it because I would constantly get attacked, and I like holding ground. But hey, man, it changed. I changed my mind. I have to admit.
I'm so proud. Like, what a responsible.
Don't make me want to go back. No, yeah.
Now we're gonna watch Lord of the Rings.
Well,
Yeah, what if this is like, you're like, I'm doing the right thing here, but we're like, we see weakness now. Show him fellowship.
it is strength to admit flexibility.
It is. I'm genuinely, I think it's, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you just, like, that's what happened to me. Is like, I went in last night and I was just like, I didn't have a strong opinion either way, but I watched it and I was just like, well, it all seems to be there.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I just watched it.
But we just announced them, so what's the point of?
I don't know.
For officiality.
Yeah. For symmetry. I love
Oh,
that.
oh, someone filmed us
Oh,
caroling.
they clipped the oh, dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Well, I tell you, Heath is gonna be really happy.
You got pretty good at those.
Does
Christmas
he
trees.
think he's like a
It
diehard
is.
Christmas movie?
Yeah, and
It's like his Christmas movie.
yeah, we kind of it was there was a big heated Christmas diehard. This is kind of why this happened. There was a big old heated Christmas Christmas or not Christmas movie debate a while ago. So when this came around, I was like, oh, we need to like settle.
Which,
this.
yeah, I don't watch whatever movies make you happy.
Oh, by all means, of course. That is the disclaimer
Yes.
before and after
Yes,
this. So
yeah,
in a way, you could call this a disclaimer stream. Sorry. No, yeah. Whatever movie to you is a Christmas movie for whatever reason is a Christmas movie. Let me hear.
I'm
Let me
gonna
hear.
go home and watch Demolition Man.
Yeah,
There
man.
you go.
Which is a a December 20th movie. Here you go. So here we go, guys. There we are. The faces, the Christmas trees. Read 'em and weep.
I love that
Bruce
Bruce
Willis,
Willis.
yeah.
Face.
It's like, what are you guys
I
doing?
want those.
All right.
Man,
I know.
this was a great one
I
because
did-
it had a twist at the
It
end.
did. And I, honestly, when we started the stream, I was like, how am I gonna?
Hold off
Yeah.
for that long.
Because I had to like.
Well, you did it because
I
I
did
was
it.
genuinely surprised when you said
Well,
that.
I had because I felt like it also. It's not just lying. I felt like I had to play that side so that there's someone
Sure.
play that because I do really truly the things that I said when I was arguing with you. I believe
Sure.
it. I believe it.
Sure.
But that scene changed it for me.
Yeah.
That's it, man. This is the best Christmas gift you could ever get me. I'm always jerking at listening to Santa Baby on Christmas Day. That's nice. That's it. That's the way you do it, babe. That's the way you do it.
Wait, what about this guy? Should I move? Nah. I know, I wish.
I
Wait,
wish
we
we got
gotta.
a little helicopter that we could come in and just explode right here. Let's crumble it.
I wish we
They
could.
want to see it crumble.
It's wrong movie.
Oh, Lobro, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh yeah, I was gonna karate chop, but then I saw all the.
No, do it angrily.
Oh my
That was
Oh,
way
man.
messier than I
Now
thought.
clean it up!
Yeah,
No, it's okay. We have bugs, but we're gonna have more. That's okay.
What is that from? That's from Godfather. It's like, oh, God. She's like throwing all the plates. He's like, God, now clean it up!
Yeah,
As he gets a belt out.
yeah, and he's tossing out Italian like epithets
Yeah.
for Italian people.
I'm sorry.
That's
about
okay.
that.
That's all right. No more table. That's the way. Well, guys.
Well, some guy loves me because I did it.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Brian doesn't.
No, that was great. Just
So much frosting.
yeah. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Always, my friend.
Yes.
Thank you so much. For
Yeah, I've
being
been licking
here.
my hands. So it wouldn't touch me.
Air 5.
Ben, cool. We're good, man.
Yeah.
You're a cool guy, man. No,
Stay
yeah,
away from me. I'm covered.
Thank you so much for being
Yeah,
here.
no, thanks for having me. Thanks for having me back.
If you'd like to come back, we can smash more foodstuffs.
We should put down a tarp first. I'm gonna be Gallagher. Whenever I come by, you gotta put down a tarp.
Gotta stop smashing fruit.
Guys, my family, we are going out of town tomorrow, and we will be back after the Christmas holiday, after December 25th. This was, I know I didn't give anything away, sorry, but this was my attempt at a holiday stream. I just want to say thank you so much. I know you guys don't want to be here for this, but thank you so much. Thank you so much for just allowing me to do this, making it possible for me to do this as a way to help support my family. I love doing this. I specifically love doing this, and I cannot believe I get to do it and talk movies with friends on a weekly basis. It's literally my favorite thing I could possibly be doing besides being with my family.
Yeah.
And you guys are my family, and you're my family, and then my real family's downstairs, and they're my family. You guys are like if they're diehard, you guys are speed.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Speed.
I'll be your speed.
Because
I'm
taller. which is such a we've talked about this. That is such a removed, you have to go another step, because my thing was always well, then you get your head knocked off earlier because you're taller. They go, you're taller now because his head's gone.
Yeah.
Got it. I can't wait to do speed.
Oh, yeah.
I love speed.
Should we start? Because I'm not going to be back till January 2nd.
Okay.
So should we start the new year? Well, we'll talk about it.
Things may change, guys. The schedule may change. Keep an eye out on Twitter. Guys, please follow the Discord, if you will, !Discord, if you like. No pressure. Just that and Twitter are where you get where it's easiest to communicate about when I'm going live and such, and about changes which may be coming for the schedule. Thank you so much.
Dude,
Happy holidays. This was a great
Soy,
time.
vape, honey,
Honey, Artiflex.
all of you, Artiflex.
You know, the other Lobro seldom streams games. He just is just chatting every stream. Oh, yeah. There's another Lobro.
Madison was on here, I think.
Oh, yeah. Madeline. Yeah.
Or Madeline, yeah.
Love the game. Oh, yeah. Thanks, guys.
I like playing games.
I like playing games, too. Yeah. I like talking, as people are. Yeah, as Allie is definitely. And Allie, oh, man. I'm going to, guys.
Hey.
Oh.
Talk him into getting on Red Dead Online.
I've been playing. I started Red Dead 1.
It's going to take you forever.
I like it.
You do?
I do like it.
Well, you're just having breakthroughs left and right.
Because for me, for the longest, I started Red Dead the first one twice.
Yeah, I know.
I just couldn't get, because it was just you know. That.
Yeah, I know. You told me. So you started a third time?
But I really want to do my impression. Can I do my impression?
Of what?
Oh, because I certainly did my impression if I told you why. Because it's a whole lot of, oh, Miss McFarlane, I'll go get your cows. Well, all right, Mr. Marston, you sure are no good criminal, but I guess you might have a heart of gold. Well, Miss McFarlane, I just try what I can. Boy, your dad sure is, he's a drunk, huh, Miss McFarlane? Well, Mr. Marston, we sure don't. And then it's just it's Holly Hunter and I don't know who the heck it is. Anyway, all right.
I just want to play.
I know.
With you.
I want to go grab trains. I want to go. We
gotta form a gang.
Okay, well, you guys should just get it for me for Christmas, guys. No, I'm just joking. Don't do that. I did, however, get what?
Oh, go ahead.
I did, however, get Grand Theft Auto 5 for, I think, free.
Ooh, I want to. Yeah, I'm just I'm on the tail end of the epilogue right now. And then I'm gonna need some distance.
Sure.
Come on, you can come ride.
Chapter 6.
So I don't know if anyone's playing Red Dead Online, but I made Santa Claus, and I've been running around as Santa Claus in the Wild West.
Is it fun?
It's a blast.
Is it?
Yeah. Especially when
I've just seen a lot of videos, and I'm like, oh, it's just everybody being assholes and killing everybody.
Well, ride with me, and I'll fucking. I have this gang. This gang had to
join my posse.
Posse.
It's the Wild West out there. You gotta join the right posse. You know the right people.
Stick with me, and I'll keep you alive. And then
I need a huckleberry.
By the way, that was kind of a.
It was kind of weird.
It was I thought it was a pretty egotistic. He was like, if you want to stay alive, stay with me. That's what he said, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
And I was like, calm down.
Well, the guy did kind of go like,
Calm down, John.
Yeah, that's right, Jim. All right, guys, we should rob trains together somehow in a video game or in real life.
Absolutely.
Somehow. No, not in real life. There might not be
got
much
Amtrak.
unique experience to enjoy. Even just moseying around the saloon and getting plastered. Yeah. Got it about 5 years too late. I certainly did. That is a story of my
Where's
life
Lenny?
with video games. All right, I'm gonna send you guys over. I cannot. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Let's go get. Gosh, is Luality still streaming? Is that current? Let's do it. Yeah, go get Luality. I don't know what she's still doing live, but go get her. Thank you so much. I truly cannot thank you enough for everything that you guys make possible here. Lots of love. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I'll see you as soon as I can. Merry bathtub. Lots of love, guys. All right, we are still live. just so you know. Oh yeah, I forgot. I do this, and then it's just like you gotta kind of wait. So now it's like.
Oh, well, let's do the after the news broadcast.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh yeah, Helsinki, Sweden.
No.
Finland. Let's do the Wayne's World. Where it goes. I guess they'll just sit here, and then maybe they'll like fade to black. No way, they'd never do that. And then, I told you. Here we go. There we go. And, 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 and,